This podcast is part of the Planet Broadcasting Network.
Visit planetbroadcasting.com for more podcasts from our great mates.
Red hot comic book movie news, shooting up your butthole. The Weekly Planet, the Weekly Planet.
Okay, James, don't panic. There's a small crisis happening.
Oh, no.
I know I don't need it. Don't worry, James.
This is me not panicking.
Okay, great.
Okay.
You look a little panicky. But
No.
okay, here's the thing. So you know how when we started podcasting, we received that magical podcasting snow globe? And into the snow globe went like all of our funny bits and all the, you know, the jokes and all those catchphrases that our listeners seem to love, but their, you know, significant others, they don't understand and they kind of hate it.
Yeah.
Well, 2020 was kind of a rough year, and you know everybody's been under a little bit of stress, and I've been under a little bit of stress. And look, I'm kind of ashamed to admit it, but I held onto that snow globe and I said, I wish we'd never been podcasters at all in 2020.
Oh.
So time kind of unraveled
That's
a little
okay.
bit.
I'm okay with that.
No, but James,
There wasn't any movies. It's fine.
Well, that's true. And I mean, also, you know, what happened was time unraveled and we sort of became... It turns out we stopped being podcasters at the end of 2019 and we became successful businessmen, which explains our shoulders right
Absolutely
now.
it does,
You know?
yeah.
And look...
It explains the neglect of my family I now have.
Definitely.
I didn't have any time, Mason.
Look,
I'm on the phone, Mason. I can't even record this.
Deadbeat dad looks good on you. But here's the thing. Look, for a while, I'm like, this is great. We're making $50,000 a year. This is incredible.
I'm loving
but then
it.
I'm like, James,
Yeah.
we owe it to the listeners. You know, we gotta get back in there. We gotta bring joy to the world. We gotta, and I feel what we gotta do is we gotta get in this time portal, and we gotta go back in time, and we gotta repeat all our best bits, because we're the only people who remembers the best bits from this year. We're gonna repeat them all exactly as they were, and I'm talking exactly, James.
Okay.
So if you think of a better joke, can't use it.
What if I think of a worse joke?
Yeah, well, we can probably split that in. Yeah, that won't affect the time stream so much. If we make a very obvious factual error,
Yep.
got to keep it in.
Leave it in. No problem.
I mean, if we say like...
What if we get lots of emails?
The emails go into the globe, James.
Oh, yeah, that's okay.
So, you know, if we say, you know, something like the Irish actor Donald Gleeson is British, we got to keep that in. I mean, something like that. I mean, he is British.
Not that specifically.
But something similar
in
to
the,
that.
in the vein of that.
Exactly.
Yeah, gotcha.
So, yeah. All right. So,
Okay.
you all set, James?
Can we do an ad just to kind of feel like if we can get the rhythm back in the middle?
James, selling out is what podcasting is all about. That's the magic of podcasting.
I knew it.
All right. You ready, James?
I'm ready.
Let's go into the time portal. Whoa! Time travel noises.
I hope Colling's put in the time travel noises.
Right? It'll be embarrassing when I put in the time travel noises. If it's just two men going, whoa, in a room. Be weird.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of The Weekly Planet, where we talk movies and comics and TV shows. My name is James, also known as Mr. Sunday. With me, as always, is my co-host, Nick Mason.
It's great to be here.
We've got big news of the week, don't we, Mason? But
The biggest news of this week, obviously, is while the theme was playing, I asked James later, during our famous segment, what we read and what we're going to read.
Yeah.
James, are you going to interject with the word Westworld,
Yeah.
which I feel confuses new listeners? And he said he promised he wouldn't. So
I didn't say promise. And also, if anything,
you didn't say you
the
promised.
initial theme song is off-putting. If they get it that far, I feel like they're in.
Also,
I could say anything at that point.
Also, this thing that I'm saying currently is also off-putting for new listeners, I think. But for any new listeners, we do a segment later called What We Read and What We're Gonna Read.
Yeah.
And for the last few weeks, James has interjected in the theme song by saying Westworld really loud.
Yes.
And I find that off-putting. So I cannot imagine how off-putting people who are listening to this episode for the first time are feeling now, because they'd be completely lost.
Yeah.
They don't even know what this show's
They don't know
about.
what's
and
going
I'm
on.
already like, James, you know, later when we do the thing, well, don't say the thing, you know?
But I will say it.
God damn it.
But I might not.
Oh.
Yeah. So the reason, though, I was going to bring up that is because, this is our famous segment, Move Up, more like Boo, Everything is Awful. Doesn't matter. Let's not. I do too many. Let's not do callbacks anymore. Let's not reference any previous show that we've ever done.
Okay.
All right. I hate.
So wait. So in this scenario, do we have to assume that the listeners don't know who we are either?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So we have to. Well, we have introduced ourselves.
I think
already.
I should just rename.
James. This is a chance to start fresh.
Yeah.
We can invent whole new backstories for ourselves.
Let's go.
I drive a tram for my job.
I'm sad.
Well, you know, life finds a way, doesn't it?
Certainly does.
Really, yeah.
But I'll just rename every episode 1. So whenever you come in, you're like, ground floor, here we go.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, perfect.
That's what a person on the internet loves to do. Try a new thing.
New and untested, yeah. It's news time, Mason. Big news this week. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to talk about Jurassic World, Westworld, Batman news.
World.
Yep.
Batman News World.
That's right. Big shift in DC Comics, and then we've got some controversial comic stuff to talk about. How's that? I'm working that into the intro. Bit of sizzle.
that's good. I like it.
You didn't like it last week? What's changed?
I didn't see any examples last week. You could have given me a fresh shot at it. You know, you could have explained.
A free-flowing lift?
Yeah, free-flowing lift.
Great.
Thank you. That's all I ask for.
Time codes, as always, are in the description if you do want to jump around. Jurassic World 3 news. Chris Pratt has said it's going to feel very much like how Endgame brought everything together for Marvel. So you know how there was one and maybe a half good Jurassic Park World movies?
I remember that, yeah.
Or in general movies. Which ones of those do you like? Go.
Bear
in mind, I know you haven't seen 2 or 3.
Yeah. Well, we've had this discussion. I
Just
feel
a
that
quick update,
they're all
Mason.
approximately
It's in the
equal.
time codes if people want to skip
In my
ahead.
opinion, every movie with Jurassic in the title is approximately equal in
But
quality.
people are going to write in and say, like, what about Jurassic Velocipasta or whatever, all those ones that come out? Or what about
like
Jurassic Dinosaur Space
What about
Attack?
Cretaceous World? Doesn't have Jurassic in the title, does it? Well, they're all on the same page as far as
Well, you seem like a bit of a Jurassic Snark, if you don't mind me saying so, Mason.
I don't mind you saying so because that's a delightful turn of phrase.
Thank you. So,
I'm like a velociraptor at like a hair salon, and I've got the big hairdryer on my head, and I'm getting my nails done, and
Yeah.
I'm like, didn't like that laugh. Oh, I don't think Jurassic Park's as good as everyone says it is. I'm drinking a white wine. I'm getting real saucy.
it's the middle of the day, but you don't
Yeah, I
mind.
don't care.
You don't go to work.
I
You
got
just
nothing
do
to
this.
do. I'm just here for Snark.
So what I think...
Oh, not as a clever girl as everyone says.
So what I think he really means by this is, like, the original cast is back. Because it's
Oh,
Sam
right,
Neill,
yeah.
Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum. So, and then they're all going to line up and punch all the dinosaurs, I assume, at
Do
the
you
end.
feel like there is going to be a massive disconnect between the Jeff Goldblum of Jurassic Park and Jeff Goldblum who exists now, who's a massive goofball? You think
Well,
that
he's a bit of a goofball in the first one.
Yeah.
Takes a serious turn in 2 because he's very much the one who's like, I fucking hate this island
Right.
of dinosaurs.
Why are we back at
Why
this
am I
island?
doing this?
He's kind of a goofy jazz man now. He isn't like a
Exactly.
sexy open shirt guy
That's
anymore.
exactly right.
I think people are going to be like, what the hell?
What's going on here?
I'm okay with
I think
this.
he can pull it off. He was in that New Independence Day and he pretty much did. He can slip back into that.
Well, he can certainly try. I'm Jurassic Snark again.
You're on the sauce too early.
Yeah,
I don't
know,
like
right?
it.
It's always happy hour somewhere.
Oh, do you got more Jurassic Snark thoughts?
Yeah, maybe I do. I don't know. Where do you think the plot's going to go this time around?
Well, they're in the world.
Oh,
Aren't
they're in
they?
the world. That's true. It's
Yeah.
it's a true Jurassic world.
Yeah. You on board?
Yeah.
Looks like your Jurassic Bark is not as bad as your bite, Mason. Or the other way around. Is that right?
Well, you would say that because you're a dumb bitch.
Hey, you got to get off the sauce, man.
I won't.
You're not
I
making
won't.
this easy for me.
Sorry.
Got a hot scoop, Mason.
Oh, my goodness.
Exclusive hot scoop, too hot.
How?
Now remember, if you're from the trades, if you're from a trade, minor website, major website, if you're Variety magazine,
If you're from WeGotThisCovered.com, renowned for not being accurate with your rumors and scoops. Somebody on Twitter looked into it, and apparently it's like 1.3% of their articles turn out to be accurate or something like that.
and that's a lot of that's chance, I'd imagine.
I'd say so, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's chance and roughly guessing.
That's less than like a coin, like much less than
Oh,
a
yeah,
coin flip.
yeah, for sure. Anyway, for those trades listening, and
Yeah.
WeGotThisCovered.com, if this is our hot scoop or shot of poop segment.
Yes.
So if you're quoting this hot scoop, you have to say where it's from,
Yes.
what it's called, and you have to stipulate that if the scoop turns out to be wrong, one of the hosts, James, Mr. Sunday Movies, has to, I guess, drink a shot of poop. I mean, it's never been entirely clear, but that's the rules, and I don't make the rules. You
do
need to be
make the
clear.
rules.
You need to be clear that I don't make the rules. But we have to abide by the rules, and that is if this is wrong, James has to do a shot of poop. This all must be in the article.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've been loose with the rules before.
And they have to be like 300 words long. I know that for SEO. So this is good. If you can explain all this up top
yeah, that's
before
right.
the scoop.
Put it in the first few paragraphs. You need like 5 to 6 paragraphs before,
nothing.
of nothingness before you get to the thing. So we all have to scroll past the ads and the little click things for the mobile games or whatever. So just put the filler in, the things we said.
And here's the scoop.
Okay.
Got a
Is this
couple-
anything?
Yeah, no, I think so.
Okay.
I can't say who this is from, but
Okay.
basically, Michelle Yeoh is going to be starring in Shang-Chi. She's not on the cast list. I Googled around, hasn't been mentioned.
Okay.
It's a Mandarin story. Maybe she'll be the Mandarin.
Oh, twist.
Yeah. But, don't put that in the article because then people are like, a woman can't be a Mandarin. A woman can't be a dragon or a Mandarin or anything. A woman can't wear rings, 10 rings.
right.
A woman says hands aren't strong enough for 10 rings.
Only
a man can hold 10
should
rings.
be too encumbered by the rings. She couldn't leap high enough.
Does one of them mean that she's married? I hope so. Oh, God. Okay, so the other one is that she's also going to be returning for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 as Starhawk. Of course, she shows up as one of the original Guardian members.
Yeah, right.
In Volume 2, so she will be back.
So she's going to have 2 roles in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
It's happened before. Gemma Chan was in Captain Marvel,
That's
and
true.
she's going to be in Eternals.
Yeah.
That cop from Avengers was also Peggy Carter's boyfriend until Captain America stole her.
That's right. Uh-huh.
So,
yeah,
that cucked cop. Put that in your article. People will love it. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I really like Michelle Yeoh, and that's cool, I think.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. Anyway, hot scoop, shot or poop segment, the Weekly Planet podcast.
Yep.
Especially you, we got this covered.
That's right.
We're watching.
We're watching you.
We like what you do.
That's right.
But you're bad at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We like your spirit.
Yeah.
We like your can-do attitude.
Yeah.
But you should stop.
I mean, we're probably more accurate than 1%. And that's unacceptable.
Right?
Quite frankly.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Star Wars Forever, Mason.
Oh, yep. Fair enough.
So...
Thought we were free of it. Well,
No, Mason.
A few glorious weeks we were free of it. The Mandalorian was finished. People had stopped talking about the Rise of Skywalker.
Have they? People are doing the Ben Solo shrug on Twitter.
Oh, I guess they're doing
They're all
that.
doing it.
Yeah,
It's
okay,
a good
that's
shrug.
Yeah.
It's my favourite bit. In other Star Wars news,
Oh, that's what we're doing.
that's what we're doing. MovieWeb have reported there was a visual effects artist, Neil Scanlon, came on, very famous. He was
Like
talking
Neil
about
Scanline.
Scanlines. He was talking about the Cassian Andor series.
You've been at home by yourself for a long time, haven't
Can you tell?
Yes.
I resisted the urge to drink during this as well because I'm like, man, I need a drink, and I haven't been drinking for a long time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, you're so thin.
I'm just thinking about getting into it. You know what I mean? Getting
Right?
back into it.
What would your first drink back in?
I've got a good whiskey that I want to kind of
Yeah.
bust out at some point.
And just mix it with like a RC cola or
I don't
something
give a
like
shit.
that.
I'll mix it with gasoline. I don't care, mate. So no,
Everything's going fine.
I'm trying to keep healthy because that's the one way you can combat this. So I'm still doing my exercises every day. I'll work out videos and fucking hate them.
Are you making workout videos?
No, I'm not making. What am I, bloody Scott Handsome, doing that on Instagram?
Who's Scott Handsome?
That's my account that I've created. It's an alter ego.
well, then I guess you are Scott Handsome.
It's me, but I've got
Is this some sort of meta advertisement for Scott Handsome, your fitness alter ego? But all right,
It's
go ahead.
me, sleeveless tee, board shorts. I do it barefoot.
Uh-huh.
I do it on grass, bandana. What do you think?
Well, can it be a bandana that makes it look like you're balding heavily, but you're covering it up with a
Pull it right
bandana? It's pulled right back. Yes. Yeah.
I've got the head for that, definitely.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Anyway,
Could you pivot to
Scott Handsome.
because I think people would like that. I think
I
people
think
would
they
like.
would, yeah.
I think people, you know who there are a lot of out there that I'm sure can relate to you. Stressed dads who are inside a lot with their kids and they're worried they're going to get real fat.
Scott Handsome's been taken.
Wow.
He's not even that handsome.
All right, Scott Handsome, 69 420.
Okay, that's perfect. Oh my God, I don't have time to do this. What am I even talking about?
To do this, but I mean, if you look, all I'm saying is, if you're gonna do it, you may as well turn it into content.
Does it have to be real workouts?
I mean, are you gonna write gag workouts?
I don't know. Am I?
Look, all you have to do is set up a laptop outside and have like a professional exercise guy, like a professional workout guy, YouTube video on the laptop, and then just copy him.
Yeah, just do the movements.
and film yourself, and then put it
And
in.
not credit, right?
Not credit, exactly.
Perfect.
Yeah. But just be more manic
Yes.
and more relatable.
Okay, I can do that.
Uh-huh.
So
What are we talking about? Star Wars.
Scott Handsome. There's going to be a Lando series with Justin Simeon.
But with Donald Glover, do you think?
Probably. They could do some Billy D. Williams future stuff.
They could do,
the
do.
Calrissian Chronicles thing.
Yeah, they could do edutainment.
Edutainment.
It's old Lando, and then he's there, and he's like, I remember when I was young and I learned about math.
And then he recounts the events of the Rise of Skywalker.
Yes, exactly.
And then they fell into a pit by coincidence, and there was a snake in there. And they didn't kill the snake, they healed the snake. And then
later killing.
That's right. And then they found a knife. And then they went to a different planet.
Then they used geometry.
Yeah. They found my daughter, or she's not my daughter.
Or my girlfriend, my future girlfriend.
And then they held up the knife to the Death Star. I blew up the Death Star. That's a story for another day. And then they had to get on a boat. And they went on the boat, and they went in separate boats. They went all the way over the water to the Death Star.
That's right.
But it was the remnants of the Death Star, and the throne had fallen. Do you want me to keep doing this?
Yes. I like a Lando Calrissian rambling story. And
He's 80.
And then I purchased some more capes. I like a cape, I'll tell you that much. Because keep it warm, keeps you warm, but then you got your arms free. If you want to shoot a blaster, maybe. You want a loosey-goosey blaster grip? You want to fire your blaster? Well...
That reminds me of my friend Han Solo, who, by the way, appeared as a Force ghost or something in The Rise of Skywalker. Yeah. He spoke to Adam Driver, and they convinced him.
Haven't seen him in a while. I hope he didn't make his son kill him. Because that's,
Should be good.
I think it should be good.
More details on the Obi-Wan series, though. They did show some...
Well, how about this?
Yeah, ready, go.
Old Lando and young Lando team up through the magic time travel tree.
Yeah, whatever. They need to bring back that time travel tree, don't they?
For this show.
Yeah.
Right?
And they compare
And
capes.
Lando's like, I'm not listening to you, old man. And,
What does he say?
Well, then what happened is we were all on the side of a Star Destroyer, and we're all on horses, I think. We're all on a bunch of horses.
I actually wasn't on a horse. I was flying in the Millennium Falcon.
That's right.
I was with Chewbacca. He's from different Star Wars movies also.
Nevertheless, everyone else was on a horse, and they were on the horses, and they were on the... You don't see that very often. Some horses on a Star Destroyer.
When Princess Leia died, I didn't mention this, but she was under a sheet, and then the sheet, it fell when she disappeared, and nobody said anything. I thought it was weird. I'd never seen anything like that before.
I thought maybe she'd rolled under the table, but then I looked under the table, and she wasn't there. And that was basically the only place she could have been if she had rolled off the table. So...
This is stupid.
He's senile. He's senile now, but he's still cool.
He's got his stories.
Yeah.
Here's something that I think could be absolutely, they'll make it. This is what I think.
Okay. Is it Gambit? Is Gambit back on the slate?
Not talking about Gambit anymore, okay?
All right.
I'm banned Gambit Talk on this podcast.
Wow.
What do you think that side says?
There's no Gambit Talk.
So, according to producer Dan Lin...
It says Gambit Talk. No. It says no Gambit Talk. Guarantee.
No riffing on the side. That counts as Gambit Talk, all right?
Damn it. At least I got a few in.
So... we've got some release dates here.
Yes.
You interested in the Falcon and Winter Soldier release dates?
No. Just
August.
kidding, I am.
Oh, good. August, WandaVision, December.
Okay.
Mandalorian Season 2, October. So there we go. 3 Disney Plus stuff happening at least this year.
They are absolutely banking on people not cancelling their Disney Plus subscriptions.
I don't think it...
For 6 months.
Well, if you cancelled it...
Yeah.
I'm on my family thing. We've all got
Yeah, right.
name. But I'd come back for this anyway.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So,
Yeah.
I think once these start, they're not
Yeah.
really going to stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Once the first one kicks off...
And also, I say that, but I haven't cancelled Disney Plus yet.
That's what I'm talking about,
I
mate.
never...
Did you do the year-long thing?
No, I
for-
did not.
Yeah.
Month to month. But I
So you thought you'd save money?
well, I could if I cancelled
That's
it
what I'm
now.
saying. But you haven't, have you,
But I haven't.
Mason?
That's how they get us, yes.
Yeah. You didn't get me. Got my dumb brother or parents, whoever did it. We all
Okay.
share all the accounts.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm telling on you to Disney.
Good. I want them to come here.
Oh, yeah?
I'll punch every one of them. Put them in a
Wow.
line.
You'll
Don't
punch-
even put them in a line. We'll do a pylon.
You'll punch the mouse? Is
Yes,
that what-
I'll
what-
punch the mouse.
Wow.
I'll punch your dad, Bob Iger.
Wow.
I don't even give a shit, mate.
Wow.
Yeah.
Will you punch...
Do I have to fight all the actors that are ripped? They're probably so dehydrated, I bet I could.
No, they probably wouldn't make the trip. They're just sending animated characters.
Okay.
Would you punch Goofy?
Dog, I don't know if he would. But he's also a humanoid dog.
Yeah.
No, which is the...
Pluto's the regular
I
dog.
wouldn't punch Pluto, but I'd
Okay.
punch Goofy.
Would you punch Minnie Mouse?
No.
Would you punch Huey, Dewey, or Louie?
Yes. I'd line them up and I'd punch
Crack
them.
all their heads together?
Crack all their heads together, that's right.
Wow.
Not a problem. I'll punch a
Okay.
duck. I don't give a shit.
So you'd punch Launchpad McQuack?
Yeah, he's got a. I don't know if I could actually take out Launchpad McQuack.
He's pretty big, right?
But he's also kind of a goof. I
But
reckon
is
I
he
could
big
trick
for a
him.
duck, or is he like a man-sized duck? Because if that door opened, like if that door swung open and a man-sized Launchpad McQuack came in, who's as wide as he is tall, I'd be terrified.
Yeah, but he could also be that 1950s kind of fit.
Yeah.
Just a barrel-chested man who's not really, duck man.
Plus, he's very top-heavy, so I guess if he kicked his legs out, he'd
That's
just
true.
fall over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, none of these dudes can fly. So,
That's true. Would you punch Scrooge McDuck?
Fuck yes.
That's what
He'd be
I
the
figured.
first one I'd punch.
Right? And he's got
Straight
that
up.
take his stick.
I'd take his stick.
Wallop people with his stick. We'll come back to this. I'm just going to think
I'd punch Masupalami. I don't care.
I don't know what that is.
It's like he's got a long tail. I'd punch Darkwing Duck. He'd beat me, though.
Yeah, maybe.
He's got a grappling gun.
Would you punch that weird black and white guy that was the precursor to Mickey Mouse, whatever his
Yes.
name, like Walter the Rabbit or
Yes, I would.
whatever he's called?
Yes, I would.
Wow.
He'd be like, what did I do? And I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what you did. You started this.
Would you punch Mickey Mouse? I know I've said that, but would you punch Mickey Mouse in character as Steamboat Willie, and he's controlling that steamboat? And if you punch him, that steamboat is going to go over like a waterfall or something. Everybody's going to die.
On that steamboat?
Yeah.
Oh, cartoons. I don't care.
Wow.
Whatever.
Wow.
Whatever, Mason.
Wow.
Punch Roger Rabbit. Who's he with? I don't even know.
I don't know. I think that's independent. Yeah.
Punch him too.
But he bridged barriers there. He bridged.
Yeah, but where's he been?
Good question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He comes back now for a fight?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Anyway, this is our new segment. Various
Which-
Disney characters
Would
I
James punch?
Yeah. They're cartoons, right?
Yeah.
Or are they to real life? They're not costumes, is what I'm saying, obviously. Or they're
No,
not
they're-
like CGI representations of
No,
the way
they're-
that like
no, they're-
Scooby-Doo in the movies
They're Roger
is.
Rabbit style. They're actual cartoons.
Yeah,
in
cool,
real-
no
in the real
problem.
world.
Easy,
Okay.
easy done.
Yep. Punch Lady or the Tramp?
No, neither.
Interesting.
Neither. They're just in
Interesting.
love. Just leave them alone.
right.
One's a tramp, one's a lady.
That's true.
Unless
You'll eat your words when they're garroting you with that piece of spaghetti.
they'd be too busy eating it.
I guess that's
fine
probably
with
true,
me.
yeah.
Why can they do it together?
Yeah, they do it together.
They just slice my head off with
Yes.
it. That would be my downfall. You're right.
Yeah.
Anyway, in other news, because we do have other news.
Good.
Okay, Kevin Smith said earlier this week that he heard a rumor Charlie Cox is going to be Peter Parker's lawyer in Spider-Man Far From Home.
Far from three
Rome?
home. Yeah.
Far From Throne. But then he retracted that and said he actually just heard it somewhere else on the internet because there were rumors of that.
Sure.
But
You
I
heard it
just-
on WeGotThisCovered.com.
Probably. But so I do wonder also the logistics of that, because not only do you have to get Marvel on board to say, okay, we want these characters. They're characters that are technically don't exist anymore, maybe.
Yeah,
we don't know what
yeah.
form they exist in.
That's true,
I
yeah.
think they should bring Charlie Cox back as Daredevil
Yeah.
in some form. I think he's great. I think you could work him in. I think you could work all of those guys into
I think
movies
so
if
too,
you
yeah.
wanted to. That would be
All the greats. Jessica Jones. Luke Cage.
Mm-hmm.
Daredevil.
stick.
The Punisher. Foggy Nelson.
So he was great at
Karen.
Mighty Ducks. Karen, yes.
And that's all the characters.
The Black
from-
Cat.
Yes.
No, Yellow Cat. The Cat.
Hellcat.
Hellcat.
Yes. The guys at the barbershop where Luke Cage
Sure,
works.
yeah. That guy who trained with the Iron Fist. Yeah, just him though.
Kingpin.
Kingpin.
He's
that's a
great.
Good one,
Vincent
yeah.
D'Onofrio is good.
The Owl Man.
Yeah.
He was dead, but bring him back.
Some of the actual owls. Maybe they're in the
Exactly.
background in New York, Central Park. Maybe there's an owl.
That guy who works for the newspaper and he dies in the
He's
first
killed,
season or
but
whatever.
bring him
yeah.
back.
The dude who gets his head mashed in a car door.
The drunk kung fu guy. Remember him?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
These are all great.
The guy that made the Daredevil suit.
The
Yeah.
Buzzsaw boy.
Sigourney Weaver.
Yep, should be good.
Ah.
It's the Dragon Bones. Dig
Yeah.
him up.
Dig up the Dragon Bones. That building.
Yeah.
Rebuild it.
That'd
Rebuild
be great.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a background newspaper that says the Hulk question mark.
Oh, yeah, nice. An incident question mark.
Yeah, all of those.
Yeah.
All the greats, obviously.
But to be clear, not Iron Fist.
He's all right.
I
think he's
know.
actually all right.
I know. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, it's fun to make fun of him.
But also, somebody would email in and be like, "You didn't mention Iron Fist." We know.
I know you're going to love this because you are the one who's in love with the characters from the animal Robin Hood.
No matter how many times you say it, the evidence points in the other direction.
The evidence points to you accusing me of that the first time we brought it up.
And then you going, "Yep, you got me."
Incorrect. I said something along the lines of, I bet it awakened things in a lot of furries, which again, I don't have a problem with.
Okay.
Do whatever thing that the thing is that you're interested in.
Your thing is what they're into.
Yeah, there you go. So you would know, Mason, or
Yeah,
I
'cause
would
hang out
know.
with you. Yeah, because I hang out with you and you're always talking about it.
So anyway, that movie from
Yes.
1973, whenever it came out, it's getting a remake.
Yes.
When I first saw it, it said like Robin Hood's getting a reboot, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me with this?
Right?
Didn't
Because we just had one, yeah.
Didn't we just do this 4
But
times?
we didn't have an animated adaptation, which is going to use probably, one would hope, like anthropomorphic, like computer animated versions of the ones from the cartoon.
More Zootopia than
Yeah.
Lion King.
Right.
Right?
Because how are they going to hold the little bows and arrows?
How are they going to be sexy is the thought you're having.
No, it's not. It was not, and it shan't be. But it's interesting that's where your mind went.
No, I'm saying what you were thinking.
No, I wasn't thinking that.
Oh,
I was
okay.
thinking about their little bows and arrows.
Okay, sure you were.
And the little sheriff of Nottingham.
Yeah.
Where's he put his little badge? I assume he
know.
has one.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Genuinely, without talking about who accusing each other of who thinks it's sexy or not, are either of us interested in this in a non-sexual way? Because I know this seems like it's like I'm leading you into a trap,
Seems like a trap.
but I'm not. I can even go first, even though that is me falling into my own trap. And
Okay,
you
go for it.
I think this is a decent idea
Wow.
because you can update it
Mm-hmm.
and you can use the technology that's been built upon in a property that wasn't recently remembered.
What
as
you're
well.
saying is you want to wear a VR headset and go into the sexy world of Robin Hood animated.
I didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
Just to clarify, I didn't
Wow.
say
But
any
you
of
made
that.
the universal hand gesture for I'm going to put on a VR headset and go into the sexy world of the Robin Hood animated.
I didn't say
movie.
sexy world. You said sexy world.
Wow.
Yeah, so
What about the Jamie Foxx version?
I don't hate it, if I'm honest.
I don't remember hating it
I
either.
don't hate it. I
don't
it's
think I would
fine.
be able to sit through it again.
Oh, no, I'm not watching it ever again.
No.
But, I think that movie's fine.
But
It
not
might-
sexy. Interesting.
It might be the sexiest version we ever get, though unlikely with this coming out, said you. That was what you think. Anyway.
This isn't over. We're going to do sexy Robin Hood news every week.
Now, you mentioned this before the show, and I've just written it down because I need someone to explain it to me.
Yes.
Quibi. What is it?
Well, that-
I keep
you've-
hearing people going, boo, we hate this.
You've made a very dramatic leap there in assuming that I know what Quibi is.
Well, why did you bring it up?
I just wrote Quibi and I put a question mark because I'm not entirely sure what it is. It appears to be a short-form streaming service. So it's like Netflix. It's
Yep.
got original content on it, but all the content is like 10 minutes long. So it's like
Yeah.
episodes of things, but they're 10 minutes long. And the main selling point, as I understand it, is you can watch it on your phone in landscape. You can also watch it in portrait.
Excuse me?
You can watch television.
I said, excuse me?
You can watch television as it was intended in portrait mode on your phone. Anyway, Quibi, short form, but it's original content. Apparently there's a horror short on there called The Golden Arm. It's like a Black Mirror-esque.
Oh, and Westworld's in it.
Yeah. But anyway, it's
Does she become obsessed with her golden arm
she
or
becomes
something?
obsessed with a golden arm.
Okay, so is this something you would get, though? Because in all honesty,
Yes.
some of those things you said doesn't sound terrible to me.
The portrait orientation.
That part, obviously. But I'm glad you opened with that because I've kind of forgotten it.
Okay.
But the idea of a sexy golden arm that you fall in love with,
Yep.
yeah.
Anyway, so this woman gets her arm chopped off in like a lumberjack-related accident, and then she gets a golden prosthetic arm. Spoiler alert.
Okay.
Terrific.
She falls in love with it.
Spoiler alert, she loves it so much that she falls ill and dies from pulmonary gold disease after refusing to swap the arm for a non-gold one. There's a great scene in which a doctor. This is from GQ UK. There are some great scenes in which the doctor all but warns her that her blood is more gold than iron, and when she refuses to remove the arm, her husband, who, let's remember, loves her more than anything, simply shrugs as if to say, "Shucks, doc, looks like we got to let her die then."
Wow.
Says this article also says I won't spoil the ending, so maybe something even spookier happens. But anyway, this clearly surpasses anything that the best of Black Mirror.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so
Wow.
that's cool.
That's
look,
I don't
look,
even
give
know
me
where
enough
to
of
go
a
with that. I mean, any premise can be good, so maybe
right?
it's amazing.
Yeah,
I don't
maybe
know.
it's yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Anyway, we got to move it along.
We can't talk about Quibi anymore.
No.
Okay, all right, fine. Oh, Quibi is out of business apparently.
And didn't the person who runs it was like, I went out of business because it was a bad time to launch because of quarantine. It's the best time to
It's
launch. And
absolutely
you
the best
fucked
time.
it.
That's right. You could not have picked a better time. Although, look, I see the justification there. Maybe because it seems like it was phone worthy.
It's
maybe,
small screen stuff.
and maybe he was like, "Oh, okay. Well, this is a show you watch when you get on the train.
Yeah.
You've got 10 minutes before your stop, so maybe you watch a new episode of something on
Yeah,
your
but
phone."
people are
kind
going
of
like Dunny, aren't they, mate?
Yeah, they've always got the dunny, don't they?
That means toilet in Australian.
Yeah.
Just for everybody who doesn't
right,
know.
yeah.
So, but I still watch stuff on my phone.
Yeah.
Like if I get a spare moment to like stand in the cupboard and watch something while my kids are screaming.
Or if you're in the dunny.
Or if I'm just in the dunny.
Yeah, taking a Grogan.
That's right. That's Australian for big shit. So, do you want to see the greatest game where one of the Hemsworths is hunted? Kind of.
Yeah,
I
kind of,
guess.
depending on the Hemsworth, obviously.
Depending on the Hemsworth, yeah.
Quick, ask me which one.
Which one?
All of them, any of them. That was a trick question. Any of them, I'll watch them all. Luke Hemsworth. I'm up to date on the last Hemsworth.
Figured it out.
Because of Westworld.
Because of Westworld.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. Have you
Yeah.
seen that photo of them where they're in like a bar fight?
No.
They just look like furious.
I
and
do
huge.
remember that, though. Yeah.
Would you fight the Hemsworth brothers? No way. No way.
I mean, it depends what was over, I guess.
He'd kill you.
Yeah, well, it'd be a good fight, though, I reckon.
Yeah, for him.
Yeah, I know. You get a cool, some sort of cool security camera footage where it'd still be looking incredible.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. Here's a bit of news.
I love
For
news.
you. Speaking of Star Wars.
Are you talking about Star Trek? Or?
Yes.
Yeah.
CBS All Access have ordered a full season of Star Trek, whatever it's called.
Captain Pike.
Yes.
Did you watch Picard?
No, I didn't finish it.
You know what's good about that show?
It ends.
Yes.
We're going to do that?
I was going to boo, but
Yeah, right.
you got it in one.
For the listener,
Yep.
James even put his hands around his mouth,
I leaned
megaphone style.
out.
He leaned out,
of the mic like
but
this.
to not blow all your ears and headphones.
Yeah.
And
So I've learnt my
I
lesson.
stole your thunder.
You did. That's
and
okay.
I'd do it again.
I'm happy for it.
Thank you.
I can't wait till the Hemsworth brothers get you.
Yeah, I can't wait either. Oh my god,
You're gonna get papped. You're gonna be famous.
I'm gonna reblog it on Instagram. The security footage. It's gonna be great.
What else you got in news? All right, I've also got some news.
Yeah. Okay. Timothy Oliphant. I did mention that. A lot of people are dead.
The Elephant Man.
The Oliphant. I would never stoop that low as to say the Elephant Man.
Yeah, I would.
Good.
Obviously.
Good.
But he's clearly not, like, if he was hideously ugly, that would be like, that's a bit rough.
Yeah, right.
But who am I hurting? Like, if I said that to him, he'd be like, he wouldn't be like, hey, he's okay with it.
No, I wouldn't. I would stoop to an insult. I just wouldn't stoop to a play on words of that level, of that caliber, James.
Okay, well, I can understand that.
Yeah. But I can see why you might be justified in doing so.
Yeah, It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Thank you.
Pretty good.
What do you have, James?
So, the New Mutants has a release date still of August 28th.
I don't know if you saw it. I couldn't tell you what the link was, but some joke news website said recently.
More like Old Mutants? Did they make that joke?
No,
It's a great joke.
that's our fresh.
Oh, good.
Our fresh classic joke. It was Quibi commits to releasing 1 minute of New Mutants every year for the next 90 years. And we all had a big old laugh.
Yeah.
And then now they've released the first 2 minutes.
Yes.
Which makes this the way this movie's going.
It looks pretty good,
It looks good. And
Yeah.
the trailer as well looks good.
It's
I'm
only
way
s-
more interested in this than I was in Dark Phoenix.
Oh, totally. Because
Yeah.
it looks different than every other X-Men movie.
They're fighting a bear.
They're fighting a bear, and that's cool. Because, so there's a clip released in a new
Fighting
trailer.
a bear and a life's in grave danger and you don't even care.
Hand me that shotgun and
And
also that chair. It's a real song.
It's
yeah.
yeah.
But Big Bear, though.
There is a big bear. There's a
It's
big
like good special
smoky
effects.
bear, yeah.
Smoky Bear. Smoky Bear.
It's the Smokey the Bear's secondary mutation.
Oh, really?
He's become a bear of actual
I don't
smoke.
like that. I don't like
Which
it.
is ironic for him because he wanted to stop forest fires.
Did he?
Yeah.
What a fool. You become the thing that you...
The thing that you
destined
hate, exactly.
Something.
Yeah.
Live long enough to become the Smoky Bear.
That's right. Exactly right.
So I think... I don't know whether they're going to keep this release date. But my understanding is, and we've talked about it before, Disney are under contract, which was part of the $70 billion deal with Fox when they bought this property among all the others. You know, the money comes through Disney Plus, really. That's where they're making their money.
Yes.
And merchant. I know they're bigger than... no movies is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And parks.
Minnie Mouse body pillows.
Exactly. So...
Sorry. Lady Mary and the Fox body pillows. Is
you
that...
laugh, Mason.
Yes, at you. Because you're a perv.
Actually, we watched that the other night.
What's that?
That Robin Hood movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's got a charm to it. It's not sexy though, like you think it is.
I don't think that. You think that.
I nearly tweeted a picture of it. I'm like, I fan the flames of this.
Yes.
But you can't stop it, can you? With the internet, you can't stop it.
No, it's
The
true.
internet decides what are the things that
Yep.
I think you're attracted to.
I mean, there's more videos to watch this week.
Yes.
Specifically, I've got one here. I've written here, Henry Cavill is just like us.
It's just like us.
He put an Instagram video up where he put
There's
a
a computer
PC
on.
together. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
Here's the thing about
Receipted.
this, Mason. I hate nerds that are like different things than the nerdy things that I like.
Yeah,
I mock them for their things that they enjoy.
I can see your fury rising, like visibly. I can see a redness come out of your neck and then fill up your head. Anyway, good on him.
And he loves The Witcher, the video games
the
as
game
well.
The Witcher, yeah.
He's a big gamer. He's just like us.
He's just like us, exactly.
Where I'm a different kind of nerd, and I don't like him.
Right?
Yeah, you know.
You're
what
a
I mean?
non-technical nerd.
Non-technical
The worst
nerd.
kind.
Yeah, I know, right? Useless, skillless.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
right.
You know what I hate about a lot of that kind of the graphics cardy stuff and the fancy modems and the chairs? And could we get like a gamer chair that doesn't look like a baby's car seat mixed with a Monster Energy like design? You know what I mean? What about a nice leather-bound chair?
A baby's car seat, but it's also got like big gulp.
Yeah, exactly.
Just-
Some of the babies' car seats have those.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, do you know what I mean?
No, I know
like
what
a
you mean.
proper fucking chair.
Oh, like a gentleman's chair.
I don't know, just a chair. You know how hard it is to just find a chair, like a
Just
computer
like a
chair?
plastic folding chair.
Whatever. No, I want something comfortable, but
Yes.
but they're ridiculous.
Oh, I know.
And they got the super high back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And just like glowing neon
Yeah, they're
stripes
horrible.
around everything.
Just a fucking chair, man.
Yeah.
And because I really struggle with chairs. Look at these chairs I got. I'm not happy about it. They're all
fine,
right.
they're
Yeah,
fine, yeah.
you know, but they're okay.
Yeah,
they're not like
yeah.
super comfortable. Anyway, whatever. And also, I don't want wheels. None of this wheel shit. What are you wheeling? Nowhere. You're kidding yourself.
No, what if you want to wheel from one computer in one side of the room to your computer on the other side of the room? Because you've got your gaming computer and your hacking
No,
computer.
they're next to each other. You got two monitors. Everybody knows that.
Just two monitors? Wow. Get a load of this noob, listeners. Hey, get a load of this guy. Oh, but two monitors. Oh.
Just to clarify, I don't hate any of that stuff and the people who use that stuff because it's most people. It's just that I don't like it. I think the aesthetic is horrible. It's just more of a personal
Your
preference.
aesthetic is a
Boring,
half a...
blank wall.
I was going to say just a stack of laptops. Identical laptops, one burns out and you just start up a new one.
That's exactly
Stack 'em on
right.
the top.
That is 100. You think he's joking? He's not. That is my genuine aesthetic.
Everybody's keyboards glow now.
I know.
No?
I have to turn that off on my thing because I don't need this glowing at me. I know where all the keys
What
are.
about those keyboards that are extraordinarily expensive and each key is like a little LCD screen? So you can have whatever you want on each key.
Yeah, great.
James, you can have all your keys in Klingon.
I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I could go outside and just bash my head into a brick wall. I could probably do that inside if I could find a brick wall.
Yeah.
I could get my rolling chair and roll over to the brick wall, crack my dome into it. Do you think?
Yeah,
These are all things I could do.
it's true.
Yeah.
The world's your oyster with a gaming chair with wheels, and you said they were useless.
I did say that,
You
didn't I?
goose.
Yeah, so there you go. And again, all personal preferences. Fill your boots. Do what you want.
What are we talking about? Other news? Oh, Karen Gillan might be the new lead in the Pirates
Yeah,
franchise.
so what do you think about that?
I'd say that. That's she's proven herself in kind
Yeah.
of like, Jumanji kind of adventure-esque kind of movies. I think
Yes.
she's fun in those. So
But also, I think, because they're talking about a reboot, but you know who was perfect for this as well? Zoe Saldana is in the first Pirates of the Caribbean.
that's right, yeah.
So you could put her in and Karen Gillan. It's a team up again.
It's a team up,
Like
and they're
Guardians.
the Guardians gals.
I think I think there'd be a lot of good faith in that also because it's not a reboot.
Mm-hmm.
And you could also, if you wanted to, you could bring back Elizabeth Swann and the other guy or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Orlando Bloom.
Yeah, because there's nothing wrong with that universe.
Yes.
It's just boring now.
Everybody got tired in it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like everybody, you could see the joy drain out of people's faces in those
Movie to
movies.
movie.
Movie to movie. Yeah, that's what happened. I don't know.
Crabs took a boat. Remember that?
What?
Crabs took a boat. It was in the third one.
No, you've lost it, mate. You
Crabs
lose.
took a
No,
boat.
not
There
not
were some
words.
rocks.
Yes.
And then he was in like a weird purgatory and he licked one, it turned into a crab, and then all the
yeah.
crabs came to life and crabs took a boat.
So what you're saying, if I can break it down into plain English, is crabs took a boat.
Yes.
I'll just cut through all your nonsense. I'll just say crabs took a boat. Okay, cool.
Do you remember now though?
Yeah, vaguely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They took a boat.
Yeah.
Those crabs did. Mm-hmm. But let's start with the Tenet trailer.
I still don't know what's happening in that movie.
I think that's a good thing though. I nearly didn't watch it off the back of like, I don't really want to know what's going on, but at the same time I'm like, oh no, this is your job, I think, to have watched this. So people want to know that you've seen
And
it.
did you garner any more information really about this movie based on that?
All I know is it seems like there's a couple of backwards boys getting up to mischief. That's what it seems like to me.
Backwards boys getting up to mischief.
So, yeah, look, clearly it's not time.
That feels like a Bangers and Mash style children's book series. The Backwards Boys, they're always getting into trouble. They're wearing matching like dungarees, and their mum's always like, "Backwards boys, get in here." No, not backwards boys. They're always running down the street backwards,
That's
stealing
right.
apples off carts.
Yeah, or returning apples off
Maybe
carts.
that's what they're doing, yeah. And PC Plod's there, and he's all like, "Well, I'd arrest you, boys, but technically you've done a public service, so I can't arrest you." Anyway, I don't know what this movie's about still.
I'd kill you if I understood how you did it, but I don't.
Or how killing works in this universe. I don't even... Would I be making you live forever? I don't know.
It did remind me of the Red Dwarf episode Backwards.
Yep.
So, like,
sure.
if you walk into a room, because in this, obviously, you walk into a room and you're like, the bullets in these walls, this hasn't even happened yet. Like, if you walk in and there's a puddle of vomit, you're like, oh, God, no.
Oh, no,
Like,
this is me, isn't it?
which of us
right.
is getting this puddle of vomit? Yeah, that's Backwards Boys for you, though.
And you look at... And then one of the characters looks at their hand and they've got like a can of expired chili in their hand and a big spoon in the other hand, and they're like, "Oh, this is definitely me. Oh no, I've made big mistakes."
But I wonder if you can go into a room and see what's going on.
Yes.
And then kind of maneuver it to kind of make this, like manipulate the scenario before it happens to play
Yeah,
out a
right.
certain way.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm really looking forward to it.
Would you be in favour of, and I know the movie isn't out yet, so we don't know if it's any good or
Sure.
not, would you be in favour of some sort of Tenet Inception crossover movie?
Sure, why not?
Right.
So it's Backwards Dreams.
Backwards dreams.
Yeah.
Within dreams.
Oh my God. I think that's a bit too much. You only need kind of one game-breaking element in a movie.
Okay, but I'm not...
Or it's also the Prestige universe where everybody gets a clone.
Well, that's just a bit silly. But how about like two teams?
Yep.
One team can reverse time, one team can get into your dreams.
Which would you
And
take?
into your car.
Yeah, but if you get into your dreams, there's more like subtle manipulation. Wouldn't you rather be on the team that could flip a car backwards and make you eat a pile of vomit? That's what you'd want,
Yeah,
right?
maybe. Yeah, maybe.
I'd be on the Backwards Boys, mate.
Yeah.
Every day of the week.
Yeah.
I think the trailer also ends really well. Often a sting in a trailer isn't very good, or it's like it's supposed to be like a funny zing.
But in this one, they look down at a sign, a freeway sign, and go, "Nod, Noel." That's just London backwards. No, I've forgotten. Refresh my
It's
memory.
the giant, it's the jumbo jet crashing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It looks real. I think it's probably a giant miniature.
Yeah, right.
I'm guessing because they wouldn't be able to crash a real plane. Maybe.
Who knows at this point?
I think with Christopher Nolan stuff, you don't really know. But
What if they're like, look, there are so many movies that are currently on hold, and they have so many permits for stunts that aren't going ahead right now.
Yeah.
What if we cashed in all the stunt vouchers
Yeah.
for one really big stunt?
no one's flying, so
Yeah.
let's just crash one. Let's just destroy an airport.
Yeah, I mean, it's these airlines are hurting for cash. How about we buy one, we crash one?
Exactly. Yeah. So so Tenet is pushed back 2 weeks to late July of.
Only 2 weeks. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think it's they want to make sure that they're well clear and everything is open.
Yeah.
Even though the pandemic is very much still happening, please wear masks if you can and be careful. Anyway, we're all very excited for 10 nets.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, so that's cool.
I saw a theory recently on Tenet that it's less a time travel movie or a time inversion movie,
Yeah.
but it's more a slipping into an alternate reality movie.
Slipping into an alternate reality movie. That makes sense.
But I don't know where the inversion part slips in. Anyway, we'll know shortly.
We will. They'll explain it. Because one of the characters will be like, what is a Tenet? And then they'll be like, well, the thing about Tenet is. And then they'll tell us. And us,
Yep.
the audience, will then know what
That's
a Tenet
correct,
is.
yes.
But how do I Tenet if I'm out of Tenet energy? Well, you got to recharge your Tenet energy using a Tenet force field shield. I'm really excited for this movie.
It's great.
Yeah. I could write movies.
What if this is the one where Nolan has just given up and that's actual dialogue? And there's a lot of characters just shrugging. And you don't know if it's the character shrugging or the actor shrugging. And they're like, often you'll see like Pattinson, like he's clearly looking off screen to Nolan, who's just out of frame.
Just
And
like,
and Nolan's just like, just Phil, say something about a force field or something. Parallel unit, it doesn't matter. Everyone's going to see this. I'm the king of the movies. I don't care. There's no I'm going to win. Like the facade disappears and he's just like, I'm going to be the winner of movies. Me, Christopher Nolan.
I love how that he's sitting on it on the edit. And he's like, yeah, leave that. Absolutely leave that.
Just leave it in. Yeah.
Great. Variety have reported that Tenet. Give me this Tenet shit. It's not Tenet. It's Tenet. It's not Tenet. If anything, it's T-net. Mm-hmm. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's not Tenet. Mm-hmm. It's Tenet.
What if it's Teen E.T.? What if that's the twist?
It would be 10
What's
ET.
in the vault? It's a Teen E.T.
It would be 10 ET. So there would be 10 of them.
I reckon it's Teen E.T.
I'm going to find out how old ET is because I think he's old.
But I mean, there's more than one.
Yes, I know, but him, I think he's like hundreds of years old.
Yeah, right.
According to the novelization, ET is over 10 million years old. And he's a plant-like creature, neither male nor female. So there you go. We'll learn some things about ET. Or as I call it, Et. Right, what have we got?
Look, I'm planning. Look, all I'm saying is I'm putting my money on this being a Teen E.T. movie.
Okay.
So he's in the vault. That's why they need the masks, because he's a plant-based life form. Or something.
How old would a teen ET be?
15.
So not like comparison to like 10 million years. He'd just
No.
be 15.
Teen E.T. It's in the name, James.
I know, but I'm talking about a comparative lifespan here.
Yeah,
Like the way
one's
with
10
dog
million
years.
and one's 15.
It's like with dog years, is what I'm saying.
He's just out the front of like a convenience store. He's asking people to buy him beer.
So,
Okay, get a load of this, James.
I'm ready.
Teen E.T.
Okay.
TikTok home. And then he does a dab.
They don't do dabs on TikTok.
They do a
Mason.
dance. They do some sort of
They
elaborate
do
miming
dances,
dance.
but they're not doing dabs. You
Yeah,
sound
dabs-
like a
yeah.
dad at a barbecue doing a dab in front of a barbecue. That's what you're doing. Kids, who wants a sausage? Dab. What am I doing? Okay.
Yep.
Nick Mason.
Hello, it's good to be here.
It's great to be anywhere, isn't it, at the
Yes.
moment?
Yeah.
Except if it's, a place where you shouldn't be. You know what I mean?
Give me an example.
Under the sun.
Under the sun.
Directly under the sun.
Like how close to the sun are we
Like
talking?
you can nearly touch it, but you reach out and you can just touch it with your fingertips, just a little bit, but you can't grab it.
That is probably too close, actually. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a place
yeah.
you shouldn't be. Yeah.
So there's a good example of the thing that you said.
Yeah. But in most instances, it's okay to be pretty much anywhere.
Yeah.
Besides that sun thing you mentioned.
And if you're wearing a mask, obviously, if it's a public place, that you have to be.
Yeah. I
Speaking
just
of-
ordered some masks online.
So I got a few already.
Oh.
I'm so clever, Mason, that I thought this pandemic's going to go for a really long time that I already got some. Because I'm so,
The bandits are here to get your masks, James.
Yeah. My son is on his bike in the backyard and I bought him a bike and it's got a handle that you turn it and it revs like a motorbike. Worst decision I've ever made.
Because here's the thing, James. Here's the thing. As a non-parent, I can tell you this. But as a bicycle enthusiast, I can tell you can purchase a bike that doesn't have that.
There wasn't
It's the
any
sound
available
effect.
because all the bikes have been bought up because of the pandemic.
Oh.
I may have been ahead on the masks.
Yeah,
I was
right.
way behind on the bikes.
The only place you could get a bike was at Annoying Bikes Proprietary Limited. We guarantee this bike will drive you up the wall.
You'll hate it.
But
He's
here's
off the
the-
bike.
and I assume it's also removable, but you can't do it now. It's too
Well,
late.
it's pretty. I've had a look at it. It's pretty on there, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's something that you should check out, though.
Yes.
Something that's not annoyingbikes.com or whatever we said. Tofop is
We have to
celebrating
buy that now. We have to buy the domain annoyingbikes.com.
Black Widow's future may be in jeopardy, in doubt, perhaps? Question mark.
Doubtful.
Well,
Oh,
she's dead.
no.
She's dead. Apparently, Florence Pugh might be taking over the role.
Oh, I see.
They said they didn't. Kate Shortland, who the director of the movie, said we didn't know how great Florence Pugh would be. We knew she'd be great, but we didn't know. we thought
We
from
based
her name.
it on the name exclusively. We're like, I don't
What
know.
about this? Well, whose idea was this? But we didn't know how great. Scarlett was Scarlett. I say Scarlett, apparently. Was so gracious.
That's what her friends say when she's at the pub. They're like, Scarlett Johansson.
Hey,
Way!
taxi!
Yep.
Uh,
In Australia, to scull something is to drink it really fast.
That's right. Like a
like a
Scarlett
chug.
Johansson. Yes, like a chug. Or neck.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
also good.
And Scarlett is so gracious, like, I'm handing her the baton. So it's going to propel another female storyline. So yeah, it looks like we're going to be getting a new Black Widow in future installments. So yeah, I think they are setting up. They've been doing this for a while. It seems they're setting up the future of the universe very slowly in drips and drabs of like who's going to be left.
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, Scarlett Johansson has been Black Widow since Iron Man 2, which was
right.
2010.
10?
2010, yeah.
Yeah.
So she's been doing it for a decade. So,
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sure she wants to... I'm sure she wants to move on and do roles where she doesn't have to be in
A catsuit.
I was going to say for the physical and emotional state.
Yeah.
Do you think? I was wondering this the other day. Do you think that when the Marvel Cinematic Universe gets a new person, like they get a Brie Larson or they get a Chadwick Boseman or a Paul Rudd or whatever, do you think one of the existing cast members brings them in and is like, "This is going to be weird for a while. You're going to encounter some weird stuff."
I think you get a lot of kind of examples of that, and I think Chris Evans talked to Robert Downey Jr. before, and like how it's he's like, "Do I want to do this? Do I want to do this for 10 years?" And it's I can't go anywhere anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
because you got to commit to the role for 10 years. You probably have to be super fit for 10 years.
Yeah.
You
got to be nice to kids for 10 years.
You got to be nice to kids for 10 years. Your least favorite thing. You have to do research on the mythology of your character and it's their relationship to all existing characters in the comic books. Even if none of that is going to come to the movies, even if it's a new thing, you have to know.
You have to have
all your
a few
stuff.
stories on hand to mention for things that you'd like to see in the future.
Yeah,
just ready to go. So I don't know, the one where he's Hydra, the one where he's a werewolf. The one where he wasn't Captain America, he was Nomad. Just have those. Just have them in the chamber ready to go.
And then you'd be like, Brie Larson, none of those things relate to your character. You've done it again. This is why the internet hates you. She has a new YouTube channel.
I've heard, I haven't watched it yet. Because I don't have an interest in, like, what's Will Smith doing?
No.
What's Jack Black doing?
But Brie Larson has a new YouTube channel. I saw her Hot Ones. It was very entertaining. So
I haven't watched that yet, because isn't the new Hot Ones there over Skype or whatever?
They are over Skype.
Do they still hold up? Is there that cognitive dissonance?
I don't know. You've thrown me with that. Like I'm aware.
Doesn't even apply.
Like I'm aware
really
of what
work.
cognitive dissonance
Doesn't
is,
work.
but it doesn't apply in this instance. I don't know. I mean, it's less immediate, and also it's kind of. I guess they get delivered.
Yeah, they get delivered the wings.
All the stuff and the wings and the hot sauces or whatever. It seems pretty solid. Yeah, but I think the immediate. It's more fun when they're both in the room together because
they can spit milk at each
can
other.
spit milk exactly. And there's no chance that any shady operator would replace all their hot sauces with just like red water.
Well, that's true.
That's
right.
Brie Larson, I'm looking at you. Obviously, that's what you've done.
There's already a video.
I bet there is. I bet there's already a conspiracy theory that she faked a hot sauce eating.
Exactly. Yeah, it's interesting that Scarlett was like, "Oh, I'm handing her the baton." Like she didn't realize that maybe that this was the way it was going to go. But I don't know.
Oh, I see. She thought she'd be doing this role forever.
But anyway, there's an Iron Man and there's a War Machine and there's a Captain America and there's a Bucky. There can be like two of the same kind of
That's true.
thing. You know what I mean?
So I think they should be called Black Widow and Better Black Widow. They have to fight for the title.
Who's the better one?
Well, we don't know until
they
they
fight. There's a real cognitive dissonance there, isn't
God.
there? What do we got next?
I just have a confession to make. We mentioned this off air. I've never seen the TV show Art Attack.
Yeah.
I feel that might be controversial in some way. I don't know what it is.
It's okay. It's like a dude, and he's like, "This is an art attack."
Okay, but what does that
and
mean?
Then he shows you an art attack.
But what's
And
an
you
art
get to see-
attack?
It's an art attack.
Is it just?
That's what you feel.
See, I was going to say it makes me picture like just some like 80s punk dude with a mohawk just smashing up like the Mona Lisa, whatever.
This is an art attack.
Right? Just stabbing Picasso, the man himself.
Absolutely. No, so he'll take a bunch of trash and he'll like make it into a big elephant or something. It's for kids, or he'll be like, "This is how you make like a ball look shiny." And he'll draw like a ball and then put two little lines on it. So it's like two little shiny lines.
Couldn't you just purchase a pre-shined ball?
No, you draw the ball. He's teaching you how to draw.
Couldn't I just download a picture of a shiny ball off the internet?
In 1989 or whenever the show was on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could.
That's what I thought. Exactly. Maybe that's what I was doing. Just downloading shiny balls. But Australians are always like, "Oh my, look, there'll be what happens to me a lot, I find, is somebody will be like, only 90s kids will recognize this, whatever, and there'll just be a picture out of context, and there's like 1,000 responses that are like, "Oh my God," and I'm like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what.
Look, check out some Art Attack. There's the top search on YouTube has 658,000 views.
Okay.
So there you go.
Is it for kids who don't know what Art Attack is? Is that the title?
People know what Art Attack is. It's just you. Anyway, we got to get on with the show.
Do we? I want to talk. How did I miss Art Attack? Was it on after school?
You can't. Yeah, I think it was. I don't know. It's just whenever. I don't remember.
Okay, maybe that's why.
I just remember it being on sometimes.
Okay, right.
I don't know the specific times, yeah.
Okay. If there's a show you didn't watch as a child and therefore don't know what it is, email in and let us know.
What is it?
What is this thing you don't know? Bonus points if you don't know it at all. You're just guessing.
Absolutely.
If you don't know Art Attack, email in if you're from America.
Please do.
Anyway, sorry, what's happening on the show this week?
So we got the thing I said before and also the results of Comic-Con 2020. not to jump ahead. But
Oh, the winners and losers of Comic-Con
no, I mean
2020.
in terms of like listenership and watching. So it
Oh.
was pretty dire.
But you're saying no spoilers up ahead, but fart noise and thumbs down.
No, I had to fart. That was
that was
a real
unrelated.
fart.
Okay, right. Okay. Well,
Yeah. But there's time codes below as always if you do want to check
would you
it
say
out.
that the fart was thematically appropriate to the Comic-Con use?
Yes,
though?
Mason.
Huh.
It wasn't a real fart. I lied. It's a fake fart.
Been thrown for a loop.
I know.
So you're saying Art Attack was probably not real either?
No, it's real.
I don't know.
We're spending too much time on Art Attack.
I think we're spending the exact correct amount of time on Art Attack. Oh, side note.
Yeah, this is the Art Attack guy. Look how serious he is about art, but don't let that fool you.
Oh, he's got a sweater on. He's quite
Yeah,
serious,
but
yeah.
he's not all business. He's all art.
He looks like a man who would object to having that sweater on.
No,
But they've made him
He's
do
not
it.
like that. He's a very jovial man.
Wow.
Neil Buchanan, apparently.
Okay, right.
There we go. Okay, anyway.
Well, I'm glad.
Me too. IGN.
Should we bring it back?
What, the
Art
sweat?
Attack.
We don't need to. Everybody knows it except you.
No, but a new version of Art Attack. We could host Art
I'm not
Attack.
very artistic because I gave up because I thought someone told me when I was a kid there's no money in it, so I
James,
stopped drawing.
it's not about being artistic. If Art Attack has taught me anything, it's about the enthusiasm for the craft. It's about drawing a ball and then putting some lines on it so it looks like a shiny ball.
That's what it's about.
You can do that. I believe in you.
No, I can do it because of Art Attack.
And what I think the show should be, it's you and you show people how to draw a thing or whatever, or how to improve your art techniques. And then there's just me on the side being like, was this in the original show? Is this new? Is this a new thing? Is this a modern bit? This
And then you
new
attack
bit.
me.
Yeah, and then I smash your work because that's the Art Attack, I
In
assume.
the spirit of Art Attack.
Yeah.
Do you want some hot goss?
Yes.
This is a bit racy, a bit saucy.
This is about some of Claire's friends?
Yes.
Is somebody getting a divorce?
Yes, they're all are.
Oh, my God.
They're all crumbling under the pressure.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm not surprised. Not even a little bit surprised.
He's swirling a white wine as he says that. So apparently,
Just blowing my nails.
apparently, the people behind James Bond don't want Ben Affleck at the Bond.
I heard
premiere.
about this.
So
Because there's too much canoodling between
Yes.
him and Ana de Armas.
Yes. So this film premiere has been a long time coming.
I was going to put this in we got this covered,
Oh, really?
but I like
You
it.
still can.
It's good enough to put in this, I think.
This film premiere has been a long time coming, and franchise bosses want the spotlight to be on the stars of the film.
Yeah.
A source tells the long delayed whatever. It would be a disaster if it was all about Ben's mushy PDAs with Anna's overshadowing the event. I think it would probably be good for the event, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Having him there.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Do you remember though in the early to mid 2000s that J-Lo Ben Affleck shit was
Oh my
everywhere.
God.
You could not escape it.
His suits were so shiny. I don't know if you recall.
I
He was a
remember.
shiny boy.
She was dressing him.
Yeah.
He looked ridiculous for like 3 years.
Because it was just a hard handbrake turn because it was just like
it was flannels before that.
yeah,
blue
and it's been
jeans.
flannels every time after. Yeah, it was just he came right off Mallrats or whatever, just this slovenly man, and then all of a sudden, oh my God.
So I don't know. It seems insane to me that you would balk at the opportunity for that publicity.
I mean, we sort of assume, we go, okay, well, people who like Batman, Superman, people who like Justice League, well, they were on board for James Bond, but they're probably like, there's probably this huge gulf of people who are like, we only like comic book stuff.
Yep.
And that's it. What
That's it.
is this old guy
Get him out of here.
running around with a cattle prod in his phone or whatever? Don't like that. Who's this man getting
For
his?
some reason, I pictured like one of the old school like branding irons.
Yeah, he's got one of those, and it's got a Nokia 3110 on the end. It's a post-apocalypse Bond. He's just got some of his
I'd
gadgets.
see post-apocalyptic
Yeah.
Bond. Yeah, exactly. But it's mostly sharp sticks.
Yeah.
Good.
And a big like a big rope
Yeah,
getting hit in the balls.
absolutely. Okay, here we go. Highest paid actors. Do you love people in big dollars?
Why is this coming up all of a sudden? You're just interested?
Mason, I'm all about big dollars.
Okay,
what are you
right.
about?
Yeah, big dollars.
I'm
now
all
that I
about
think about
the
it.
game, hustling for the game.
Oh yeah.
Are you about that?
Yeah, I'm hustling for that game. Yeah.
Yes. Go big or go home. You know what I mean?
That's right.
All in or don't go to all in. Wake up at 4 a.m. Get up earlier than Mark Wahlberg or you'll never succeed.
Okay, I mean sometimes I wake up at 4 a.m. but it's just to pee. Then
That's
I go
pretty
back to
good.
bed. It's pretty good.
Do you do some crunches
Yeah, I do crunches. Yeah, exactly.
as you pee?
Yes.
Great. Terrific. This is the list of the top 10 highest paid actors in 2019, I think.
Okay, great. Because this year it'd just be Vin Diesel Bloodshot.
That's right. And his video game. So I bought it. Is that Fast and Furious game? I bought it. It cost me like $80. And I'm like, why did I buy this? Well, I bought... Yeah. Apparently it's awful. But what I wanted to do...
Slightly mad studios.
I know. What I wanted to do, but I'm not going to have time, is review it like a movie.
Okay.
And so I bought it, and then I
Yes.
put it in my DVD player, and it doesn't work. So then I have to go to the PlayStation store and buy it. And it's like $100. And I would do that as part of the video. And then be like, why doesn't this work properly? It's like there's only one fixed camera angle for all of these,
I see, right.
action
I get it.
sequences.
I get
what
it.
has Vin Diesel had work done? He looks really weird. I'm like, is this worth doing a 15-minute video on this dumb joke? So I'm probably not going to do it, but I still bought it because I was interested. Will Smith, $44.5 million.
Hancock too.
That's right. Lin-Manuel.
2 hands, 2 cocks. Back in the habit. What's the habit? We'll never tell.
Ryan Reynolds is doing $71.5 million. That's so 6 Underground, obviously, which is awful.
Mm-hmm, great, terrific.
And Red Notice, which is his movie with The Rock, which is coming out for Netflix.
Oh, they're good. They're still good buddies.
They're still good buddies. They're probably joshing each other about different tequila brands on Instagram.
Yeah, probably.
Or
Did
whatever.
we talk about Mint Mobile?
What's Mint Mobile?
Mint Mobile is Ryan Reynolds' streaming service, and it only plays his 2003 movie Foolproof. It's real. You can get it.
How much is it?
I don't know. I think it's free.
And Dwayne The Rock Johnson comes in at the top with $87.5 million.
It's big dollars.
Big dollars for a big man.
We're giving big hollers to big dollars. It's our new segment. We just say how much money people made and then we applaud it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
And then maybe one of them hears it and they give us $1 million.
That's how it works, isn't it?
Yeah, that's how we...
That's why I'm always defending Elon Musk online
right, exactly
because
right.
I know eventually he's going to give me a car.
He's not a big dumb goon. He's
I
a
think
great
he's
guy.
great.
Great guy.
I think he's great.
Great guy.
He's got great ideas.
Self-made billionaire.
I don't think he's a fuckwit. I don't think that.
Didn't inherit money from apartheid mining.
Doesn't call people a pedophile unnecessarily.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Good on him. Hollers
Yeah.
for dollars, baby.
But where would the space program be without him? Yeah, we know. Yeah, he's great. That's what we're saying.
We're all going to cram into that spaceship to Mars and then work in his space mines on Mars. Sounds cool.
He doesn't like government handouts despite getting them himself. And
$5
that's
billion,
cool.
$5
That's
billion
great.
it's fine. Lower that minimum wage, I say.
Woo!
Elon Musk. Anyway,
We're big fans.
Big fans
People
of
think
him.
we're being ironic.
no,
But
but we're not. We love him. We love him. Every time we clap, your dog jumps up at me and sticks her claws in, which I think is
She's a
appropriate.
big fan.
Of Elon Musk. We're being serious, dog.
You know his full name is actually Elongated Muskrat. Did you know that?
That's incredible.
Did you know that?
That's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
You can see why he changed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too many weird vowels in his South African.
That's right. Right. That's enough Elongated Muskrat news. We need to move on.
Okay.
Dune has a trailer.
Yes.
Is it Dune or June, etc.? The joke.
The thing we do.
Yeah.
Oh, side note, art attacks in the news. We know.
Oh, yes, we do know, yes.
We're well aware. We mentioned art attack in passing.
By pure random chance.
I want to be very clear, and it turns out that Neil Buchanan, the host of Art Attack, has denied being Banksy.
My understanding is that Banksy, like, you could look it up.
Yeah, you know people know who he is
Yeah.
already, yeah. I also want to point out that when you were explaining to me what Art Attack was, I wasn't really listening, so I still don't know what Art Attack is.
Now you're going to get people
Yep.
explaining to you what an art attack is.
Now, what were we talking about?
Dune.
Oh, Dune.
So,
we got an email. I was going to put this in email in the letters segment.
Well, then do it.
No,
Don't break with tradition.
No, I'm going to break the tradition.
I don't
This is from
like
Adam
this.
Campbell. Adam here from Japan. Love the show, big fan, watching and listening for ages, etc. Anyway, I just had to tell you that Dune versus Dune has been settled once and for all. The official Japanese version of the Dune trailer lists the name as, and we have some katakana here, and that is Ju, and that's you. That's a U.
Yeah.
And then that line extends it, and then there's an N at the end. So it's Dune.
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 But that's-
Dune.
I mean, it's been settled in Japan. Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And also, I've deliberately mispronounced that for a laugh. So, yeah.
So we're further down whatever kind of rabbit hole
This is what, if anything, this is an additional wrinkle. Is it Dune or June or Dune?
Or Dunk.
Might be Dunk. It still looks a little bit like Dunk. But
certainly
anyway,
does, yeah.
that trailer is out. Anyway, thank you.
Yeah. So these are my notes. Various sandscapes.
Adam from Japan, sorry.
Thank you, Adam. These are my notes. Various sandscapes. A big worm. Duncan, Idaho.
Good note. Excellent. Good
Is that
work.
anything?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Cool. Because Duncan.
You should try it out on your family. See what they have to say. Just walk in now. We'll pause the podcast and you go into your wife and your kid and you can be like, Dune connived, Idaho? Maybe we can do a live reaction video.
My son would not be impressed.
No.
Claire might. She wouldn't. Yeah.
He called me a frog earlier.
He did. He had the option to say goodbye to you.
No, he did it earlier.
I did.
Like unprompted. You asked him to do it the other day, and then he's remembered. So,
Hello. Yeah, do you want to bring it in here? Come around, I'll fix it. I'm fixing Transformers all day and all night, Mason.
yeah.
Sometimes he wakes me up at like 1 a.m. and is like, fix this Transformer. Oh, he doesn't really. Hello. Mason and I are just recording an episode of our show, the Weekly Planet podcast. Are you familiar with it? We also have a spin-off called BigSandwich.co that you can sign up. It's only $9 a month. Thank you. Just give me the parts, everybody. And yeah, it's quite good value, wouldn't you say? No.
wow. I think we should drop the price then, I guess. He's also our accountant, your son.
Yes. There you go. Is that better? Yes. There you go. Do you want to show Mason that train on the way out?
Very cool.
It's very good. It's a train transformer. Train former?
No, it's called Train Warrior.
Train Warrior. It's a good name.
I like it.
I don't think it's an official transformer.
I reckon it is.
No, it's not.
Why did you buy him a non-official
I didn't buy it.
What were you thinking?
Claire bought it because mums don't know.
Mums
Do you know
don't
what I mean?
know, that's true, yeah.
All right, here we go.
It's time for our new segment, Mums Don't Know. God, Mum.
Yeah, it's
God.
like that. What's that episode of The Simpsons where Bart asks for that video game and he gets the putting challenge or whatever?
Oh, he gets Lee Carvello's putting challenge instead of Bone Storm or whatever it is.
Yeah. There you go. Last bit of news. I don't know
ready.
why I put this here, but
Okay.
Ben Wheatley is a director and he's going to be directing The Meg 2. It's based on the book The Meg the Trench.
Is it really?
I looked into it.
Huh. The first one is.
No, the second one is called The Meg: The Trench.
Okay.
The book continues the adventures
Of the Meg?
No, Mason.
Aw.
The Meg was exploded
Oh.
or not. I don't remember. It probably was.
There were two The Megs.
There were two The Megs.
Spoilers for the movie The Meg. If for some reason, if you're the kind of person who watches movies like The Meg,
Yeah.
and for some reason during quarantine and lockdown you haven't gotten to The Meg yet, and you're mad that we're spoiling The Meg, a movie that came out years ago at this point.
Last year, maybe?
I don't know. There were two The Megs.
There were two The Megs. One was a bigger The Meg.
What was a bigger The Meg, right?
The bigger The Meg, the
I
harder
remember
the
thinking
Meg.
at the time, this is the Meg they've caught isn't that big of the Meg. And then I'm like,
There's a bigger The Meg.
they got me.
So the book continues the adventure of Jonas Taylor, who was probably Statham's character, a paleobiologist studying the megalodon,
Yes.
who discovers another.
How did you get Megalodon correct but not paleobiologist?
Because I read a lot of dinosaur and shark books with
I
my
guess
son.
you probably
Mason.
do. That's true, yeah.
Who discovers another prehistoric monster, the Kronosaurus.
Ooh.
Have you seen that one? It's like it's got flippers and it's kind of like a crocodile
Can
mouth.
travel through time?
I don't think it does.
Well, there's a hint for you, folks. Makers
No
of that
doubt,
movie.
yeah. So,
time travel.
Are you excited for more The Meg?
Nope.
Or a Kronosaurus or whatever is happening here?
Nope.
What about Kronosaurus versus Meg? Two The Megs.
Oh, that's not bad, actually. Yeah.
You don't think they're going to get the Meg to fight the Kronosaurus?
Well, I mean, they did explode the Meg, so
but there'll be another.
if we recall,
You don't think there's going to be another The Meg?
maybe
at
they'll
some
fire
point?
chunks of the Meg at the Kronosaurus.
That's how you get them.
Me
Because
too.
only the Meg can penetrate the Kronosaurus.
Precisely, that's right. They figured out there's a special
Only the Meg can.
there's a special type of ore in the.
There's
in
a
the
special type of ore.
But no, that's confused because they'd think of ore like a boat's ore.
They're like, boat's
Alloy.
ore? And he's like, no, like an alloy.
Nice, good.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're
I'm a
welcome.
paleobiologist.
You're welcome once again.
I'm 6'4" or so.
Another movie studio.
He's
we've
not, he's
written-
like 5'6".
We've written your movie for you, so we've got to fire the Meg, the Kronosaurus.
Maybe we're waiting for him. He's going to come to us. We'll make him come to us.
That's right.
They always make him come
And
to us.
Yeah. And maybe they have to load the Meg into like an old timey pirate cannon, like bits of the Meg, because they're trapped. They've uncovered a pirate ship.
We've only got one shot of this. We've only got so much Meg to go around. This is
We
gonna be
found this
tense.
pirate ship. It's not even how he sounds, but it's how it sounds in how he sounds in our hearts.
It's how he sounds.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, goodness.
But it also, like, you have to imagine his face when he's saying it. Like that bug-eyed look he's got sometimes.
Just all the veins in his head
Yeah.
pulsing, yeah. He's a very serious man. That's why I like him. Mason.
I've covered myself in the Meg guts. Kronosaurus can't find me.
Wouldn't that be the opposite?
There's an alloy.
Oh, yeah.
There's an alloy.
We should do these all late.
Yeah.
I don't know whether this is good, but I'm having a good time.
Whoa!
Okay, let's see if we can do this ad. Just like
Okay.
old times, Mason. Let's
All
see if we
right.
can bring the magic back.
That's what people are after. That's what they want, you know?
I agree. How do you choose which internet service provider to use? The sad thing is, most of us have very little choice because ISPs operate like monopolies in the regions they serve. Boo! Then they can use the monopoly power to take advantage of customers. We're talking data caps, streaming throttles. The list goes on. But worst of all, yuck, I agree. Yuck! But many ISPs log your internet activity and sell that data onto other big tech companies or advertisers. To prevent ISPs from seeing my internet activity, though, I protect all of my devices with ExpressVPN.
Oh, my goodness.
So what is ExpressVPN, you might be asking?
James, what's ExpressVPN?
You might be asking that because I can tell you it's a simple app to use on your computer or smartphone that encrypts all of your network data and tunnels it through a secure VPN server so that your ISP cannot see any of your activity. Just think about how much of your life is on the internet. How much of it?
Heaps.
All of it for me. Yeah.
Yeah, all my dumb photos and my dumb
Oh, you're
face.
dumb. I hate them. I hate them all too.
And all my banking details.
Yeah, that's all. I hate that too. I hate it. I hate looking at it. He's always showing me. I don't like it. 50,000 a year. You kidding me? It's
Right?
outrageous. Sadly, every site you visit, video you watch, or message you send gets tracked by ISPs or other tech giants who can then sell your information for profit. That's the reason I recommend ExpressVPN as the best way to hide your online activity from your ISP. You just download the app, tap one button on your device, and you're protected. And ExpressVPN does all this without slowing your connection. That's why it's rated the #1 VPN service by CNET and Wired.
Hello, they've done it.
So stop handing over your personal data to ISPs and other tech giants who mine your activity and sell out your information. Protect yourself with the VPN we trust to keep us private online. Visit expressvpn.com/weeklyplanet. That's expressvpn.com/weeklyplanet to get 3 extra months free. Go to expressvpn.com/weeklyplanet right now to learn more.
Oh my God, James, it felt so magical.
I agree.
I think it's working.
I think it might be working, but we should just keep
Keep doing the best
there'll
bits.
be more
Yeah, yeah.
things we have
More stuff.
do now.
Yeah.
The thing we.
Whoa!
What about this though?
Oh, yes.
Mason, there's hardly enough time to die. If you
It's
could just allow,
simply-
give me a second,
just-
if you wouldn't mind.
If everybody could get off my back momentarily so that I might die.
Yeah. Mason, did you hear Billie Eilish's new song? There's simply not enough hours in the day for me to die. If you could just give me a minute.
If you wouldn't,
I need to catch
if you
my
just
breath.
wouldn't. Hi, the name's Bond, James Bond. I'm calling on behalf of MI6. I don't know if you've heard of us. We're just doing a bit of a ring around, just seeing if there's anyone in the local area with some time to die. Oh, you've got no time to die. Well, sorry to bother you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. The movie. That's what it's called now.
So he's in a call center?
Apparently, yeah.
4M6.
He's been demoted.
Yeah, he would
No,
have
you
been.
know what? Because he quit, and then he's
He
like, "Well, I'll
did.
just go back and get my job back."
And
they're
they were like, it's been filled. That's right.
Yeah,
They've got a new 007, and we're against that here, aren't we? Or whatever. Aren't
"Yes,
we?
exactly." So he has to go in the call center, but damn, he's good.
God damn, he's good. I mean, that call wasn't successful.
No, but I mean,
But unless he was
it's a bad
finding out
example.
if there's no time to die, then he's doing the right thing. Because they're
Yeah.
like, there's no time to die, and he's like, exactly.
Exact, perfect.
So yeah, we're all fine with it, aren't we?
Yeah,
That must be coming out soon. Should I check the release date?
I guess, but be careful. Don't hit the big red record button, all right?
I nearly typed in our very long extended version, April 8th. So there you go. So Mason,
Yes.
did you know it turns out that there's more than enough time to die? It would seem
If anything, there's
it's too much.
too much time to die. If you'll excuse me, I'll just be over here having a time to die.
At my own leisure.
That's right. It's going to be 164 minutes. Is that something like that?
Yeah, 2 hours and 43 minutes. Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope it's 40 minutes of him spinning the Aston Martin in a circle, firing the miniguns. just with the James Bond theme on a real rough loop. So it just dun it, like that. Just 40 minutes.
Someone to mock that up, I'd imagine.
And just bad. Just you see the same guys getting
Yep,
machine gunned
absolutely.
every minute. It's going to be great.
He's shifted gears the whole time.
Oh my God. It'll be so good.
I'd love that. So there you go. There's plenty of time to die.
So much time.
So
God.
much. Thank goodness.
Yep.
So yeah, that's because we kind of were talking about last week what's happening with, obviously I was going to say Die Another Day. What's the new one called?
No Time to Die.
No Time to Die, yeah.
No, it's called Die Another Day. Make that a poster. It's just Die Another Day
I
now.
feel like that joke has run out of steam now, don't you think?
Well,
we've just hit Die Another Day.
James, you don't know how a running gag works. How a running gag works is you do it a couple of times and it gets more funny, and then you do it a couple more times and it gets less funny.
And people complain.
People start complaining, and then we keep doing it, and then more people complain and stop listening to the podcast and unfollow you on social media. Then you keep doing it, and we've never gotten that far before. So who knows what happens? I assume it gets more funny. And we get sent $1 million.
I think Die Another Day is the perfect title for that movie now, considering what's been happening.
Okay, here's what I'm worried about is that Daniel Craig is now in self-promotional hell. Because
or
that's
purgatory, I guess.
his least favourite thing, I feel, about even more so than being in these movies and making them, is being on the promotional trail and people asking him dumb questions all the time.
Yeah.
And comparing him to all the other Bonds and all this sort of stuff. And is there going to be... I know you definitively said this is your last Bond you're ever going to be in, but is there time for more Bond, more James Bond for Daniel Craig? Is he going to do more James Bond, considering it's such a painful process for you? More James Bond? Anyway, it's going to be 6 more months of that, probably.
This is going to be the year that Daniel Craig beats an entertainment reporter to death.
And he could. Did you see his ring?
Oh my God, Mason!
Right?
You mean his dick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%, yes.
No, he's bod, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 50 now. He'd have to be, right?
Something like that, yeah.
He's looking good.
Yeah.
I mean, they have some chemical assistance.
Excuse me?
Yeah. There's a hormone replacement.
Like a carrot juice?
Like a carrot juice, exactly.
Oh,
and
good for him.
Like testosterone. And we got that insane email.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. Yes, okay.
Last bit of news. I wasn't going to put this in, but let's do it. Cary Fukunaga, who's No Time to Die. There's plenty of time to die because you know that joke we do?
I remember the joke we do, yeah.
Because the movie keeps getting delayed and we change the title.
If the poster this week could just say that joke we do. That joke we do every chance we get.
Yes. Weekly Planet posters. Check them out on Twitter.
Please do.
Crushing it. Because, Mason.
Yes.
Because.
Yes, go on.
Clear some space in your diary because you're going to need some time to die.
Oh, my
Just
goodness.
between me and you.
Yes.
If you would.
Well, that takes on a whole different... Look, we've had a laugh, haven't we? But that takes on a whole new aspect currently in the current times.
I'm glad
we're in.
this news wasn't paired with other news. Yeah, we got to.
That's a good tagline for 2020, though. Clear some space in your diary because you're gonna want to die, or whatever it is.
Need some time to die.
Need some time to die.
That's right. Because
the new trailer came out
for James Bond, No Time to Die, the 25th movie, the final of the Daniel Craig 14-year run.
Wow.
We were so young when it started, Mason.
God.
Do you remember how young we were?
Not that young.
So fresh-faced.
No, not
oh,
really
my
fresh-faced
goodness.
or
We were
young, no.
we were just a couple of surfer dudes just cruising the coast.
Okay, that part is true. We were searching for that endless summer. That is very true.
Last bit of news, Mason.
Oh, yeah.
Bond news.
Bond.
It turns out there's plenty of time for you to get your affairs in order.
That's right.
If you're on the way out, is what I'm saying. If you are dying and you need more time
To die. You have a bountiful surplus of time in which to die.
say goodbye to your loved ones.
That's right.
Throw a party or two.
Uh-huh.
Write some letters.
Put them in your mailbox.
That's right. Because there's quite a lot of time to die.
quite a
Because it's
lot of
been
time.
delayed.
Yeah.
The new Bond film was supposed to be out next month and now till November because of the coronavirus, which is ruining everything.
Yep.
So off the back of this, we thought, why not talk about long delayed movies?
Yeah.
We've got a string of them here. We've done our research, haven't we, Mason?
Yes.
We've crunched the numbers. These are movies that also have to have come out.
Okay.
Because I think we need some kind of rating system, and I've knocked one up here. I've workshopped it just with my
Okay, I'm
wife.
excited
and
to hear
spoke
it.
to some friends.
And what did your wife think? of it?
It's worth it or blur it. So if it's no good, you're like blur it.
Very good.
What do you think?
What did your wife think?
I didn't. That was just me. I didn't workshop it.
What did your friends think?
Nobody. It was just me.
Just you? Okay, right.
What do you think?
I love it. So, and that's worth all your wives and all your friends as far as I'm concerned.
What else, Mason?
What about, have we talked about the Dick Tracy sequel?
Yes,
Maybe
we have.
But should we
And
go over
and it didn't come out. We did. We talked about it at the end of one episode. We can do it
it's
again.
true.
Yeah,
Look,
sure. And it didn't come out, Mason.
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, whatever.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, because it didn't come out.
All right, we can still talk. Okay,
Nah,
there's no real rules, Mason.
let's move to
There's
another.
no real
We'll
rules.
figure out what episode that was when we talked about it.
Okay.
Basically, Warren Beatty acquired the rights, and he's always been like, "I'm going to make another one." And
They
people are
owe me one.
and they're like, "Yeah, exactly."
It's been 40 years,
It's
Warren
been 40
Beatty.
years. You're 150 years old, Warren Beatty. You made the first one. You were 110. Come on. That yellow coat has decayed at this
Yeah.
point. You know, it's too late.
Exactly. Yeah, and there was also The Shadow as well.
Yeah.
Which wasn't... We should watch that.
All right.
The knife attacks him.
Yeah, I remember. It's a cranky little knife.
It's a cranky little knife.
Like, I'm a knife. I'm coming to get you. Which wouldn't be a problem if it was a regular knife, just to be clear.
Yeah.
It's a knife that can fly about.
That's a major issue.
Yeah, if it
for
were
anybody.
a regular knife, you just put it in your bottom drawer.
Yeah.
And sometimes it'd be like, if you let me out, I'm going to get you.
Like, I won't let you out though, will I?
Ah, foiled again. What if you need a bin bag, though? All the bin bags are in here.
Yeah, but you can't fly, so even if I open it, you're not going to...
Oh, yeah, it's a really good point. But I'll make a mean face at you.
I'll flip your face side down.
Oh, no. Foil again.
Would you hang on to that knife or would you get rid of it?
Ooh.
Because I'd always worried it was going to come back. I want to know
Or
where
it would
it
gain
is.
the ability to fly.
Yeah.
If it's magic.
Yeah, I want to know where it is at all times. Because what if I'm just...
Here's the thing. It would depend on whether it had a vendetta against me specifically.
You think you could reason with it over time?
I reckon because if it didn't, I'd
Like,
probably
oh-
sell it to somebody else.
Yeah.
Out of sight, out of mind. I wouldn't
Yeah.
even worry. A few weeks, I wouldn't even worry about it.
You wouldn't use it to like make money? Make
I'd
a
sell
YouTube
it.
video and be like,
Ah.
do you got this fucking knife? You could be...
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
It'd be like the annoying orange.
I'm the
but-
annoying little knife.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and we could have him do a novelty single.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's the crazy frog, but it's a
the
knife.
crazy
And he's
frog
just
with his
like,
knife.
I'm going to get ya.
The cranky
I'm gonna
knife.
Get ya. The cranky knife. I can't fly, but I'll get ya.
I'll get you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
maybe.
do a rap in the middle
Yes.
of it. Yeah. It'd be good.
Okay, let's watch The Shadow. It's not going to live up to Cranky Knife, but
Definitely not. Also, this isn't everything that was delayed, by the way.
No.
I'm sure we'll get some that are like, I can't believe you didn't talk about it, but
why don't you email us your favourite thing that was delayed?
we'll read it. We'll do a special episode just for you. We'll email to
If
you.
you have one that was delayed for many years and you were bang up, you were super looking forward to it, and then it came out and you were crushingly disappointed, let us know.
I'd say people would say that about all the Star Wars stuff or
Yeah.
Indiana Jones or...
Dude Nukem Forever.
We could talk about Indiana Jones, though, because that's one that it was supposed to be... There were rumors that like Kevin Costner was going to play his evil brother in the 90s, and I don't know whether any of that was real. And
Really? Oh, I'd be
Something.
bang up for Evil Brother. But he'd have to be something... I feel like maybe he's like a...
Aristocrat.
But
A Nazi?
no...
The Rocketeer.
Maybe he's a guy that keeps taking Indiana Jones artifacts that he steals and giving them back to the cultures he's stolen them from. Like, that's his...
So he's a good guy.
He's a good guy. And then he's beaten to death at the end. Indiana Jones drops a big rock on him. And he takes the idol or whatever out of his dead hand and he steals it again.
Yeah, he shows his dad, and his dad's like, pretty good.
Good work. You're the best brother. I only have one son again.
That's right. You may have been named after the dog, but your brother was named after a big pile of poo.
That's right. A real rat. A rat that lived in a pile of poo outside our house. Yeah.
Dumbest thing I've ever seen.
No, it's not. It's not even close.
So AI.
And his name's literally Rattus Jones. His legal name is Rattus Jones because his dad had an inkling.
He did.
Yeah.
Something wrong with that dad. No
Yeah.
wonder Indiana Jones turned out like that.
Yes.
You kidding me? Also, he fell into snakes. He fought a lion.
Yeah.
Shit is insane.
It's not good.
Yeah. It's a wonder he's anything at all as a human
Yeah.
being.
Mhm.
Sure, he's a monster. Birds of Prey and the
Hey.
fabulous emancipation of Harlequin. But what do you think the story was? We'll do
Oh,
that. We'll
no.
do that.
All right, so it's Harley Quinn.
Yep.
We all know her and love her from that movie Suicide Squad.
Yes.
You remember that one?
Of course I do, Mason.
Anyway, she's back. Sad times for her because she breaks up with the Joker. Then she's living life as a free and single gal.
Yeah.
But also everyone wants to kill her because they can now because she's awful.
Yeah.
And people are like, well, you're not hanging with the Joker anymore.
Yeah.
Let's all kill
And
you.
we're awful, but you're awful.
Yeah,
So-
that's
so,
true. Yeah.
That's essentially it, yes. Well done on thinking what the story was.
Thank you.
Like-
Hijinks since you.
There is a thing of like, do people know who the Birds of Prey are? Like
I don't
outside
think so.
of comics? Because
Except for huge fans of our video about the TV series Birds of Prey.
Oh my god!
You know, and that's everybody. That's everybody in the internet.
People are not defending that show because I mean they'll come, they always do.
Oh, yes?
But generally
You think so?
there's some pushback. But for this, it's like no.
I think we're going to get people who never saw it.
Yep.
But then they saw Ashley Scott's cameo in the recent Crisis
Right.
on Infinite Earths. Then they're going to go back and watch the back catalogue of Birds of Prey, decide it's their favourite TV show, then come at us.
Great.
To which
can't
I
wait.
say, bring it on.
Yeah.
We've beaten up all the Disney characters. We'll beat you up too.
I've beaten them up.
Yeah,
You've
that's
watched.
true. Yeah,
you
that's-
filmed it on your phone.
Yeah, I did. It's true.
Vertically though.
It's not worth it. Why
Landscape
did I?
Mason.
Yeah, I know. I was just too excited. I was excited to see you beat up Daisy Duck, all right?
I wouldn't beat up Daisy Duck.
Well, I was still excited. I'm like, go on.
Do it. Yeah. Anyway, I thought it was goodish.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would. At this point, it's 50-50 as whether one of these movies is going to be good or okay or bad.
Yeah,
or...
because Shazam didn't do super well.
Yeah.
It did slightly better than this. It did do
right.
better than this in the opening weekend, but that wasn't R-rated.
Yeah.
As well. So yeah,
That's probably it. What is it rated here? M, probably.
probably yeah. I don't know. I don't look.
I don't look either. We're grown
We're
men.
grown
We're
men.
grown men. We're going to
grown
see any
men.
movie.
Yeah.
Oh, it's rated X for extreme porno. I'm still going in because I'm over the
I'm
age.
a creep.
I'm a creep, and I'm over 18. I do what I want.
This is where I get my pornos in the theater. I'm one of those guys.
That's right.
Good lord.
Anyway, best movie ever. I'm a little disappointed it's not doing as well.
So we're talking about the Bloodshot movie now.
Yes,
aren't
we are, yeah.
So it's directed David S. Wilson, who's worked on a lot of visual effects stuff and CGI cutscenes for KOTOR. He's worked on BioShock, Force Unleashed 2, worked on Age of Ultron, special effects for that. He also directed the short film Sunny's Edge from Love, Death and Robots.
Oh, yeah, right.
So he's got a background in, and that kind of comes through, I feel, in this. But what do you think the story was?
Oh, no.
no,
You got
sir.
me. James, you got me.
I did, didn't I?
You got me. I never know when it's going to arrive, but usually after a long spiel where you try and distract me.
Maybe I should start the spiel and then just...
Yeah, right.
Or even before I say what movie we're talking about, I just launch straight into it. Maybe I get you before the show.
Yeah, right.
I record you on my phone.
Ah, yep. Nice. Classic prank. Okay.
It's a good prank, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, he's a guy. His name's Bloodshot.
No,
No, he is, though.
it's not his name. His name's not like Jason Bloodshot or
It's
whatever.
Mr. Blood's Hot.
Okay, sorry.
And they
you're right.
combine it, and then it's a cool code name.
Yeah.
So Mr. Blood's hot because he runs so hot, because he loves a couple of things. He loves America. He loves a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
He loves shooting terrorists.
Yeah, he does.
He's in the army or something. The Marines? I don't know.
Or something.
Special forces.
We don't really know.
We don't know. Navy SEAL?
Yeah.
Definitely one of the ground guys.
Bit of an unreliable narrator. I
Yeah,
think.
anyway, his wife is killed by the terrorists, and he's killed by the terrorists. Side note.
And then
They bring him back to life.
And then
he's got cool powers.
And then they're like, blood's hot.
Yeah.
What if we...
Ooh.
So yeah, he's got...
It's his hot Latin blood is what
That's
it is.
right.
Also, Vin Diesel's in this movie.
Also, what do you think of Vin Diesel in this?
I don't mind him.
You had a last week. You were like, "Why would you build a super soldier out of a 50-year-old
Yeah.
man?"
Uh-huh.
Do you still find that the case to be?
They're good at cutting away.
Yeah, I think he's pretty convincing. And
I thought you were going to hate this movie. Do you hate this movie?
I didn't love it. I can't say I hated it.
I didn't mind it. I think it's
Yeah.
pretty good. I think if this is the last movie I get to see,
Oh my
in
god! If
cinema-
this is the last movie, Mason, I will shoot myself.
If this is the last movie, James, your blood's so hot about this movie. If this is the last movie I get to see in cinemas for like 6 months, I'm okay with it. Like
No.
I wasn't like, this is what a waste of my
I
time.
want to go out on Milan or Black Widow or A Quiet Place. I want to go out on this. Imagine, I don't want this to be the last bit of entertainment media I consume in a cinema.
Not ever.
Yeah, but you never know how bad things are
Oh
going to go.
no!
Not to panic everybody.
No, I don't think that's going to be the thing. I don't think it is at all.
Yeah, I know. How many people in your
Bloodshot.
cinema?
Like 3 people, I think.
It was me
Yeah.
and another guy who was on his own.
Sitting
and in
next
front
to
of
you.
him, no, and in front of him was another guy that was on his own. But it also looked like they were. One of them was the other one's dad. It was like I nearly took a photo, but like you shouldn't take photos of people you don't know.
Because they physically look the same.
Yeah, but like one
Okay.
was older.
You think they were?
And I'm like, am I in this line? So if somebody took a photo from behind, am I like the oldest?
Yeah, right.
And kind of, and they get younger.
So you don't think they were an estranged father and son team
They may
of
have
like
been.
YouTube reviewers?
Maybe they really got into Bloodshot in the 90s as a father and son team.
Yeah. and now they review movies, but they're having a falling out, and so they don't speak to one another, but they will get together to watch to review it on YouTube.
Yeah. I tried to get them to make up at the end of the movie, but they didn't. They pretended they didn't know what I was talking about.
Anyway, my point is, if you watch it initially, you'd be like, "There's a lot of cliches in this."
Yes.
But there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
But if you watch the trailer, you know what that reason is.
Yes.
So
which makes it way less interesting.
because he's like, "Oh my god, I love my guns and my girl, and I love. Oh my god, it's so everything's so romantic. I'm taking my shirt off. I'm showing you my vest.
Oh my god.
He's in his vest in about 4
No,
minutes.
it's his white singlet.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah. Is that a vest?
Some people call it. In England, you'd call that a vest.
Fuck out of here, England. Get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
get out of here.
Overall, they made this movie and it came out just in time, obviously.
That's right.
So it's
Just in time to save entertainment in the year 2020.
anything
Blood's
else?
hot.
Anything else?
And that's it, I think.
Here at whatever this is, we love streaming movies and shows and whatever.
Yeah, we love anything that streams.
And you had the
we
idea.
can't see any streams right now in
No.
real life because we stay inside.
Fucking
I
Norse,
reckon.
don't look at them.
Yeah.
Don't look at them. Mm-hmm. So you had the idea a while back before all of this shit went down that we should do a Disney Plus deep dive.
But then we were like, but there's so much out there that we could talk about.
Yeah, like the movies that are coming to theaters.
But now there's no movies coming to theaters.
So we're just going to do this every week.
Right.
Talk about all the weird stuff that's come to Disney
Yeah.
Plus. So when you go into movies in Disney Plus, and the reason we've chosen this one particularly is because
Because we want to talk about Gus,
That's-
the mule that is good at kicking a football. We've talked about it before. We will never stop talking about Gus.
so we want to go through and find some of the weirdest stuff and that's on here that also I think could jog some memories because there's some stuff in there that like, oh shit, I remember that.
Yeah.
I thought I dreamed that.
That's right. It's one of the Weekly Planet's famous, hey, I remember that episodes. Do you remember some things?
So yeah, look, I've got a real one though, obviously.
Okay, do you?
This one I've just clicked on. It's from 1968. It's called Blackbeard's Ghost. And it's about Blackbeard.
This still isn't a real one.
The one's black-hearted scoundrel. Materialized.
Also, you skipped one. You skipped something.
Beverly Hills Chihuahua.
There we go.
What do you want me to say about
I don't
it?
know.
It's probably voiced by Reese Witherspoon. How the fuck? I don't fucking know anything about it. So
Are we going to burn through all these? Or are we going to do another episode?
we can do it. I'm only on B, so
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. Blackbeard. Listen to this. This is incredible.
How about this? We keep doing these episodes, not in a row, but we'll keep doing these episodes until we've run out of good stuff to talk about. Once we go through this very small list of good things.
Blackbeard,
Yes.
the once black-hearted scoundrel,
Oh, yeah.
materializes in a small New England town, cursed to wander in limbo until he performs a good deed. He gets a chance when he decides to help a local college track team, one that hasn't had a...
What? What year is this? Did you say?
68.
Wow.
Look at him. He's not even like a fit man. What's Blackbeard doing for you?
So Blackbeard, the notoriously cruel and violent real-life pirate, was he real? Hang on, I'm going to look it up. He has to coach a track team. This feels like a 30 Rock sketch, and not a good one. Okay, so he's real.
Yep.
Okay, what we're going to do is explain can you bring up the plot summary for Blackbeard's?
Yeah, I got it.
Like
Yeah.
the Wikipedia one. And what I'm going to, you can give us some plot points.
Yep.
And then I'll intersperse that with horrible things he did in his real life.
No problem. Happy to do it. All right, here we go. Oh, he's on a motorbike.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to maybe have to walk it back because the Wikipedia page for actual Blackbeard says he was a shrewd and calculating leader who spurned the use of violence.
Oh, there you go.
Instead of relying on his fearsome image. But I mean, maybe that's by the standard of actual pirates.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe,
He's probably
maybe he killed like 50
big
people,
old
but that's
murderer, yeah.
you know.
Anyway, I can't do a synopsis. This is the longest synopsis I've got because otherwise it's just the plot.
Okay, that's
So Blackbeard finds himself full of team spirit, departing from his roguish ways
Because of
and
his-
dispensing his own brand of invisible coaching. So I guess he's also
visible. Well, he's a ghost, obviously.
Why is there a picture of him? Maybe like only the coach can see him or something.
Maybe only that's the 60s.
This is Angels in the Outfield / that movie where Hugh Jackman goes to modern New York.
/ like Bewitched /
Yeah.
I Dream of Jeannie kind of vibe, right?
Who
gonna
the
look up-
fuck greenlit that?
I don't know.
Oh my God, Blackbeard sounds amazing.
Yeah, and he coached that team.
Coach that team to success probably.
Yep. Yeah.
God, that guy needs like, what a shit idea for a movie.
Or the best idea.
Yeah, you
It's
might
incredible,
be
all right?
We should remake it. What do you got? All right, so we actually got this message this week. I know we discussed this also via text messages.
Oh, yes.
But this is where I got the idea from Comic Book Click. says, how about some Robin talk on Weekly Planet Pod? Hashtag Weekly Planet Pod this week in celebration of the 80th anniversary of the boy wonder Dick Grayson. Do you have a favourite Robin or Robin portrayal? Is it John Blake Robin?
Of course,
Or
yes.
as he's known, some people call him Robin, I think. It's his birth name or whatever.
It raises many questions. It's
Do
fascinating.
we want to
what
talk
they-
about? People might have forgotten this or not know this.
And I would talk about this endlessly. I would talk about
I
John
just mean
Blake.
a bit of background. As in
Oh,
what
okay,
we're talking
right.
about.
Sure, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in The Dark Knight Rises, we're
Yeah.
introduced to John Blake, played by Jogo Lev, Joseph
Yeah.
Gordon-Levitt, and he's just a beat cop in Gotham City.
Yes.
But he was an orphan just like Batman. And so he figures out who Batman is because they're both orphans or something.
Yeah.
He's got some sort of water divining ability, but for orphans because he's also an orphan.
He looked into his eyes and he
yeah,
knew
he
or
saw,
whatever.
yeah.
And there's no indication that he is any kind of Robin throughout the movie. He doesn't put on a costume. He does shoot someone at one point
Oh,
to
that's
death,
very-
but then he's like, I don't like guns, and he puts them down.
Right? I mean, after this shooting I've just done.
Yeah. And then at the end, despite having no acrobatic ability whatsoever, he can't even do a single somersault.
Wow.
Batman just gives him all of his shit and goes, good luck.
Yeah, because of the orphan
Madness.
code.
Absolute madness. That dude, first shot, he'd swing into the side of the building and just explode. Just a big bag of blood. That guy's not ready
Right?
at all.
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe he'll be a different...
Stay in the car.
Right.
Sort of saying, fight crime from in the car.
But it just seems to be an odd...
I like those movies.
I like them as well for
Yeah.
the most part. It's just interesting. I just wonder what... I wish I was there for the production meeting.
Yeah.
Or the on-set in that last scene because he goes to receive a will or something like that. He goes to some sort of office and he has to get some paperwork.
Yeah.
And he says there's some paperwork for John Blake. She says the secretary says there's nothing for John Blake.
Yeah.
And he says maybe it's under my legal name. And she says, oh, it's Robin.
yeah.
But
Robin's real name isn't Robin.
and if
So he's going to fight crime under his real
under
name.
his legal name, that's organized crime will never figure this out. They'll be
Yeah.
after me, John Blake. But they'll never look in a phone book.
My understanding is that he'd just be a vigilante. But he hasn't done any of that.
Or he'll be Batman.
Yeah,
He'll
exactly. But he hasn't done any of that weird mountain training.
Right.
He hasn't sniffed a weird herb and had a real
he didn't
weird
blow
bat
up a clan
hallucination.
full of
No.
ninjas. He didn't do any of that. But I guess my question is, did they say, was the line originally, oh, it's under my original name, oh, Dick Grayson or
Yeah.
something. And then somebody, a producer somewhere along the line said,
People won't get that.
nobody's going to know who Dick Grayson is.
Yeah.
People who have gone through people who have seen these movies and love them and then have gone off on a deep dive about
Yeah.
these and read the comics or whatever, they won't understand that. They won't understand the cultural touchstone that is Dick Grayson, a Robin that's been in every Batman
That's
incarnation
fine,
for the last 80 years.
That doesn't matter. I think by the end of the movie, everybody's still there. They're in
Right?
the movie watching
Yes.
the movie.
Yeah.
And maybe they'll be like, what was that about?
Yeah, and then they'll Google it.
Yeah. What they should have done
Mm-hmm.
is what they should have done. He goes in there and they go, oh my God, your name's Dick Grayson. What a beautiful name. You should keep the name Dick Grayson. I don't know what this John
Yeah.
Blake shit's going on. And then he goes into the Batcave and then he's got the little feathery briefs.
Yes, that's right.
And then everybody who doesn't know who Robin is
Yeah.
makes the connection.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. And he's like, do I have to wear these? And it's a condition of the will.
Yeah,
it's like if you're taking
he
over,
swore an oath.
stay in the car and put these on.
That's right. You can have my $1 billion, but you have to wear these briefs. You can wear additional stuff as part of the costume, but if you don't,
Yeah. And that's been whatever this is, isn't it? Hasn't
that's
it been
right.
that?
Absolutely, it's been that a real deep dive, the deepest dive you'll ever find on the character of Robin.
We splooshed into the water and we've finally come up for air, haven't we?
No, I'm still down there. I'm drowning.
Oh, well, I'll see you later
I'm
then.
drowning in great content. Is what's happening.
So every year I feel my very tenuous knowledge of Harry Potter slips further and further from my grasp.
Yep.
And that was none more evident than watching the 2 Harry Potter movies we are up to and our famous, we watch 2 Harry Potter movies every 2 years and talk about it.
We haven't done
episodes.
this in 2 years.
Yeah, because there hasn't been a Magical Beasts. Where are they at?
That's true.
Case, obviously.
They were in the case. So
the whole time?
just don't open the case.
Just don't open the case. So keep them fed, obviously. One of them.
It's been pointed out to me since we've done any of the Fantastic Beast movies. Where are they? They're in the case. Don't open the case.
Yeah.
The case even has a little switch on it. You push the little switch.
Yeah.
And then you open the case.
Yes.
And they can't get out.
Yeah.
So just keep that switch.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
switch
good point.
It's a really good point.
The fake kind of.
Yeah, the false bottom in the case.
cool.
Just keep the false bottom there.
All right, I will.
Yeah.
If I'm ever writing or in one of those movies.
Yeah.
If I'm the actor in that movie, I'll be like, listen to me. I'm not doing this.
So he went through customs, and then clearly he went, well, the false bottom worked. Now switch off the false bottom.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
What an idiot. Real weird.
I've written here as a note,
Yep.
these great evil wizards aren't really that great.
No.
Because, again, like if we're using the metaphor that the wand is just a gun,
The one
what is happening primarily here in this movie, especially towards the end, it's a bunch of teenagers with guns
Yeah.
versus a bunch of adults with guns.
Yeah.
And none of them seem particularly good at anything.
No.
Like you'd think the adults would have more magic things, like they'd have more strings to their bow
Yes.
in terms of magic, but it's mostly just two
Shooting
teams
blasts.
of people just whapping blasts at each other.
Also,
you
you
know?
could be doing the killing curse every time.
Oh, every time, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any limitations on that? Does it
Maybe-
take it out of you?
Well, you gotta have a lot of hate in your heart when you do it, I
Oh.
think. Yeah.
These people seem to have a lot of hate in their heart. like,
Yeah,
all the
but a lot of
time.
these people are just going along with it.
I
They're
guess
just
they
like,
are,
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like
Yeah.
Draco's not really into it, is he?
No.
Talk about him in the next movie.
Yes.
Though that being said, Helena Bonham Carter is great at these movies. She's really just like
Yeah, right.
cackling it up
Yeah.
and just over
That's
the top
true.
and
Yeah,
evil.
yeah,
and-
yeah.
But speaking of like adults being bad at things, you know when they all finally get cornered in the ministry and Malfoy's like, hand over the prophecy, Harry
Oh,
Potter.
I hate that Malfoy. I hate him more than regular Malfoy. The young Malfoy. I hate old Malfoy. You know why? Because he's stupid, straight, and white hair.
You
I
got
hate
pinned
it.
down?
Huh?
Did you get pinned down? No, he did it himself. He didn't get pinned down.
No, I
did
pinned
he?
it down, but I'd pin him down and shave his head.
Yeah.
That's what I'd do. You stupid. Yeah, we get it. We get it. You like long guitar solos in ice caves. We get it.
We get it. But Sirius Black then shows up,
Mm-hmm.
and to open the fight, like restarting again, he throws a punch.
Yes.
And I'm like, just fucking blast him. You can also freeze him and then hit him.
Right.
That's been established.
I've written here.
Yeah.
Because I've got an answer for everything and
Great.
a question for everything. In this universe, do you turn to the dark side if you kill someone?
No, there's no really like, there's not dark
Right.
side, light side. It's not like Star Wars.
Because you know what I'd do,
sort of.
probably?
Yeah.
I'd go, how do you stun somebody? Stun off.
Expelliarmus.
No, it's a different one. You
Stunning,
say
you're stunned.
stupefy.
You're stunned, mate.
What you do is you
You're
go...
stunned, mate.
You're stunned, mate. You go stupefy, right?
Yep.
And then you cut their throat.
Yeah, I agree.
Because they're all evil.
Straight up.
And they're monsters.
Yeah.
You just stupefy, right? And then, when they're on the ground, get out
Cut
your
their
pen
throat.
knife.
Yeah, exactly.
Cut their throat.
I reckon if I showed up to that thing with a gun, I'd be evenly matched with whatever's going
That's
on
what
there.
I'm talking about. Because, like, you would assume...
I
that-
can't block with a gun though, can I, though? I need a shield and a gun.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, go.
A riot shield and a gun.
Right, yep. Because you'd think that if you're a wizard
Yeah.
and you've been a wizard for decades,
Yeah.
if somebody swung a punch at you, you'd have a countermeasure for that
Yeah.
of some sort. But apparently you don't.
No.
So maybe I wouldn't even go stupefy.
Well, nobody's-
I'd kick him in the nuts.
But nobody's-
and then I'd cut their throat.
But nobody's really throwing punches. Like, there's no kung fu in this universe,
Right,
is there?
right.
You know,
But that's what I'm saying. If you exist in a universe where nobody's expecting kung fu, you give
Yeah.
them some kung fu.
Yeah, straight up.
Right?
Yeah.
And then maybe they'd figure it out eventually. But I reckon I could kung fu a bunch of those guys before they figured it out.
Yeah, you take a year of classes.
Yeah.
You tear through them.
Because also, you just hit them in the windpipe.
Yeah.
You windpipe them, and then can you killing curse somebody without saying abracadabra? I reckon it's probably harder, right? So you hit them in the
No,
windpipe.
so you could. I'm not sure if it applies for that one in particular. I don't think it does. But you can think a thing and
That's what
blast.
I figured, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so-
why all the cops in Fantastic Beasts can just be like,
But
pew,
if
pew,
you,
pew, pew,
if you
pew.
hit someone really hard in the side of the head, they're not thinking anything.
No.
Or like you said, the nuts.
Yeah.
You're just out.
Yeah.
You're just down for the count.
That'd be like half a brickos. Half a bricky armo, right? You just hit him real hard. We just hit him in the side of the head with half a brick.
Yeah.
There's plenty down there.
Yeah, I agree.
Everybody's fighting in weird ruins.
Yeah.
You know?
Weird prophecies. Speaking of that robe,
Maybe a poke, like a fireplace poker.
I reckon you could do it with a broom handle.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Just take the brush off.
Yeah.
You clean up a room of those blokes. No
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, all I'm saying is the villains that have been built up for many years in the books and the movies, I could probably take half of them without breaking a sweat. That's all I'm saying. At least half.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Do you reckon you could take Helena Bonham Carter?
She's quick though, isn't she?
Yeah, I
she
reckon
can
you
like
could.
turn into a puff of smoke.
Yeah, and whatever. Yeah. I mean, they all do that.
I'd lure her in with some gothic trinkets.
Like a ring with a skull on it.
Ring with a skull in it.
That's what you need.
Ring with a skull, like
A gauntlet.
gauntlet. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, for sure. Like some like Some like lace doilies, but they're black lace doilies.
Exactly. A pewter mug, but it's like a skeleton's hand.
Yes, yes.
Very good.
A
Goblet.
a pewter wizard, but he's holding a
A snake as a staff.
snake as
whatever.
a staff, and then the snake's mouth is like a little crystal ball. Lure her with that, she'd be like, ooh, and then crack her in the head.
Half a brick.
Half a brick. Exactly. Half a bricky Amos. That's all I'm saying.
So
I'm not saying I'd win,
No, I'm agree. I'm with you. I'm not.
but I'm saying they would all leave
Yeah.
afterwards, and they'd be like,
That guy kicked the shit out of us.
boy, a lot of us are dead. Like, we're not coming back from this.
He had half a brick. That's all he had. I just thinking of you tear into a room with half a brick. People who love Harry Potter hate this.
I'm aware.
So, all in all, Harry Potter, am I right?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Popular demand, it's back.
Oh,
But we're here for another superhero showdown, aren't we?
We are.
How does this work, this particular ongoing thing that we do?
The ongoing debacle that is the superhero showdown.
Correct.
Well, how it works is people want to know definitively
Yes.
who would win in a battle between superhero A and superhero B.
Mm.
And we, as the ultimate authority on these kind of dumb things,
Don't question.
it's unquestionable. We're qualified somehow.
Yes.
Because we've talked into microphones long enough. That's how it works, right?
There's been so many episodes of this stupid show.
So, how it works is, in the imaginary scenario, each hero or villain appears
Yes.
at opposite ends of a standard-size American football field. Once again, we do not know the dimensions of that. We've never been to one or even looked at one that closely.
That's up to you, the listener.
That's right. These heroes or villains notice one another, determine the other one to be a threat,
Yep.
and attempt to defeat the other one by the means they would normally do so.
Yes.
There you go. They have all the equipment they would normally have on them.
Correct. So, for example, if Marty McFly appears,
Yep.
he's probably got the DeLorean.
Yeah.
If Mad Max appears, he's probably got the DeLorean. But if Tintin appears, he probably doesn't have the
Probably
DeLorean.
got some sort of weird Belgian DeLorean.
It's no good.
No.
The wheels are in the middle of the car. It doesn't make any sense.
It's powered by whatever they drink as espresso in Belgium. I don't know what that would be.
I don't know what
Probably
it is
regular espresso, but with some sort of weird. Probably put cinnamon on it or something.
What are you up to there?
Right?
What are
If
you
you're
up to?
Belgian, let us know
Yeah, so we can make fun of it.
if you could, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then the winner is determined, and as usual,
Yes.
our decision is final, unless you have a different opinion, in which case you are correct.
Yeah. Adam Collins says, in the spirit of same actors, Austin Powers versus Shrek. And if we're talking Shrek at the height of his power,
Yes.
we'll be talking about before he has kids.
Because after that ruined.
I think that's probably the height of his anger and power and strength is before he falls in love. Or while he gets...
wow.
Yeah, because what...
Someone's taking the red pill this
Nothing
week.
to lose. But
Oh, I see what you're saying.
if we're talking
right.
red pill then, it's after he gets heartbroken, when he's at his angriest.
Yeah, right. It's probably, yeah.
And after that he's yanked out of that, and he's dropped into a field with
Okay.
Austin Powers. And
You're
he's
saying you're just saying the height of fighting powers, not
Yes.
the height of. But I'm saying, what if? And look, I don't have kids.
Yeah.
But maybe he's like, well, I have to fight hard because I've
Oh,
got
okay.
kids. And I
That's
have to
a
go
good point,
back to my
actually.
kids.
Yeah.
So now you have to make the decision. When would you be more powerful? If you didn't have any kids, or if you were protecting your kids?
I'm fitter now than I was before kids.
Right.
And I'd have more to lose. So I would say probably now.
There we go. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's after Shrek has
It's
had
after
kids.
Shrek. I thought about it, and you're right. The other thing is, I think Shrek would also be not impressed by whatever Austin Powers is. He's like, I don't understand your
A
references.
weird British man in Union Jack
Yeah.
underpants. Yes.
Shrek's also doing references.
Oh, that's
and
true.
Austin Powers is like, I understand some of these references, but not all.
Okay, so what era Austin Powers is this? This is modern Austin
Probably
Powers.
3.
Okay, all right. So
Yeah.
not 1960s Austin Powers.
No, because I think also the rules of love would apply,
Uh-huh.
and you got to give him someone worth fighting for
Oh, that's
as
true.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Austin Powers also has a gun, and Shrek does not have a gun.
But is Shrek bulletproof? We don't know.
I don't know.
Has he been shot by a cannon maybe in one of the Shrek movies?
He's had an arrow in his butt, so I don't think he's bulletproof.
Okay, right.
But would a bullet kill a Shrek? Like a little Austin Powers bullet from his Walther
Probably.
PPK or whatever it's
Probably.
called. Yeah, you reckon? So there we go, Mason.
Yep, 2 in the back of the head for Shrek, I'm afraid to say.
This is my last one. It's from Justin Brown.
Okay, I'm ready.
This is a short fight. The Mandalorian versus Carl Urban, Judge Dredd. Two guys, helmets don't come off.
And one guy is a really good shot, and one guy is like mostly struggling to get by through the entirety
Slipping
of
in the
his
mud.
Disney Plus series. He's very tenacious, though.
He's tenacious, but he's a goof.
He is a goof. It's
And
true.
Judge Dredd is a fucking murderer.
Yeah.
Straight up, straight away.
He's not a murderer because he's working with the bounds of the law that he's invented. So
You're right, sorry.
the law of
He's
his
an executioner.
He's an executioner in his society, in the society that he's that allows that entirely.
I think there would Judge Dredd appearing would say, identify yourself, take your helmet off, and it would just kind of escalate from
Oh
there.
yeah, for sure. Because he doesn't. Judge Dredd does not take no for an answer. He'd
No.
say, "Remove your helmet." The Mandalorian would be like, "I won't for vague religious reasons," and Judge Dredd would be like, "Well, I'm going to shoot you because not removing your helmet in the presence of a judge is instant death or whatever."
Yeah. And obviously he's got the armor
Yeah.
that it would bounce off.
Oh.
But I think he'd find the spots. He's got also that gun is insane.
Well, I mean, if this is traditional comic, well, which Judge Dredd are we talking?
Carl Urban.
Carl Urban Judge Dredd. Yeah, that gun's
He's got a hot shot.
He's got
He'd shoot
armor.
it under the.
armor piercing.
Yeah.
He's got
I
probably
don't-
heat seekers. I can't
let's
remember.
assume though that it cannot pierce. He cannot pierce his armor.
Yeah.
But I would think he'd put it under the helmet and shoot it straight into his head.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Mandalorian's got like a grappling hook.
Does the
And
Mandalorian have Baby Yoda?
more often he does.
He often does. That's the thing.
That does change things. a little
Changes
bit.
things very quickly.
I was hoping to wrap that up, Mason. You really?
Well, too bad.
We're doing another 10 minutes.
Yep.
Okay, so Baby Yoda's got like one charge in him.
That's true. It only works once, but it's very effective,
Yes.
and it can hold a big buffalo type creature
Yes.
in the air long enough for the Mandalorian to shoot it,
Stab it.
stab it.
Yes.
Right? Yes.
Still its egg. Do you think if you got Carl, how handy is Carl Urban floating in the air? Let's say he gets his gun away from him.
Yeah.
How dangerous is he?
How dangerous is who?
Carl Urban, Judge Dredd, if he's floating in the air without his
Without
gun.
a gun, he's not that dangerous. I don't think.
You reckon?
What's he gonna do? Swim through the air?
Maybe.
I guess it depends what. Like if Dredd, I guess it depends what the one charge Baby Yoda has.
Yeah.
Like if Dredd is like you're a baby operating a floating baby carriage without a license, the sentence is death.
Yeah.
And shoots a bullet at Baby Yoda.
Dredd's not shooting a baby.
He probably would. And Baby Yoda stops the bullet.
Yeah.
But maybe that's his one charge. You know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you might be right. And then he's done.
But I mean, Dredd with no gun, floating up in a bubble, useless.
Dredd with no gun versus the Mandalorian would still win.
Right.
There's no way he's losing that fight.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah.
He's insane.
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
he's tenacious. The Mandalorian gets out of things because he's got friends and luck.
Yeah.
But
Also, Dredd probably has a second gun.
He's almost certainly got a second gun.
He's just never had to use it because no one's ever disarmed him. So,
well, isn't it if you disarm a judge, you automatically have to retire? Even if he's floating in the air, he's not letting go of that gun, is he?
no, that's true. You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
It's Dredd.
Yeah, it's Dredd.
Yeah.
It is. Baby Yoda or no Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big finish.
Love that movie. We had a quick 5 to 6 hour break in the middle there, didn't
Sure
we,
did
Mason?
now it's Weekly Planet After Dark.
Absolutely it is.
Now it's a bit sexier.
It is.
It would be, except you've got a kid in the room.
It's not very sexy, is
No.
it? You know, some people love this. Like a dad holding a baby, they're like, ooh, that's my jam.
Oh, that's true.
I think you have to be a
Yeah.
better looking dad, though. You have to be like a Jason Momoa or Ryan Gosling. Like a me, it's like, ugh.
Oh,
You know?
we should test that as some sort of fun viral video. I think that would be. It'll be all like big stinger title and all that sort of stuff. It'll be like, is this dad sexy enough for you not to vomit when you see him? It'll just be you out on the street.
It should be me struggling to fold up a pram or something like that.
yeah, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay,
What are you doing after the show? I've got time for this. Yeah, but actually, the good news is, because we're able to take that break, we've put together a topic.
That's right.
I mean, you would have probably known that from the title of the episode for
let's
this
keep
week.
let's keep it quiet for people.
Okay.
Let's say that. Let's have the title be just news. Then people are blown away.
They'll be like, hot stuff.
Yeah, they're right.
Won't people not read, not
they-
click on it then?
Well,
No?
they might be like, yeah, I don't want to listen to this one.
How about I call it something like Fan Theory's Hot Stuff?
Nice.
I think people will be really
Fan
into
theories, hot stuff, sexy dads.
Okay. Perfect. Do you want me to kick it off or would you like to kick
Look,
it off?
I've got one of the crazy ones from
Love
is from
it.
Will Shield. It says Batman is actually a spirit or demon like Ghost Rider. It just finds a new billionaire, linking all the Batman movies.
Oh, that's terrific.
I think that'd be very good.
Oh my! So they're just no good billionaires.
They're just regular no good billionaires. Yeah, that's right. And then
does he kill their parents? I guess it does, right? Because it gets them young.
Oh, I was gonna.
Because they've all lost parents.
I see what you're saying there. The way when I saw it initially, this particular one, my real thought was they're just existing billionaires. So it's like Elon Musk or whatever.
Yeah.
He's just out there building his batteries and calling people pedophiles. And then all of a sudden he's just up in one of his penthouses and the Batman spirit goes into his head. And all of a sudden he's given the origin story.
Oh, okay.
He's like, oh.
So he just thinks everybody calls him Bruce Wayne and all that, but
Yeah, I
he's
think so.
not.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he's really just. This,
But he's an eccentric billionaire, so people let him get away with it.
yeah,
I guess.
right. Because they're like, he can do anything. He's not going to jail, is he?
But I also like to think that this spirit also like tortures them.
Yes.
It keeps teaching them it keeps reminding them they're terrible billionaires.
It's the bat, right? It's the bat crashing through
it's
the
the bat
window.
crashing-
That's got to
yeah,
be
yeah,
it, right?
yeah. Yeah.
I
And it
love
goes up
that
their butt.
theory. It is something because it was DC Fandome. Nate wrote in and he said, do you think Fandome is already hotter than Comic-Con? Does it get its own sound? I feel like Woo should be something else. What do you think?
Oh, that's a good point.
Because normally for Comic-Con we rated on a
Yeah,
Woo.
yeah, yeah,
How high is this Woo? How do you feel about this?
I think we should say that's off the dome.
Okay.
You know?
What if it's like not as off the dome?
No, it's all the same every single time. Yeah.
So how do we distinguish between if something's good or not? Though?
You don't. I'm just going to say it.
Okay, good. Great. So people could let us know if things.
That's going to be my catchphrase as well.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
indicate, the unscripted nature of my.
You're free will and
I'm a free-willing
free-thinking
guy.
man, aren't you?
You might say that I'm off the dome.
I would never.
It's already exhausting. It's exhausting me. It's exhausting you. It's exhausting the listeners. I don't care.
So you're gonna stick with it. Good
I'm
for
gonna
you.
I'm going to make the assumption
Yeah.
that it's going to go from like physically painful to hear to being like, yes, this is hype. By the end of the episode.
Yeah, I can't. Well, I think there is some genuinely big reveals.
I'm hyped. I wasn't.
Is this bigger than Comic-Con?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but just seeing everything on this has been trending.
Yep.
Hundreds of thousands, probably millions of tweets. We've been like a lot of questions and opinions that people have sent in to us alone. And we're just a minor player in DC fandom. We were barely in it.
We're barely in DC fandom. I was just there by the side of stage going, this is off the dome.
What did you think about the...
There's a hand gesture associated with this as well.
Yeah, it's you doing a dome shape.
I'm doing a dome shape above my head, yeah.
What did you think about the setting for it, where it's in this virtual world?
Kind of hated that.
Why do they do it?
It's weird and outer spacey. I didn't just do it in a...
It reminded me of the movie Space Jam.
Yeah. But I mean, what else are you going to do,
Screens. The
Okay.
people want a big epic experience.
Yeah, right?
But it just
But
felt
it's obviously
empty
a
and weird.
fake epic experience, yeah. But if anything, they went too small. They should have done it in like the ruins of the planet apocalypse or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And they should have had like the VP of marketing. They should have made him like mime running away from like parademons or something like that. Instead of instead of a hook, pulling him off stage. If they've gone on too long, just parademons show up in the corners.
They snatch him.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, and they pretend to mime running away.
This is off the dome, he says.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. James, shh. They'll know where I got it.
Okay,
They'll
yeah,
know where
right.
I stole this cool, fun bit.
All right, let's start. But this is in a rough order of when things came out. But Wonder Woman 84.
Yep.
We've got a new trailer.
That's right.
Maxwell Lord is the president, maybe?
I just got that he was just a general corporate guy. Are you sure it's the
It
White
looked
House?
like it to me,
Okay,
but
right.
I'm probably wrong.
I just
Or
got
he
the-
was like, imagine this. I'm the president.
Maybe,
and then there's a green screen and people are like, what? It's the 80s. So
Yeah,
like,
it's the 80s, don't-
Fucking hell, they said.
That's right.
Fuck, look at this.
Yeah.
Fucking Jesus.
Jiminy Christmas. Anyway, I think he is just. I think Maxwell Lord is just a corporate stooge, and he's broadcasting. He's gained the ability to broadcast across America.
How does he
or
do
the
it?
world.
We
Probably
can all do
technology.
that now. We all have
Yeah.
various streaming
Yeah.
devices. It's just about trying to get people's eyes on it, though. That's the hard part of
That's
the game,
right.
isn't
Yeah.
it?
Well, you got to be as handsome as Pedro Pascal.
I am? Am I? Could I be in The Mandalorian? So you don't see my face.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. We're back on track. All right. Cool.
Thank God. Essential Giants written in and said, what did you think of the cheetah design / CGI in the Wonder Woman 84 trailer? So we do get a bit of that. Kristen Wiig's character slowly evolves into a cheetah woman.
Because you can do anything you want because it's the 80s.
So you become a cheetah woman.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
I would have picked something different.
Like what?
A cheetah man.
Yeah. Nice.
No, I probably wouldn't be a cheetah.
Yeah.
I'd probably be like regular.
Just a regular man.
Maybe as handsome as Pedro Pascal.
Okay,
That's
right.
what I'd
Yeah.
pick.
So he's in the room with you and he's like, you can use this incredible technology to do anything you want. And then you emerge, you're exactly like him. And he's like, what, seriously? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. What do you think of this? Yeah.
It's like, oh, come on. And there's like there's a bunch of other people lined up and they're like, oh, I'm also going to do that. It's like, God damn it.
So,
oh, sorry. If we can backtrack a little bit, if you could switch this in the edit, James.
Yeah.
Could you say, and that's all there is about Wonder Woman 84?
and that's all there is about Wonder Woman 84.
And that's off the dome.
Collings will fix that.
I forgot. I almost forgot to do it.
Yeah.
I almost forgot to do that annoying thing.
Collings will put that back in, and then he will leave this part in.
Great. So it'll be twice. Okay. Right. Good.
So you get maximum domage.
So you get maximum domage, and you know how the sausage is made.
Correct.
Get off the dome.
It's off the dome. That's how you do it. Just off the top. Let's talk about the movie Milan. It was $35 Australian. So for me,
Yes.
Claire and I watched it together.
Uh-huh.
I think that's a pretty reasonable price. But for you, a man with no friends,
That's correct.
how did you feel about the price?
It was just good to have so many friends in the room with me, wearing their robes and swinging their swords. You know, there's no songs, obviously. So if you're expecting,
There's some orchestral moments.
there's some orchestral moments.
I looked at that lifting buckets of water. I'm like, that's fucking impossible. No,
Wow.
as me, Mason. The
You'll
fittest
never be
man.
in an ancient Chinese army. They'll
We'll
never
see.
make a
I'll
man
show
out
you.
of you.
I'll show you. I can't believe they took that song out. At least, like orchestrally, that song
Right?
should be in there. That's
The
crazy. to me.
dubstep version.
The dubstep version. But
James,
so,
what's a more current reference than dubstep?
tick.
No, I feel we lean-
miming a tip to
I feel-
TikTok.
I feel we lean too heavily on TikTok.
Well, you do. I think you've done that.
Yeah, I know I have. But that's the thing. I don't know what's newer than TikTok. Email in. What's the new?
Use email to tell us what's new and cool.
Send us a fax about what's newer than TikTok. Grime? Is grime newer than dubstep?
What's grime?
It's a type of musical style.
Is it? Because you kind of changed direction there.
No, it is. Grime is a type of music.
Okay, great.
But Grimes is a musical artist. That's
Yeah, it's a different.
It's different.
Did
It's a
he
different-
invent grime?
Well, Grimes is a lady.
Oh, did
Grimes
she
is
invent
Elon
grime?
Musk's wife.
I'm so out of the. Really?
Yeah.
I'm so out of the loop.
Did you know
man.
that Grimes? Well, you wouldn't know this.
Email in. Tell me what's new. What's
Send a
current?
telegram. Did.
He
And his
does.
third wife or whatever she is.
Well done, Elon Musk.
But you've done it
You've
again.
done it again.
You've done it
And
again,
we
mate.
respect you.
We absolutely respect him. Yep.
Should we do the next segment
Let's
of
do
the show?
a new segment.
Anyway, so last week, Mason, we talked about franchises that there were too many movies that they made.
That's right.
Collins even put together a video, but we talked about things like why are there so many Matrixes? Why are there so many Pirates of the Caribbean movies?
Get out of it, we said.
Get out of it, we said. But this week, as an extension of that, we're going to talk about movies where there was only one movies. But what if they made two movies? What about this one? I've paired these together.
Yep.
Because they're Will Smith. There's Will Smith heavy because he's in them.
Hitch
Hancock and I Am Legend. Sure, and Hitch too.
I'd watch, of those three, I'd watch a Hitch 2, but I would not watch.
The other two?
I think Hitch would have a lot to say about Tinder.
He probably would.
Because Tinder's been around for a decade now, so
Maybe.
it'd be ripe for a skewering from Hitch.
That's so true. But maybe he has to get back in the game because his wife hates him and she divorced him.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
And he's on Tinder. But he's like, he can't understand
But he's also
smartphones.
Will Smith, so he can just
Oh, yeah, to be fine.
be really fine. And he's both Will Smith, the charming actor, and he's Hitch, the very charming man, so I don't think he'd have a problem. Could be called Hitch 2. He's not going to have a
But
problem.
maybe he's lost his edge and Kevin James has to help him.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Because his wife died or whatever.
Oh, my God, what? You've gone too far. His wife died in an explosion. Just,
Yeah. But Hancock, they've been saying that for 100. Oh, sorry. I know you've got more Hitch 2 things
no,
to
I
say.
don't. I'm just...
You look like you had something to say.
I'm just trying to put together some elements that I remember from the movie Hitch and be like, how precisely did she die in that explosion? Wasn't she a diplomat or something?
I don't know. No, I think she's a journalist because he's writing an article on Hitch or something.
No, I mean Kevin James's wife in that.
Why would she, no? She's a
She's a high society
an heiress
lady.
or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
meant Will Smith's partner,
Right.
Eva Longoria.
Oh,
no,
right, right.
Eva. What's her name?
I don't know.
She's in Ghost Rider, Mason.
Oh, Eva Mendes.
Yes.
Right.
Thank you. There we go.
Anyway, she dies in some sort of ARS-based explosion.
No, because
Her
if you
mansion blows
remember,
up.
Will Smith keeps making a fool of himself in front of her. Like he kicks her in the face and he eats like
the shrimp,
shellfish.
but he can't- yeah.
But he accidentally kills her in like a balloon accident or
Also,
something.
both wives are dying.
I never said Kevin James' wife was
No,
dying.
I thought
you
that's what you meant.
misinterpreted.
Yeah.
So Hitch 2, both their wives died.
That's what it's called. It's called Hitch 2, both their wives died, but Hitch has lost his edge, so Kevin James has to help him.
So Kevin James, despite the love of his life dying,
Yep.
has still got game. And he helps
That's
Hitch.
right. Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
Joint funeral?
Yeah, it saves time.
But Kevin
Saves time
James
in
is the one
saves
that's
the runtime.
Kevin James is the one that's like, we got to get back out there.
Yeah.
And Will Smith's like, our wives just died.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And Kevin James is like, jackpots.
because he's rich.
Yeah.
All that heiress money.
Yeah.
Great. All right, I've got one more.
Okay, I'm ready.
This is the big one though.
Yes.
The movie Bright. You take everything that people know about the movie Bright.
Or cops.
Or cops. And you make a second Bright movie. And you call it Bright, but the B's are 2.
It's too right. And it's set in Australia, and they're fighting bunyips. Too right, mate.
What do you think?
I love it. James, I love it.
What else? What else, Mason?
How about this, James? How about this? How about this? How about this, James?
Yeah, I'm fucking here, man. Jesus, this fucking guy. I can't believe this fucking guy comes in here, but wears one pair of podcast pants, thinks he can just coast his way through an episode. What a sack of shit. I'm thinking of replacing him. Maybe with me. I'll just do it with me. I'll just do that thing that people think I do, where I do 2 voices.
God, I really wish I could take a break from this podcast. I wish James would just bring in somebody, just a third guy, and then I could take. God, I just wish I could take a week off. But he's never going to do it. He doesn't have the balls to do it. He wouldn't dare. He knows the quality would suffer. I mean, it might be funnier and more interesting, but the magic. I mean, the magic could still be there. But I mean, jeez, I hope he doesn't fire me.
Can I fire you?
I don't know. Do I technically work here? I don't know. I know. The magic of the bit has been broken, James. That we're thinking.
What do you got?
How about this?
Mason Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
He's back in cinemas.
Yep.
I mean, this came out.
He's not personally back in cinemas.
He'd go to a cinema.
I don't think he would. I
He's
think
seen Bloodshot. He's keeping cinema
is he?
alive.
Okay, great. He's just
Keeping
seen Bloodshot
cinema
over and
alive.
over
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
right?
Before we talk about the movie Tenet, which hopefully most people have seen, but also maybe not because the box office numbers aren't great. But don't stress because it's going to be out in digital and whatever on December 15th. But I saw an article this week where Nolan talks about the sound design.
I have
of
this
his
right
films.
here.
Okay, here
This
we
is
go.
from IndieWire.
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan says fellow directors have called to complain about his inaudible sound.
Yep.
The director has defended his sound design in the past, and he says that he's surprised how conservative moviegoers are about cinematic sound. Here's the thing, Christopher Nolan. You know what all your characters are saying because you wrote the script.
Yeah.
So you can look at the screen,
Yeah.
and you were there.
Yeah.
As they did it multiple times. You're in the editing booth as you watch that go through. So you know.
Yeah.
But nobody else knows.
No.
Look, we'll get to the rest of the movie, but
Yeah.
just as a side note, there are scenes where people are wearing gas masks,
Yeah.
where they're wearing oxygen breathers, where people are talking through an inch of bulletproof glass. They're backwards.
Yeah,
Minor spoiler. There's you can't hear what's happening in this.
Yeah.
And look, James, I don't have many skills,
Yeah.
but I do have medically certified excellent normal range hearing. They test me at work,
Yeah,
so
right.
I have to know.
Meso.
Yeah, exactly. They yell at me.
Oh, he's good.
But every time the doctor, it's always a different doctor, is like, perfect hearing.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, Christopher Nolan, you're wrong. What are you doing?
So box office, just quickly, because we are going to
Okay.
get to this. We haven't done like an actual cinema release in a long Bloodshot,
right?
but 200 million worldwide.
James.
Sorry,
Before you, if you place your
I'm going to do it. Don't worry. I've written it down. I'm doing this first.
then I'll act surprised.
Yeah. I would not forget.
Okay, cool, man. All right,
So
good.
it cost
You did it.
200 million. It made 350 million. So it probably didn't make its money back.
It's tradition.
I know, Mason.
Okay, cool, great.
It's the third highest grossing movie of the year behind The 800 and Bad Boys 3.
What's the 800?
I think it's a Chinese release.
Okay.
thing,
Oh,
I think.
yeah. Okay, I know what you're
haven't
talking about.
seen
Yeah.
it. But it might not be that. So we're going to do non-spoilers, then spoilers.
Yes.
Mason, what do you think the story was?
Oh, James, no. It's been so
Yeah.
long. You made me do it. Okay. Well, here's the thing. The plot of this movie
Yeah.
is not complicated. Like the
No,
core
it's
element.
not.
Okay,
Yeah.
the plot is there's a bad man and he wants to do a bad thing.
How Russian is he?
He's quite Russian, I think. He's certainly foreign. I'll give
Yeah.
him that. And if he acquires the thing,
Yeah.
it'll be bad for the world. But the only people that can stop him are a couple of backwards boys up to mischief.
That's what I've written backwards boys.
That's it. That's the
Just
whole.
a couple of
that's-
backwards
That's
boys,
the plot.
mate.
I mean, that's it. It's no. There's no the difficulty in understanding this movie is the nuance.
Yeah.
And hearing the dialogue.
Totally. What I would think would be interesting is what if Christopher Nolan just did a Bond style movie,
A real-
Just
yeah.
take all that other shit out, and like because this is essentially like a guy's got a doomsday weapon and they have to stop him.
Yes.
But except they're a couple of backwards boys.
A couple of backwards boys.
Yeah. So what if you didn't do any of that? Would that? Do you think that would make it like like Inception is a heist movie, but it's also about dreams?
Yeah, right. If it was just a regular heist movie.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if that holds no interest for him, I guess.
Yeah, that's probably. I'm sure he's been approached about Bond, but he's like, I'm beyond Bond now. I'm on different soundscapes you couldn't possibly
That's exactly right.
comprehend.
It's a bit of a simple soundscape over at a Bond movie, isn't it? Bang, bang. Oh, not for
Yeah.
me. No, thank you.
What I thought was also strange was the way that they were tackling backwards crime.
Yes.
Was that they didn't really know what they were doing. They're just like, I don't know, it's mostly instinct. It was a bit of like Dirk Gently in terms of you just kind of stumble around and things happen and
Yeah.
then you kind of sort of make it up or just go with it on the fly.
Yeah,
Like
that-
you can sort of plan.
Yeah.
But it's all predestined.
Yeah.
So it's
What if you're the worst murderer in the world and you don't know, and you're like, I'm backwards shooting all these orphans. I don't understand. I went on instinct. No.
but
Bang, 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 bang.
that would be mad.
Yeah, that's true.
It was
Yeah,
backward-
yeah.
So I don't. Do you know what I mean?
I do
like,
know what
so
you
I'm
mean.
like, is this just? Do these guys even know what they're doing?
Yeah, it's a, yeah.
I mean,
you're
I know
right.
they're making pincer maneuvers
Yeah.
and doing.
It did feel a bit like you're right. Like
They didn't know. They're like,
Yeah.
we don't know.
You're right. It did feel like a bit, the Terry Pratchett kind of Good Omens. Like, well, it's sometimes the universe just sends you a sign, kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Great.
Very good. All in all, backwards.
Another bullet in
boys.
the wall. Oh, okay.
No,
right.
very good.
Okay, nice.
Anyways, Mason, we're finally talking New Mutants this week, but who gives a shit? 'Cause
Oh,
we've
Los
got other-
Nuevos Mutantes.
Exactly.
More like Los Viejos Mutantes.
What's the difference?
Old mutants.
Did you
Yeah.
practice that?
No.
That's pretty good, man.
That's the limit of my Spanish.
That's so weird that you know those specific words.
Well, I'm sure, I think that's a guess. But
okay,
I'm, sure it's-
okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm correct.
So,
And if I'm not correct, we'll get emails. So,
absolutely. You'll get emails specifically. I won't get any because I didn't attempt it, just to
No.
clarify.
Yeah.
I have nothing to do with that. But there you go. I think that's a good opportunity, though, to work our way into New Mutants, more like Old Mutants.
Nice.
This is, again, long delayed.
Yeah.
It was shot in July of 2017.
Yep.
I've got a list of things. This is what happened to that movie.
Okay.
It was with a release date of April of 2018.
Yep.
But then it was pushed back to February 22nd, 2019
Okay.
to Miss Deadpool 2.
Yep.
But then...
Oh, I loved Miss Deadpool too.
TOO?
That's right.
Deadpool too.
It's just Deadpool and he's got a dress on.
Very
yeah.
good. And then it also got moved, and then it got moved to August 2nd of 2019, but they moved that away from Dark Phoenix.
Yep.
Then the reshoots were happening, but then that didn't happen because of the Disney purchase, so they didn't end up doing any reshoots.
Which
Then they-
is surprising, isn't it? Upon watching the movie.
No, I'm not surprised. I think they saw it and went, why would we?
But it feels like a movie that's been reshot.
Does
We'll get
it?
to it. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like it's a movie that's missing things.
Oh,
if
well, yeah,
anything.
maybe that's it. We'll get to
so
it.
it was moved to April 3rd of 2020. Obviously, the pandemic hit. It was
It
delayed.
was so close. I remember seeing that in the cinemas.
It was actually delayed indefinitely.
Yep.
And then it was released in May of August 28th of this year.
Uh-huh.
And nobody saw it, including us, because we were in lockdown then. What do you think the story was?
Okay. So this is a girl.
Yeah.
Danny Moonstar.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh no. And her family's like, oh no. There's a tornado coming. You better we're going to save you from this tornado.
Something's coming, he says. We need to save you.
And then there's the tornado or something. Or maybe it's not a tornado.
Maybe it's a big bear.
Maybe it's a big bear. And then she wakes up and she's in a hospital for mutants. And there's one doctor there who's like, you're a mutant. And she's like, okay, I'll take that on face value.
And you can't leave.
And she's like, seems fine, great, good. And then they're like, hey, meet the other members of meet the other teens in this hospital.
They're
One of
New
them's
Mutants
like,
also.
yeah, and one of them's like, I'm Russian and a racist. And the others are like, we're just other teens. We don't have personalities.
Some of us have accents.
Yeah.
Some of these might be our real accents in real life. It's neither here nor there.
And then it's like...
I was cast because Game of Thrones was big at the time this was filmed.
That's right.
I like Maisie Williams.
Yeah. And then they're like, weird stuff's happening in this hospital, isn't it? Yeah,
Ghost
that's the whole
stuff,
movie.
maybe.
Yeah.
And then it turns out that they all have to use their powers. And
Yeah.
it's
See, what I think is interesting is because the New Mutants, like the team,
Yeah.
was sort of formed in this era in the 80s where there was a lot of mutant stuff and also magic and sorcery and things.
Okay.
Because we have a character in this literally who's called Magic.
It's got one magic arm
Just got one magic
and
arm.
teleportation
and
a dragon or something.
She's got Lockheed the dragon.
What's the deal with that dragon when it's not a dragon?
What do you mean?
Like it's a stuffed animal.
Yeah, I mean in the comics it's just a dragon. So.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. But in this, I guess she's got... So in the comic book, her mutant ability is she can teleport, but she also has magic abilities. So she's also a sorceress, which is where like the one arm and the
Looks good.
sword comes
The
from.
arm and the sword looks
And that's
good.
how she knows the dragon, I guess. But anyway, in that version, the demon bear isn't a manifestation of her own fear.
It's a literal demon bear, isn't it?
Well, it's the souls of her parents that were turned into a demon bear by a demon called the Adversary.
Called Demon Bear.
Right?
It's a demon bear making demon bears.
That's right.
Sorry, go on.
And the Adversary was a demon that was let loose from hell by the mutant Forge, who used his magic powers to save his Vietnam buddies in
From a
Vietnam.
demon bear.
From a demon bear. Exactly. That's right. So it's this weird. But they've just had to. Clearly, it's from that like.
Yeah.
It's from that point of the X-Men where they're like, this is too complicated. It's like how the Juggernaut is magic.
And Professor X's brother. or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
Yeah,
But that's
you don't
too
bother.
much to put in. So you just go, the Juggernaut's a mutant. So it's the same with this, where they went, okay, well, she's magic, but also
The bear's in her mind.
they're all and the dragon, is he in somebody's mind or is he?
Yeah, but I think also like what they did is not complete. Like I guess it's slightly simpler, but it's like she gets a story about how you've got a bear in your mind.
It's never a bear in your mind. It's always wolves. Have you ever heard that version of the
yeah,
story?
you got two wolves and the
You've
one
got
you
two
feed
wolves.
and whatever.
It's never bears.
This time it's bears.
But
it's
I
one
think-
bear.
But it's
Because a
weird.
bear is about as big as two wolves.
guess
Like,
that's right.
I think that's what they do. But that being said, this bear's much bigger.
Real big bear. But also, I think it's maybe
Maybe it
because
didn't start as a big bear.
you know what? I would have loved to have been in the meeting where they propositioned this idea, because they'd be like, why don't we make it two wolves? There's a character who can turn into a wolf in this movie. So why don't we make it wolves? Because the main girl, the bear, and they're like,
bear.
well, we could just make it not a bear. No,
It's a bear.
we're going to make it a big demon bear.
Good looking bear.
I mean, it's pretty all right
It's a
looking.
good looking bear. When it turned up, I'm like, this is a good looking bear.
Right.
There's a bit where she touches the bear and the fur on the bear moves. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that's hard to do.
Nice.
Probably. Yeah, I don't. It felt really short. I don't know.
yeah.
There's a lot of wasted potential here.
Yeah, I
in terms
mean,
of cast and
If you have
doing a
seen
different X-Men
if you've
movie.
seen everything else on Disney Plus and Netflix, and like you've listened to all your suggestions on Suggestible, and you're like, I've watched and listened to all of that. I don't have anything else to watch. Maybe this.
and you want to see a big bear.
Is there well, that's the thing. I guess what you could do is just fast forward to the end when there's the big bear.
But do you get the payoff? Do you get because the twist in this is that it's a big bear. But before the big bear turned up,
Yeah.
and they're like, something's coming, run to the woods. I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is a big bear. Like, so when the big bear turned up, I was more surprised that they included the big bear due to
Yeah,
budget
right.
constraints. I'm like, this bear's getting a lot of play.
Maybe they got a great deal on CGI Big Bear.
They might have. Well, what you do,
Maybe they got some of that dark Russian money.
Yeah.
And they finally got the character Bear from the movie Night Watch.
Oh, yeah.
Who always
And the
constantly threatened to
sequel.
turn into a bear,
But
never
never
turned
did.
into a bear. But this is the unused CGI from that movie.
Also, I guess you could just CGI like a regular sized bear.
Bigger.
And then you do like a tool to like drag it bigger.
Yep.
And people are like, oh, but you didn't pay for the full bear. And you're like, well, too bad.
Yeah.
So, you could make a really tiny CGI one.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it doesn't cost much. And then
Postage stamp bear.
Yeah.
If
You
anything,
blow it
that's
up.
scarier because you'd be like, ooh, there's something in the letterbox for me. Ah, it's a little bear. Ah!
It's got red eyes. Anyway, crap.
Yep. Crap movie. Yet another.
Not worth the wait.
And yet another. Put it on the big pile of stinkers. I'll tell you
Nobody
what.
creatively involved with this, I blame.
No.
I think it's a result of many factors.
Right? What I mean, what are you're gonna blame Maisie Williams? You're gonna be like, hey Maisie, Look over there and act scared because there's a big bear, you know? You can't see it now because we haven't finished it.
Pretend to turn into a wolf.
Right?
To fight the big bear.
Yeah.
How did they kill the doctor?
The big bear killed her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And they
I mean,
found a
initially,
foot.
Maisie Williams slashed her all up.
Oh, yeah.
But then the big bear came and killed her.
She got both the wolf and the bear metaphor.
Yeah, because she was going to... That's right. That's right. There's a wolf and a bear inside everybody. Which one gets bigger? The big bear, because it's bigger. And psychic powers, probably. And also Maisie Williams, a little gal, you know?
Little.
Turns into a regular-sized wolf.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
Anyway, I didn't like it.
No, I didn't like it.
I didn't like it.
It's a bad movie. It's a shame, isn't it?
So, this dovetails, Mason, nicely into our topic for the week.
Dovetails. Ooh.
Well, speaking of, that got rebooted, didn't it? Apparently
did.
it's good. What about this?
Yes.
Andrew says, I originally had this idea for Doctor Who, but it could work in any series that's been going on for too long. Keep the original idea and narrative devices. The end. No. So he's saying like TARDIS companions, Christmas, etc.
Yes.
You'd have to keep Christmas, but ban them from using old villains, teasing characters' returns, and any manner of Destiny nonsense.
So you're saying new showrunners?
Yes.
Yeah.
Takes away the security blanket, and they either have to wait for a really good idea or not bother. That's interesting. Because in Doctor Who, you're like, who's the master? Like,
Yeah,
which one
every single
every
time,
week you're
yeah.
like, which one of these
Yeah.
is the master?
Yeah. What episode of the Daleks going to come back in? You know, what episode are you like? There seems to be some crazy stuff happening in this Victorian era town. I wonder what's behind it. And then you see the plunger appear in the last scene, and you're like, oh, it's the Daleks, I guess. We'll see the Daleks next week. All right, great. Great. Except now they're different colours, or they've got like RAF stripes on them or something.
Yeah.
Shut up. Get out of here. Yeah, new stuff. Again, it's weird that he can traverse the entirety of the universe. He or she can traverse the entirety of the universe and all of time and space and encounter literally anything, and it's always the Daleks.
And he's always like, but I thought we wiped them out on Axiom 4.
Well, you didn't.
You fool.
We were hiding in a foxhole.
There was one left. Doctor, we must work together. They have to work together sometimes.
There's bigger Daleks, and they're meaner, and they make fun of us. Help us defeat the bigger Daleks. We get it. That's why you need new, and that's the thing. There's endless creativity out there and
Some other things.
yes.
You got any more? Because I got one more.
No, go ahead. I was just too busy thinking of funny things Daleks could say.
I can't. I just like the idea of a much bigger Dalek. Or there's a bunch of them. And at the end of the episode, you see him come. They're like, "Where there's an ultimate villain, we must team up against." And they're just a really big blood plunger comes around the building, and you and I are just like, "Fucking Daleks again."
It's a big Dalek. We get it, God. It's just a it's pushing cars out of the way. The plunge is so big.
It's always a Dalek.
And the previous Daleks, you could always defeat them because they couldn't go upstairs. These ones can't go in doorways because
There
they're
you
too
go.
big.
They're too big. Warner Brothers' entire slate for 2021, they're going to be doing 17 films that are releasing to cinemas, but at the same day are streaming on HBO Max.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're just going to go through the list. And I've got a little synopsis for each. This is from Decider.com.
Okay.
So what about this, Mason? I know you're a big fan of this franchise. The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It.
Oh.
Vera Farmiga is back, Patrick Wilson. So after, also known as Conjuring 3, the third film in the horror franchise, etc., my brother likes the Conjuring movies. I will not see this.
Which brother?
The one you don't like.
Yeah, no, that stacks up actually.
Are the Nun movies based? Are they
from that
spin-offs?
universe, I think.
Yeah,
from the
and
Conjuring
there's other
universe.
ones as well. Annabelle's based
Annabelle
on that.
Creation, yeah, but
Yeah.
Annabelle Regular.
Annabelle
Unleaded.
Annabelle No Sugar.
Annabelle Premium.
Very good. What do we got here? I didn't have another one. So
No,
I'm
I
just
didn't have
gonna-
another one either. I
Okay,
was
good.
racking my brains.
This one I would see, and I would take Claire, and we'd have a fun time
Huh.
in the Heights.
Honest to God, I thought you were going to say we'd go together and we'd have a fight.
Yeah, we'd fight in the car park after the movie.
Which one's in the Heights
Like,
again?
but like Fight Club
Yeah,
style.
yeah, for sure. Like old Queensbury Rules style.
That's right.
Putting your dukes up. The crowd would gather.
Crowd would gather.
Yeah.
He did one of the G.I. Joe movies. And you did Now You See Me Too, which is your favorite movie.
Not true.
It's your favorite movie.
It's not, though.
And so
Not even the title's
In
good,
the Heights
God.
is the Lin-Manuel Miranda musical he did before Hamilton.
I see.
And I like the trailer,
Uh-huh.
and it's about like a community in Washington Heights, and it looks fun and hip hop.
Zero interest. Also, Annabelle Cool Ranch.
The dressing.
The Doritos flavor.
Okay, cool. That's not. I don't know because that didn't tie into the other things we did, but yeah. I mean, I guess, Mason.
What a stick in the mud.
Annabelle stick in the mud. I can just say anything. This is one too.
Yeah, that was great, actually. Yeah. Annabelle mic stand. I'm loving this. This is great. Annabelle Zero Sugar.
Zero sugar. Wait a minute.
Nah, I invented that one.
So on July 16th,
Yes.
Space Jam: A New Legacy.
Zero interest.
LeBron James, Don Cheadle. I would only go to this if my son. We watched Space Jam and he went, yeah, cool.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
Has he? So he's yet to see Space
He hasn't
Jam.
seen Space Jam.
It's not that he's seen Space Jam and he went no.
I'd have to explain all the references.
Yeah, that's true.
Know what I
That's
mean?
from Pulp Fiction.
That's Lola Bunny, I'd say.
That's Foghorn Leghorn. I guess he's racist when you think about
That's
it.
when you think, yeah. See, the ref, it's quite clever because Marvin the Martian is the referee because they're playing Martians, but he's also originally a Looney Tune.
Yeah.
So he's kind of somewhere in the middle. It's actually great that they've done that. And he's like, I'm in the other room.
And
I'm not watching
and
this.
you'd be like, some people think Lola Bunny's quite hot, but actually I like the fox from the
I
Robin
wouldn't
Hood
say that,
animated
Mason.
series.
I wouldn't say that because that's not actually true. That's something you would say if you were in the room.
Only if I was doing an impression of you. I'd be like, hey kid, come here. Here's some stuff. Here's some weird stuff about your dad.
That's a good point. I shouldn't show him this.
Right?
Because I don't-
Because like father, like son. That's
Mason.
going to run in the family.
It's genuinely not. Look, not to kink shame. Like whatever you want. It's just not for me. It's not for me, Mason. If anything, it's for you. Anyway,
Space Jam. What's it called? Space Jam New
A
Contenders.
New Legacy.
New Legacy.
Tells
There
the
we go.
story of LeBron James' mission to rescue his missing son, Bronny.
Does he really have a son named Bronny?
Yeah, his name's Bronny James. Okay, and so he finds his way through different Warner Brothers movies and faces off against the villain.
That description, like I'm in and out on that, but the description sounds interesting. You were saying
Different movies.
Different movies.
Maybe
right?
we're gonna go to all the 17 movies of 2021.
Oh my god,
That's right.
I
He
absolutely
does.
insist that if they do that, the Space Jam characters have to appear in the movie. Like in the movie that they're crossing over into. Like
Okay.
you go to you're watching The Matrix 4 and then just Foghorn Leghorn
Oh, they
shows
have
up
to be in it.
They
Yeah.
have to be in it for a second. Yeah.
And he's like, I say. And they're like, whoa. Whoa.
Yeah.
This isn't really.
This weird Jared Leto murder mystery thing, you know.
Exactly.
Porky Pig's in it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Anyway, Matrix 4.
Yes.
I would see it even if they were like, this is the worst movie ever made. I would still see this. You could not get me to see this.
Isn't it what? It's so close to coming out. I mean, a year, but still.
A year, yeah.
I thought they would
It
never
got pushed back, I
Honest to
think.
God, I never thought there'd be another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know whether this will be good.
Yeah.
But I'm not looking for something to like redeem the last two because they're not. We watched them recently-ish, and they're not terrible. They got some interesting ideas.
I still think they're terrible. on
yeah, they're
balance.
not great, but yeah, whatever. I don't need them to rewrite any of those or any of that
Yeah.
stuff. Just whatever. Do whatever you need to do to make a good Matrix movie.
I think they should go absolutely insane. I don't know what they're doing right now,
Yep.
but just go completely meta. Bring it into the real world. Bring in
Sure.
the video games. Bring in the giant ants. Just go crazy.
Maybe they jump into Space Jam 2 and Space Jam 2 is like, we're supposed to jump into your movie. And then they start
James, you've
shooting
gone too
everybody.
far.
Oh, you said anything.
No, that's a
You
bit.
said anything.
Nah,
There's
it's
no bad
Nah, it
ideas.
seems a bit, a bit cringe what you've said.
What are you
James.
talking about?
Nah, sorry.
That's rude.
very cringe.
What about Malignant?
Don't know what that is.
It's directed by James Wan.
Okay.
Stars Annabelle Wallace and Jake Abel. Mm-hmm. And very little is known about Malignant, but James Wan is a well-proven commodity. Oh, this is very helpful. This is a description.
Okay.
He directed the first Saw movie, the first Insidious movie, the first Conjuring movie, and even Fast 7. Whatever he's got for us to watch, we'll gladly devour. Really helpful.
very, very
Really
helpful.
helpful. Decider.com. Let me look this up. Dun, 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 dun. I can't wait for whoever crosses over to the Warner Brothers joke we were doing, though. Am I right?
Yes.
Thanks.
Very good. Brought it all back. James also.
What is this?
Annabelle, Ginger and Pomegranate.
Mason, stop. You're making me sad. It's desperate. But yeah.
Anyway, 2021, a solid 7 out of 10 as far as I'm concerned.
Looks pretty good to me.
Pretty good.
Anything else?
And that's it, I think.
Now, normally we jump to what we're reading, what we're going to read, Mason.
Oh, yes.
But I figured because it's a special occasion,
Yes.
guess what? People are looking for a little bit of entertainment in their lives, a bit of love,
Bit of spice.
bit of spice. So,
Bit of spicy love.
guess what's back, Mason?
I don't know.
Hate mail.
Yes.
The hate hasn't hated it. Yes. For those people who don't know, hate mail, but the hate hasn't hated it is an
Sometimes
regularly
recurring segment.
sometimes recurring segment in the show
Uh-huh.
where I take 8 bits of hate mail from my YouTube comments and I read them out on the show. Except it's never 8,
It's always more than 8.
but it's always hate.
Yes.
So yeah, I've been having a good run lately.
I'm excited
not
for
gonna
this.
lie.
I'm very excited.
So
Now, are these aren't all from one video, or are they
no,
from
they're all over the
different
place.
videos?
If
Okay.
I've written down like the name of the video, it's because you kind of need to know that going into it.
Okay.
Otherwise, it can be from any video. Really, yeah.
We produce a lot of hate, so
Yeah.
almost anything we say can set people off.
Oh my God, you are not wrong, Mason. Okay, so this one is it says some John Johns.
Oh, the Martian Manhunter himself.
You two boy lover dipshits. That's when there's caps, I should point out.
Yeah, right.
Are nothing but shit talking C-bombs. You didn't say C-bomb.
Whoa.
Get off the welfare and go get some jobs. Fuck you and fuck your channel. And then it's like an emoticon of a sad smiley face, then a fist emoticon hitting that.
Yes.
And then it says us next to it.
So we're punching the sad face?
Or it's the US punching. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Or us, maybe he's a group of guys.
I don't know.
That's it. That is a strong start. Sometimes I'm like, how much hate is there left in the universe? But there's enough. Oh, was that our video where we were talking about how we're cheating the welfare
Yeah,
system?
that's right, yeah. I thought I took that one down.
We're on the dole. We're also getting cash in hand work. Now off to love some boys.
We don't even monetize these because we're on the dole. Yeah. This is from Gus Belanger. Fuck me. If I didn't already know tits came in pairs, these two would confirm the hypothesis. They must have won gold in the Australian or New Zealand or wherever the fuck. Too clever by half Olympics. It's like listening to an AM morning radio show in Australia reviewing a TV show. Do these two half-wits think they get paid by the joke? You know, these days I don't expect anybody to treat Star Wars franchise with any actual respect. Yes. Lord knows the fans don't anymore, and you can make a decent argument for why they don't. But I get the feeling these guys would make jokes at their sick mother's expense if she was in hospital. I don't suppose there's any room in between your terribly, terribly lighthearted brackets lightheaded.
Oh, not bad.
Banter for an actual review of what Blindy and the Beard is endlessly chortling about. No?
Are you blinded?
I guess so.
That's a new. That's
But I also have a beard.
oh, because we're an AM radio team.
Yeah.
Because what happens there is he's come up with the name of the Beard for
Yeah.
me, and he's like, well,
But it could be me, because maybe you're wearing glasses in the image of you.
oh, okay, it's a good point. Yeah. Oh,
This is
maybe
good
I'm,
stuff.
maybe I am blindy. As that comment was rolling in, I'm like, it's either a DC fan or a Star Wars fan. I don't know, because it's like, I can't believe you don't take this seriously. This thing that it's not serious enough. Why aren't you making jokes? It's not fair that you make jokes about a thing that I like. You got to take it seriously. No, I'll make fun of anything.
But we
I'll
should
make fun
take
of things
it-
that I like.
But we should take it seriously.
Yeah, it's a good point.
This is from Freak of Nature. You guys don't have the brain power to understand the genius of BVS.
Yes,
It's back.
it's back.
It always surprises me when it's like people are still talking
Because
about
this isn't from 2016.
No,
this is from currently
recent.
out.
Just stop bashing it already, because you guys sound uneducated.
That's very true.
This is from Joel D. Dude's constantly worrying about spoilers for 20 plus minutes. Apologizing like a dude at the water park with his women's studies classmates anytime he unconsciously looks below eye level. There's a lot of things that I feel like people also take into
They
this.
bring their own issues to the comments. I think.
And also maybe fantasies?
Yeah.
Of like a women's study water park.
Yeah, the
excursion
women's
that you
study
take.
water park excursion. Yeah, you know. Oh, that's a kind of women's studies. I get it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I get it. But yes, that guy's really brought in. I feel like if you got a snapshot of all his comments, like you could really build a profile of that person. Just
Yeah.
like, oh, I get this guy now.
Yeah.
I don't want to hang out with him, but I get him.
This is from the Death of Green Screen video that I put up last week, which a lot of people seem to like. Jesus fucking Christ, I hate your voice as you sure for sponsors to earn a living. I prefer if you lived in a fucking cave. There's a fake sponsor in that for rocks. I don't know if you've seen it. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I have seen it. Yeah.
It's I endorse rocks.
Yeah.
And there's no link to rocks. And it's a guy eating rocks. It's not a real sponsor.
Wow. That's good work.
Thanks.
Of all the videos he could have...
I know, there's so many.
Right?
There's like 2 or 3 sponsors a month.
We've sold out for everything. Rocks. Yeah.
This one I really like. This is from the Transformers movies, worst to best, where presumably I rank the Transformers movies. I made this video like 5-6 years ago. I don't remember it. It's from General Cheese 6 says, "This fool is terribly misinformed, and I just made a meme about this." He didn't post it.
Where's the meme?
There's no meme.
Where's the meme? What's his name? I'm going to Google General Cheese.
General_Cheese 6.
Okay.
If you just go to that video, it'll be the most recent comment.
Okay. Look,
Yeah.
I'm going to go to a GIF search engine and I'm going to look up General Cheese.
General_Cheese 6.
Okay, because he's got to be in here somewhere, right? _Cheese 6.
What's the meme? Is it one of the...
No GIFs were found.
We said
50
meme.
game.
We didn't say GIF. He said meme.
Oh, it's a good
you
point.
You got to go to
So
like meme
gotta
generator.
go to a meme channel.
If people could see if they could find it, that'd be great.
That would be very
because
good.
there's so many meme situations. She Chicken says, this is just a weird take. It's not hate, but Jared Leto's Joker was fucking gangster, better than trash ass Heath Ledger's 2008 garbage piece of shit. Right on sentence, by the way.
I love it though. That's good stuff.
This is from Man of Steel Caravan of Garbage. Rahul says, make honest video of your life failure. I think we sporadically sprinkle that in, I feel.
I think it's. I think if you watch the videos, you listen to the podcast, you can get a
sense of that.
Very quite a good a little collage of our life failure. So I think that's
definitely.
So, I mean, just keep watching the videos.
Keep watching. Keep at it. This is from My Nipples Are Eternal. This is from
here we
Justice League Caravan of Garbage, the Zack Snyder version.
Okay, here we go.
The only reason. The only reason.
You don't know that for sure. Maybe this is the Obley reason.
The only reason Wonder Woman made money was cucks of SJW pandering. CUX. This is from our Man of Steel Caravan of Garbage. It's from Karmic.
I'm ready.
It's one of my guiltiest pleasures to hear morons talk inanely about things their sadly lacking IQ couldn't possibly grasp.
Oh, this guy's good. I like him already.
How can you tell if laughter is forced, hateful, or just weird? That's the way the hosts laugh. Deep down, they don't believe their utter lack of getting it, brackets, everything. And so it ends up being...
The Snyderverse.
Yes, specifically Man of Steel. And so it ends up being really funny, but with the tables firmly turned on them.
Oh, hello.
Man of Steel rocks. This commentary, essentially data for the doc who tries to help you both someday. Good luck with that. And then emoji face with a tongue sticking out.
Oh, I was going to say, if there was going to be emoji, it might be crying laughing. But
it's winking with the tongue out.
Oh, yeah, that's a pretty good one.
But he's done the eyes twice, so it didn't come together.
Should we maybe hire this guy as a consultant? Because he seems clever and funny. So maybe he could...
He knows how to have a good laugh as well.
He knows to have a good laugh. A good, genuine laugh.
That's true.
Which I think is important.
I don't think he's ever laughed. I don't think so either. What else we got here? This is from Hyperhorse, and it's on the casting when we were like, look at this casting that happened and nearly happened. Like Hugh Jackman's in the thumbnail because it was nearly James Bond. Hyperhorse says, "Stop wasting time trying to be funny. Your humor is cringe-worthy at best. Please just focus on movies. You are not the fucking Doug Anthony All-Stars."
Oh, my
what
God.
a reference.
Oh, my
That's
God.
why I put that in.
That's
so
incredible.
specific.
That's really
like, that's even a gamble that we'd get that. You know what I mean?
That's wild. Because you'd have to make that reference and think it's a reference people would get. You'd have to be like 60.
Yeah.
Right?
I guess.
Yeah.
So I'd put that in
Because for people who don't know, the Doug Anthony All-Stars were like a musical comedy trio
yes.
in the 80s.
Yeah.
And they're still around, but they haven't worked together in decades.
No.
That's
nuts. Anyway, I did respond to this. I just saw it. I just wrote, that is a timely reference.
Doug Anthony All-Stars.
I know. This is from Alma Sun. It's directed specifically to you.
Okay, I'm excited.
For the Interstellar Caravan of Garbage review.
Okay.
See, Mason doesn't have kids. Probably his family doesn't like him too. He's also not a fan of cerebral, well-thought-out movies and movies that require a lot of attention. This is the reason he does not think highly of Interstellar. I respect his opinion, though. You're alone. You don't have a family.
No, I do have a
Your
family.
brain
They
doesn't
don't like
work.
me. They don't like or respect me.
Your brain doesn't work properly.
No, that's fair.
But
Look, some days I think my brain works totally fine, but the other day I thought, are my fingernails growing faster than normal? Is that bad or good?
or even true.
I don't know. But I thought about it for a long time.
Yeah, and
I'm like, is this bad? Is my metabolism working too fast now?
or is it? Yeah, it could be good.
Or are my fingers receding?
Yeah, it might be.
Maybe that's it.
Can that happen?
I don't know.
Yeah. This is from Darkness Viking. This is from our we did a Harley Quinn review, which became a YouTube video.
Oh, yep.
Isn't this show a big SJW fest? Is the hosts SJW now?
Yes and yes.
Yes, I guess it
Yeah,
is.
I guess.
The wolf?
What's SJW about Harley Quinn?
Because she kisses a lady.
Oh, yeah, that is pretty SJW.
And that's
isn't it?
SJW.
Oh my God, imagine people kissing who they want.
I can't.
What a world.
This is from the 80s wolf.
Ooh.
So this is about, we did a video on whether Zack Snyder's Justice League cut will be good. He said, why wouldn't it be good? Zack Snyder do not make bad movies. Not even his CGI Owl movie is a bad movie. Usually those calling his movies bad, and you ask why, it's nitpicking and arguments like, I don't want it to be like this, so it's bad. And not forgetting all the woke/SJW types that decided to hate him since 300 because adapting Frank Miller is racism.
Oh, this is good stuff. First, if we get another SJW, we get SJW hat
Bingo.
trick.
We get-
Bingo. That's right. So, oh my God, I've never heard anyone being like, it's pretty SJW that you adapted Frank Miller.
Because of racism.
I don't know.
This is from BJ Green Thumb. Oh, here we go. We got bingo, Mason. Marvel went so SJW is like Star Wars. After Logan, they pretty much went soy. Though Logan was a different that doesn't matter at that point. Obviously, it's not now, but it's from Aaron Rice. If this is when I think we might have mentioned that Bond might have been a woman at some point.
Oh, yeah. Or
might have
maybe
been,
the franchise
we talked
taken
about
over,
the
different
Idris Elba
00,
thing, whatever.
yeah.
It's from Aaron Rice.
Anyway, it's a different thing.
Yes.
We talked about maybe there might be a different thing.
Yeah.
And maybe somebody might enjoy a new different thing.
Not this person, not
All right,
Aaron
I'm ready.
Rice, the last one. If they make the Bond character a woman, it is a fail. All caps. It's lasted because of the formula. Why fuck it up? Oh, I forgot. We live in SJW Me Too pussy time.
Yes.
That was the one I was laughing at before the show.
Yeah.
But,
Also, I love the idea that the Bond franchise has just been going from strength to strength. Like
Yeah.
it's on the verge of collapsing.
almost
every
every
time.
second movie.
Every second movie, it's just a nightmare. You know what I mean? Just
They're always looking to sell it. Then a studio collapses and an actor leaves.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
year it's a virus. It's always something,
it's always
man.
something, isn't it?
Yeah, there you go. And that's hate mail.
There we go. We've done it again,
let's,
folks. I really enjoyed that one. That was good.
Thank you. I thought you might.
We don't like to overuse them, but
no. Anyway, I appreciate it. Please
do,
again.
yeah.
We're observing here, by the way, for people watching this. We're watching. You know what I mean? It's like we're on safari. We're not interfering. You know what I
true,
mean?
yeah.
Just let them all go. Let them all
Yeah.
go about their days.
leave the location better than you found it. you know?
Exactly.
That's right. But also point.
Yes. Also,
Well done, everyone. Everyone who leaves a comment. I like them. I love them.
it's good, isn't it?
I'd marry every single one of them.
It's
but
true.
obviously I can't because
In a blood orgy.
we're quarantined.
That's
And you can't have a blood orgy during a quarantine.
that's
so.
true. The next segment of the show, Mason.
Oh, that's what we read. And what are we going to read?
What are we gonna read? Yay! Yay! Sorry for my baby, everybody. But what do you want me to do?
Oh, is that?
What do you want me
is
to
that what you
do?
say to the baby when the baby makes noise? Do you go, yay? Or is this your general enthusiasm?
No, that's
for
my
the
general
podcast?
enthusiasm.
Okay, that was really good.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea though. Just some positive reinforcement. I'm just trying to
baby
find
is-
this fucking theme. Here we are. Found it.
James, there is a baby in the room. A baby who does not comprehend anything.
You got to pick the point from when to not swear in front of your baby. But I also have a theory that in the future, this is insane, by the way.
This is your fan theory.
Just bear in mind that that there'll be a form of technology in the future where people will be able to perfectly recall memories through some sort of
completely, yeah,
machine.
could- yeah,
So
yeah.
she could come back in time and just listen to this and just be like, my dad was insane.
Oh,
like
yeah.
he kept it kind of pretty, he kept it kind of together when I'm around.
I mean, he's more insane now in this crazy future we live in. But
Yeah. But yeah, I can see the seeds.
look,
of it.
I can, there are people out there that seem to have perfect recall. I mean, just transfer that to an app.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my
Just-
God.
It's as easy as that.
That's
Just-
right.
Just put it in an app.
Man, I've said so many mean things to your other kid as well.
Yeah. you give the finger to my children when they're really little.
Yeah, I really do, yeah.
I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's fun.
But you stop doing it to my other kid now.
Because he knows. He would
knows
figure it
now,
out. He'd be
yeah.
like, he'd start doing it to you and be like, what does this mean?
Here we go. Let's do the next segment. I'm doing the thing. What are we reading today? What?
James,
You got something to say to
I
me?
heard you. I heard you.
You didn't hear nothing.
No, you said
you didn't hear a goddamn thing.
promised you wouldn't.
I didn't promise, and I didn't say it.
I'm being gaslit over here.
But the other thing is, you've already explained it, so I can say it.
I guess that's
And as long
probably
as
true,
you
yeah.
explain it at the top of every episode every week, I can continue to spiral.
Wow. Okay, good. Well, as long as you keep spiraling, that's good.
We're doing what we're reading, I guess.
Yeah,
And
nice.
it's not just any what we're reading. We've got a specific thing. And don't worry, I'm going to fix the theme song so we can talk about it. You ready?
Yeah.
I'm doing the thing. Westworld. I fixed it.
Nice.
We're talking a little bit about Westworld, aren't we?
Westworld, yeah.
Westworld. Am I going to do that every week? I don't know. Did
Maybe.
it last week. We're not talking about Westworld,
We're
are
not,
we?
though, no. I want to talk about Doom Patrol.
Westworld. My new thing, I say Westworld.
Yeah,
It doesn't
nice.
make any sense. It's going to get to the point where I don't even know why I'm doing it.
Yeah, good. Great.
But I do it. It's a Pavlovian response.
Yeah.
And I hope everybody at home does it too. Westworld. You think I wasn't going to do it, Mason? Did you think I wasn't going to do that?
No, I thought you were going to do it. I knew you would.
Well, I'm nothing if not boring and predictable.
That's the spirit.
Westworld. I'll never forget. Have I broken you on this?
No,
you
it's
seem to be
good.
finding it funnier every week.
I enjoyed it a lot. What I enjoyed is because, surely we're probably getting, new listeners every once in a while. People who are like, oh, I'm stuck at home. I would like to listen to a new podcast.
Yeah.
And then this happens and you just scream Westworld, even though we haven't talked about Westworld in weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. So
That's very cool.
What are you Westworlding today?
Don't do it, James.
Westworld. You loved it last week. You've
Yeah,
come-
I've come around again.
I'll get you back.
Yeah, maybe you will.
Yeah. You didn't hear nothing.
Oh, I heard it. I heard it.
What are you laughing at over there?
I'm back on board.
Keep
with
your
it.
thoughts and feelings to yourself, please.
Okay, I will. It's a big week for Netflix.
It is.
Did you watch any of
I have to
Transformers
put the
War for
theme song in
Cybertron?
first.
Okay, right.
Let me put the theme in.
I thought you would have
Let me
snuck
say
it in there.
Westworld.
Okay, right. Oh, that's right. You do it live now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody's come around on this Westworld thing, I think, Mason. I think people hated it initially, but now I've broken them down. And it's expected. I've seen in the Reddit, people are like, now I imagine it in
Wow.
previous episodes.
Yeah, I've seen some people have said, like, if I don't hear that, I'm liable to turn the podcast off and throw my phone in disgust. So
Great
you've
stuff.
changed the world, James.
I feel like I have. Mason, what are you reading today?
Oh, good question. I'm trying to think, James. It's been a big week for this little fella.
No doubt.
That's me.
Yeah. Anyway, should we go to the next segment of the show?
Yes.
But what is it? Because I always forget.
James, it's called What We Read In.
Yeah.
I'm not finished. Let me finish.
I'll wait.
What we gonna read?
I remember now.
Yeah,
Because I
good,
say
right?
Westworld in the theme.
You do, it's true.
I'm doing the theme. Westworld. Oh, I stopped the theme song too early.
Oh, my God.
People are going to hate that. Anyway, let's go on.
You start, because I cannot remember for the life of me. I've had some time off, but I don't know what.
What have you been doing, Mason?
Just crimes.
I thought you were going to say just crying. But you said
Both.
it's sinister, just crying. Anyway, next segment of the show, if I remember, I'll mention it.
Please do.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, it's what we're reading and then
Yeah.
what we're going to read. We both watched Enola
I
Holmes,
haven't even
right?
put the theme song in,
right,
Mason.
fine. God, I was
What
too
are you
excited.
doing?
I was too excited that we both had something that we watched at the same time. Whereas
never
normally
happens.
I'm like, oh, that sounds good. I'll get to it next week.
Yeah.
And then I'll say, I'll watch the thing, and you're like, I've forgotten it already.
Yeah, because there's a million things on.
Yes.
We're just not in sync. All right, here we go.
What is this?
It's the What We're Reading theme, but because it's the first episode,
yeah.
it'll be fresh.
Nice.
I'm doing the theme. Westworld. That is the first time I have done that.
Oh, it was already annoying, though. I don't know why. Don't say words over the themes. God damn it, James.
What are we, Westworld? Today. All right, Mason.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, thanks. What are we, Westworld? Today. Getting bolder, Mason.
Very, very bold. Very bold.
Westworld. Today. For a second, I'm like, I'm going to let it die. Like my brain said, just let it go.
For 2021, just
and
let it
then
go.
I just said it really loud.
But then you were like, remember our motto for 2021.
Remember who you are!
Never let anything go ever.
And we are back for What We Were Eating.
Yeah.
We didn't go anywhere. So I say we're back, but it's just, we didn't move.
But maybe people leave the room
Yeah.
and then come back to their...
They're like, we've got time.
Yeah. And when we say we're back,
Yeah.
it's me, you, and the listener, because we're all in this
We're
together.
all back.
Yeah, we're
That's
all
great.
back, yeah.
It's a good way to look at it. Obviously, it's more me and you because we don't know the listener.
That's true. But they know us.
But we don't know them. Just to clarify.
We're best friends with them. Individually.
Okay. I don't think they appreciate your pandering, quite frankly.
I'm not pandering. This is real. I personally know every listener because you sit in your ivory tower just making the podcast, and then you just put it. But I personally contact every listener, and then we hang out. I mean, we can't do it now, obviously,
Sure.
but I break the rules.
That's good.
And I break isolation.
Yeah,
and I go
okay.
out and I talk to people individually.
If you're a new listener and you haven't met Mason,
Yeah.
hit him up, Wikipedia Brown, introduce yourself.
That's my fault. That's
he
my
will,
fault.
He will
I
hit
haven't-
you back
Yeah, that's
this
right.
week.
Yeah, and
as many of you as you can.
we'll hang out. We'll cough in each other's mouths.
This is real. You called my bluff.
That's right.
Anyways, what are you reading?
Oh, my goodness. All right. You know what is not my favorite thing in the world necessarily, but I think it's growing on me. Have you seen Medical Police on Netflix?
Not yet.
Okay. I think it's growing on me. There's some good standard. Jason Schwartzman has a little appearance in it. As,
Okay.
I think he's called the Condor or something like that. It's pretty.
Cool.
It's pretty good. I like it.
What is that guy's deal?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is he? Because I feel like he's not rich enough to do whatever. I'm going to look up Jason Schwartzman net worth, and then we'll know where he's
Okay,
at.
right.
I bet it's like $4 million.
I bet it's $20 million.
Yeah, it is. You're
Like,
dead on.
Here's the thing, though. I think that's just
At minimum.
I think if this net worth thing doesn't know, it just guesses $20 million. You should put in Mr. Sunday Movies net worth.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh my god! And then I'll know.
20 million.
Yeah.
I hope it's 20 million.
Oh my god!
Fingers crossed. My net worth is $900,000.
Really?
I mean, I guess if you
How does it
no,
not?
I mean, but I'm thinking though. Like I have a house, but
That's
I don't
true.
own it.
Yeah,
So no,
right.
it's not at all.
Right.
Like I'm not renting it. I'm paying it off.
Yeah, right. Would there be a way to figure it out based on like your YouTube views?
Sort of, but it's wild. Like it's so up and down. And I don't just mean like the views. I mean like, but it just gives like the explanation of how much money you make on. But also, not everything is monetized. And like I pay multiple editors and Collins
true.
and you and Claire gets money also for some reason. I'm not
God,
like it.
wow.
And there's various other things going
just
on.
imagine you on the couch, married with children style. Just doling out the cash, you know? And then the dog takes some money.
dog takes some money.
What's the dog going to do with money? But I think the bigger question, rather than your net worth, is would you
I
find...
got excited for a bit. I'm like, I'm not nearly a millionaire.
They present you with a check.
And then I thought about it for a second.
Yeah. The bigger question is, would you fight the carpet from Aladdin?
Fuck yeah, man. I beat the shit out of that carpet.
What if it's like
no, it'd kill me.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like a Doctor Strange cape kind of situation.
Nah, I couldn't. No, I'd try and befriend the carpet and use it in the battle.
Yes.
I'd get Aladdin's sword and the carpet.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't fight the carpet.
Would you fight the Great Mouse Detective?
How big is it? Just regular size mouse?
regular size
Or is
mouse.
it man-sized? No, it's a mouse size.
It's a mouse size, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'd squash that
Okay,
mouse.
wow.
Yeah.
Would you fight Maid Marian, but she's the fox, and you're in love with her?
Like, how could you fight something that you love, Mason?
That's
but
a
then
good-
again, maybe my like bigotry for that kind of thing would come through, and I would.
maybe that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm, yeah.
Just to clarify, it's you who's in love with the
It's
fox
not.
and
It's
Robin
not.
Hood,
It's
not me.
The fan art would suggest otherwise.
I didn't realize also when I chose my avatar, it looks like a furry avatar.
Yeah.
Like it's not something I'm against.
Because you don't want to reveal that.
No,
You're a furry.
I probably would. I'm not against it. It's just not really my thing.
Which of the 7 dwarves would you fight?
The dumb one first.
Dopey. Okay, right, yeah. You
We're
James,
watching, yes.
You've been watching a TV show on Netflix.
Yes.
What's it called?
I'm not okay with this. I'm only like 2.5 in.
And it's superhero-esque?
I don't
Not
know.
really. Oh, okay,
I have
right.
no idea.
Okay.
There's things of like, this guy got powers? What's going on?
Okay.
But I don't know.
Okay, and you're enjoying it? Or you're not enjoying it?
I am enjoying it.
Oh.
So I started that maybe a couple of hours before you came over. After I did my day of gardening in the garden. They made me garden,
Oh,
Mason.
no.
You don't understand, though. I don't like any of that shit. I'd rather pay a guy. But then I looked at my
Wow.
bank account and went, I should probably just do it
Probably
myself.
do it yourself, yeah. But hey, you wouldn't be unfamiliar with hoeing.
Oh,
That's right, he's back.
Snap.
Where's my white wine?
What's the name of that character?
Jurassic Snark.
Snark, of course. I enjoyed all the Jurassic Snark memes.
Me too.
Yeah.
Something we didn't get to, but I've only just seen it now because it's in my browser.
Yeah.
This is from ladbible.com. Well, they've asked Michael Caine, and he says Batman was one of the greatest things he's ever done in my life. The veteran actor who turns 87 tomorrow, Saturday, recounted how he got involved with the Christopher Nolan trilogy in an interview with Indian newspaper The Hindu. Nolan came to the front door of his house in the country with a script. Could see him through the glass, but I couldn't recognise him. The moment he introduced himself, I knew exactly who he was because I was a great fan of his 3 small films. I told him, I'm too old for Batman. What do you want me to play the butler? What would my dialogues be? Would you like another beverage or more custard? Quote from him. And that's a direct audio from the interview. So
That's really funny.
Anyway.
Batman doesn't eat custard.
So I did the movie, and it was one of the greatest things I've done in my life.
He's done a few Nolans because he also did.
Yeah. He did Dunkirk. He was in voiceover.
Wasn't he was also in My Dad's Lost in Space and look at all this corn dying?
Oh, maybe. Also, he's going to be in Tenet, which is coming out.
Ah.
Which is due to be released
he
in
the
July. Who knows?
Who does know?
Yeah. Good on Michael Caine.
Good on him.
Yeah.
And good on us for
wait,
playing...
there's one more clip. It says, from the end, it says, my name's Michael Caine.
Oh, at the end?
Yeah, it's just at the end, yeah.
Yeah. But also other things.
Wow.
Well, what
you know what I will watch?
What?
Speaking of, Bruce Willis. Just kidding. I will probably watch The Devil All the Time.
Oh, that's
which is
supposed to
the
be
new-
good.
It's got speaking of MCU fan casting, it's
Yeah.
got Tom Holland.
And
It's got
Anthony... not Anthony Mackie. The other guy who's in The Winter Soldier.
Sebastian Stan.
Yes, I believe.
And Robert Battenbat is in there as well.
He's not in an MCU movie, Mason.
I know.
Don't you know anything about movies?
No, I don't know anything. They're all the same to me.
Okay. Anyway, what's that about? Like
It's
a bad family or something?
You know what? I'm just going to tell you off the top of my head what it's about.
Here we
Sinister
go.
characters converge around a young man devoted to protecting those he loves in a post-war backwoods town teeming with corruption and
What
brutality.
does it mean by post-war?
Like in the 50s, I think.
Okay,
Or late
cool.
40s, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
It's exciting. I like it. I'm excited to see Tom Holland in a role that isn't Spider-Man,
Yeah, and he's like, the devil's all the time in this town.
right?
I'm smoking a cigarette because I'm a man in this one. Smoking a cigarette, I've seen.
Wow.
Yeah,
Rude.
I agree. But it's the 50s. It's
true.
post-war.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Netflix hired a guy to sit in the background of all those scenes and he would smoke, and then the guy would be like, well, it's the 50s though, isn't it? So it's fine you're doing that.
It's like a stage play. You're technically allowed to smoke in a stage play or something.
Are you?
It gets around the rules of like theatre. Oh. So if you ever just want to smoke indoors, just make a fake play and just do a monologue and smoke a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Just whatever's on your mind, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Just sell out a theatre and just have a couple
punch
of
darts, mate.
gaspers. Yeah, nice.
I tell you what, next time we do a live show, I will smoke 30 cigarettes.
Script.
Just one after the other.
In total silence, and we just count one every time you finish smoking. We're like 1.
I reckon I could probably do 4 before I vomit. Do you reckon I could do 4? I could probably do 4.
Probably you could do 4.
Yeah. Okay, we doing letters?
We are doing letters at some point. I think we should do letters.
Yes.
The classic one was
Letters, oh letters, we love you. So letters,
Head to bed.
they're only a take away.
We're going to hear right now. We're going to do Lost the beat, James.
It's okay.
I lost it.
It's okay. We'll get it back. Keep going. There we go. Did you feel that?
Yeah, that's great.
In the spirit of letters, I have a letter.
Oh, that's good. That's perfectly in the spirit of letters.
I haven't done a tweet. I took this from the mailbag.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm in the spirit of
On
keeping
my
it brief.
territory, wow.
That's right. I apologize, but I could not resist reading
my
this one
goodness.
out.
Okay, I'm
If
excited.
you do want to reach the show, if we are back next week, which we very well won't be, hashtag WeeklyPlanetPod on Twitter or weeklyplanetpod@gmail.com. This is from Mitch. I won't read his last name because you'll see why.
All right.
I wanted to let you know that your decision to revisit the Brosnan Bond films has stirred up some past trauma. Hopefully you get a kick out of this story. Tomorrow Never Dies was the first Bond film I ever saw in theaters. My older brother took me and I was 9 years old at the time. The main reason I wanted to go was because of GoldenEye, the N64 video game. Anyways, the movie gave me my first visually simulated sexual erection. I got through the movie fine. That's not what it's all about. I should point out.
Okay, sure.
I realized I was reading this. This is an odd thing to read out. Yeah, I could
But
have.
it's also an odd thing to write. So
Yeah, that's right, yeah. But when I got home, I innocently told my brother about this during the movie, hoping for some older brother advice on what the hell was happening in my body. Instead, my brother laughed his ass off, told my entire family, and to this day is brought up every single Christmas or whenever I bring a new girlfriend home to meet everybody. Whenever
Nice.
James Bond comes up, my entire family asks me if I'm getting an erection. I constantly get sexy pictures of James Bond texted to me. I'm probably gone mad, but this
no,
is...
that's good stuff. I read that earlier in the week. And I'm
Okay.
like, that's some good stuff. Yeah.
They will hopefully forget as soon as they start making James Bond movies, but apparently that will never happen. So regardless to say, Tomorrow Never Dies is a very influential film in my life. I hope you take that into account. I haven't watched it since, but because you brought it back with Cameron and Gambit, I have no idea what scene it was or even who the Bond girl was, but I'm sure it will come back to me. I love your work. Keep it up, Mitch. So, yeah.
That's great work, Mitch.
Oh, man.
Congratulations.
Just the idea that that's just resonated throughout his
Yeah,
entire
yeah.
life.
I love the idea that he's bringing a new girlfriend round.
Yeah.
And they're just like, you can just see the wheels turning in all his family's heads of like, how can we squeeze in a Bond reference?
Yeah.
And then when the girlfriend's like, oh, I've never seen a James Bond movie or whatever, they can be like, yeah, well, he's seen plenty. He's had plenty of boners over him.
That's one of those things that it reminds me of a story of a friend of mine. I don't have time for this, but when he brought home his new girlfriend, first time, his little brother dacked him,
Yeah, wow.
fully dacked, and he's like, "I'm still going to get him back." I'm like, "That was 20 years ago," and he's like, "No, I'm going to get him. He just needs to find the moment."
Yeah,
'Cause
right.
you can't just dack him.
No, that's
You
true.
got to do something
At his
equal,
wedding.
but- yeah, well, it's done. He's already married. So,
wow.
yeah, I'll tell
The
you.
birth of his child.
Yeah,
in
good
the,
to-
in the hospital.
Anyway, sorry. What do you got?
This is from Joseph Vizar.
Yes.
It says, would you rather? Hope you guys are doing well. Yes, thank you, Joseph. We are. I'm going to speak
not
to both
really.
of us.
It's pretty
Oh, no. Well, I'm doing
awful.
fine.
Yeah, but it's not great, is it, the world over? I'm like, if you compared this time to last year, it's much worse in the world.
Oh, when's 2020 going to be over?
You dropped your phone, Mason.
did,
That's
it's true.
unprofessional.
Sorry.
Collins, edit that to make it louder.
Yeah, louder and more aggressive. And it plays the Defenders of the Earth theme.
Defenders of the Earth. Defenders. Out of the sky, his rockets ignite. Jets into battle, flying faster than light. Flash Gordon, Lord of the Jungle, the hero who stalks. The beast call him brother, the goes to war. Defenders of the Earth.
Anyway, Joseph says, in a fight, would you rather have the Arkham combat? So this is presumably a real fight.
Yeah, cool.
Would you rather have the Arkham combat? He says James could take on at least 8 boomers at once.
Easy.
Or the hyper-realistic combat of the Scott Pilgrim movie, where if you lose, you burst into coins.
But I kill people?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's a bigger dilemma
But
than
no
you think.
consequences.
Oh, because they just sort of disappear, don't
Yeah,
they?
but if I have that in the real world and I make someone explode into coin, I'm going to jail. But if I beat up 8 people,
Yeah, he's still going to jail.
yeah, but I didn't kill anyone. And presumably they're coming at me with baseball bats and go, "What are you doing here, Batman?" I'm Batman in this scenario, obviously.
You're not, you're just regular James.
"What are you doing here, regular James?"
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just up the street. I've bought my reusable bags. I'm just doing some shopping in my mask. I'm trying to keep social
He's a
distance.
reusable boy over here. We're going to reuse your face as a punching bag. And then they come at you.
I don't want this.
Well, then they're going to get you.
I'm going to go to jail for hurting people.
Wow. And they're reaching for the gun locker and you're like, no! Who put that gun locker on that telephone pole? Why is it there? You got to get him first.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing. Like, I think if you beat people up Scott Pilgrim style,
Yeah.
they just be gone. Like, it'd be inexplicable. People would be like, I don't think he did anything.
I mean, he struck him with a sword and he
exploded. But I mean,
coins.
that's not murder? Like, how would that? But I
Yeah.
think if you were seen in public, like brutally beating up 8 people.
No, but if they were beating me up, it's not
Oh,
like they're standing around and I'm hitting them. Like they're actively attacking
Well, if you're
me.
any good, then they're basically just standing around.
But if they're actively attacking
You're
me,
whipping about back and forth.
they're actively attacking me one by one. Also,
Yeah, right.
like those games. But yeah, no, Arkham's would look. I think that'd be cool to do.
Yeah.
It's got a real, you know.
Yeah. You have
But
a fire
so,
sword.
so just to clarify, I'm not in the world of Scott Pilgrim.
I don't think so. No,
It's
we're
just-
in
I
the,
just
I think
have-
we're in the regular world. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's take it. Let's have a bit of pizzazz.
Yeah, a bit
let's
of pizzazz.
liven things up a little bit.
I think I would take the Batman 66 fighting.
Yeah.
it's everybody lines up one at a time.
Yeah, but that's also every second fight that you're in, you're dangled over a vat of caviar or whatever. You know what I mean? You lose every
but
second
what a
one.
way to go, huh? Yum. No, you're right. Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Great question, though. Who was that from?
That was from Joseph Vizza.
Terrific. I've got a tweet here,
Okay,
Mason.
go ahead.
It's from Just Jonathan. Hashtag Weekly Planet Pod.
He's emailed him before, Just Jonathan.
I
Or
don't
tweeted.
believe you.
Okay, right.
Would you like to see a sequel to The Social Network, perhaps largely focused on Zuck's court hearings regarding Facebook? Of the three, who was the most important to return to work on the sequel? Eisenberg, Sorkin, Fincher.
Ooh.
I think it's Fincher for me,
Yeah.
but I think there's no reason why you shouldn't get all those guys back.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, I mean, there's no rule that says they can't.
Did you see
None of
the-
them have been legally prohibited from being in a movie. So
Did you see the Zuckerberg?
saw the surfing photo? Yeah, of course I did. Yeah.
What's he doing? That's fascinating.
Anyway,
man.
Facebook.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Oh, yeah.
I'm in a local group as well, like a local community group.
I like
which
where
is
you live, right, yeah.
Which is mostly people like, whose cat is this?
Oh, wait, it's my cat. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, that's really good.
Who took the newspaper off my front lawn?
It was me.
It was my wife later. I figured it out. Sorry, everyone.
Part of me wants to make a local ruckus and then just sit back and watch it unfold.
Oh.
Nothing like dangerous, but just do something truly bizarre.
I thought what you were going to say.
Younger me was all about that. I was about that.
I thought you were going to say like a. Yeah, it's true. You were a real firebrand. I thought you were going to say you were going to make like a rival local group.
I think
But
there
just
is
make
one already.
just make it weirder.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Just make it like Welcome to Night Vale style, where it starts out normal. It's like, hey, everybody, just, some regular goings on in town. Just post up anything. And then it's like, did anybody notice the moon looked weird last night? It looked like it had a hole in it. I don't understand. Does
go
anyone
from
hear that
there.
noise? Does anyone hear that buzzing noise? Those weird lights?
What could I do to my local community? I have to think about it.
Yeah.
Younger
Support
me,
it.
mate.
Support it, James.
Yeah, support it, obviously, but younger me, I would have had a great idea immediately. I don't have that anymore.
Yeah,
All my
yeah.
ideas go into this.
That's true, yeah.
Should I do a pleasant surprise local prank? What should I do?
Oh,
Should I just like make a big dog turd and put it in the center of town? What do I do?
how big are we talking?
Not as big as a car?
How are you making it? Out of other dog turds? Are you gathering up all the dog turds?
No, it would have to be fake. I can't be real dog turds because then somebody has to come and deal with that. I don't want anything
right.
destructive. If
Okay.
anyone's got any ideas, I'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, genuinely.
Okay.
Yeah, but no snitches, obviously.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that it?
Look, I don't know how you're going to pull this off, but I'm.
No big dog turd idea.
Yeah, but if you do, we go viral. So
yeah.
or get cancelled. One of the two.
Whatever.
Just anything at this point.
Good stuff.
It is good stuff.
What else you got, Mason?
Look, here's something from Admiral Hackbar.
Oh.
He says, hey there, James and Mesa from the Weekly Planet, where you talk movies and comics and books and TV shows. I was watching an old episode of the podcast, perhaps on YouTube, episode 66 maybe, where every time Mason said one of his classic zingers, a recording of a trumpet would be played entitled Mason's Theme. I demand to see a return of this theme in your next episode. I have no memory of
I don't
this
know
at
what
all.
that is at all.
I don't know what this is.
Never heard of that.
And that's when you were editing the episode,
Yeah,
so
which means I would have had to have.
we don't know what
spliced
this
it
is.
in.
We don't know what this is.
Unless Collings went back and put it in.
Maybe he's doing it.
He's the kind of guy
Maybe
that
he's
would do
hacked
that.
into your YouTube.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Weekly Planet, official podcast of comicbookmovie.com. My name is James, editor at that website. With me, as always, my co-host, Nick Mason.
Oh, that's good.
That's
clever.
you doing that. That was Joseph Lisk, who
Yes.
does the What We Read and What We Gonna Read theme.
Oh, sure.
But isn't that cool?
Yes.
Do you want to hear it again?
I guess so.
I don't remember what it's from.
No, neither do I.
But I love it.
But I assume at some point I pretended to be a trumpet player. So
A little bit of fanfare. Wonder Woman is getting a writer.
that's a relief.
Yes, it is.
Uh-huh.
He's writing. Oh, he wrote Pan. The upcoming Peter Pan gritty reboot.
Oh, sure. Great.
I haven't seen Pan, so we'll see how that plays out.
See how it pans out.
Well done.
Play the theme. Play my theme. Play it. I'll do it again. Say the thing you said. I'll say the thing I said. And then we do this.
I have to find it.
Oh, jeez. Just email it to me and I'll do it.
All right, here we go.
Okay, say the thing.
We'll see how that goes, I guess.
See how it pans out.
I'll have this ready now. I can't though because I got to read
exactly. Yeah.
Man.
And you can't leave me in control of that because I'll just do it every time. I'll do it literally every time I say anything.
So there you go. Yeah, that's wild. That must have been early, or it was last year. I have no idea.
We don't know. We just don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. One last email.
Yeah.
This is from Owen Brady.
Hello, Owen
James
Brady.
is in Business Insider, and I'm studying marketing, and it is a lot.
What?
Says. Hey, James and Mason, I'm doing a master's in digital marketing at the moment. I have an undergrad in English, so I'm completely out of my depth. And for one of my modules, we had to look at a case study for Planters peanuts. Little did my professor know that I was already familiar with the monster that is Peanut Jr. Anyway, I was doing some research into Planters and found an article from Business Insider where they cover the hashtag Block Mr. Peanut campaign James started during one of his episodes. Mental episodes, it says here. This also happened while James was going through his Mr. Pumpkin movies phase, so the article refers to him as Mr. Pumpkin movies. I thought this was pretty funny and just thought I'd let you guys know if you didn't already. All the best from Ireland. Can I be the official digital marketing master's student of the podcast? Yes, you can.
I did. I forgot about that.
Movies. Yeah, you just did it one. It wasn't even Halloween. You were just like,
no,
oh,
I
Mr.
just did
Pumpkin
it. I
movies.
thought it was funny. I changed it back just before October. Very funny.
Good stuff. I'm glad. I hope there's a print edition of that.
Yeah.
And out there somewhere being pulped as we speak. But if there is, let us know. If you've got it, take a photo. Send
I would
it
love
in.
to see it. I would absolutely love to see it. Yeah, I'm proud of that. It's a good. It's a
Any flack have you received? Did Planters reach out to you?
Nobody reached out.
They didn't offer you free Planters peanuts for life?
I could just get peanuts anywhere.
Yes, but I mean free peanuts. I mean, really.
I don't even eat that many. They're not that
No,
good.
I don't know. Yeah. Again, cashews are better. I
Cashews
think.
are better.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. And thank you for the support. And I know every now and then people shoot me through that they've blocked Mr. Peanut.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Keep it up.
Yeah, that's right.
Someone should pay for what they're doing. It's 2020 and they're like, Mr. Peanut's dabbing. And it's like, not fuck off with this. Like, no.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
He should be flossing.
I know, right?
He should be doing the Carlton dance.
They're the
from
Fresh Prince dance.
Yes.
Exactly, yeah. I'm not interested.
Unrelated, if you go to the Planet Broadcasting Great Mates Facebook group, Joe Covis, who's done some fan art for the podcast, has just released a Mad Ghost t-shirt.
Mad Ghost?
You want to grab the Mad Ghost t-shirt?
I do.
Mad Ghost.
I haven't seen that. I'm going to check that out.
It's pretty good.
Terrifico.
Guess which one of us is the ghost?
Me. What am I then?
You're not on it.
This is bullshit. I'm pretty sure I helped invent Mad Ghost. I'm not even on the t-shirt.
Maybe you're on the back. Maybe you're on the butt area.
I'll take it. I'll take anything.
Right.
It's ridiculous. I was instrumental in inventing Mad Ghost.
Yeah, you were the bagpipes.
You can't
You were
even put two
instrumental.
ghosts there. I mean, it's not Mad Ghosts, is it?
That's right.
I just think, come on.
Yeah.
Maybe I could be yelling Mad Ghost.
Perfect.
It's too late.
It's too late now, isn't it? Yeah, well, Anyway, thank you to the Brute and the Basilisk and Rack.
Not a good start to the year, Mason.
One of the best starts to the year, I feel. I feel it's a great start to the year. You've got your own t-shirt.
Oh, get out of here,
you've got
Mason.
the one where you're right, it says I'm fine.
Yeah, that's different. That's a premise.
Yeah.
That was...
I got a message from, speaking of illustrators to the podcast, we got one from Fergal Quigley. It says, are you recording? I want to rudely butt in and put James off. Too late, he's already been put off.
That's right, Quigley. You're too late.
It's too late.
I'm already in a real strop.
Yep. He's having a real sook. You're having a real tanty over there. Okay, next week we could do the Weekly Planet.
Yeah.
Ginger and pomegranate.
It didn't get funniher. Sometimes these things come around. You know
It
what I mean?
does for me. It does for me. James, it does for Weekly Planet Cool Ranch. I'm doing all of them. I'm doing everyone. Oh, gosh, I have a great time. Everybody else's enjoyment's irrelevant, including yours. I just enjoy it when I do it. Fun episode, James. What do you reckon about that?
That was our best episode.
I think so too.
Yeah. And the best thing is we tricked our stupid listeners. Oh no, it's still recording.
Seriously, they are.
Yeah.
Oh no! You haven't pushed stop yet. Oh no, James. We've both revealed our genuine inner thoughts. No, just kidding. They're all right.
Yeah.
They're cool.
Whoa! Is that us coming? Doesn't matter. Are we out? Are we back in?
No, we're back in. But
Oh,
now
okay.
we're out again. Yeah.
Okay, because we didn't record a thing where we came out.
We'll come out now. We'll do the.
Okay, cool.
You ready?
Whoa!
Whoa, James, we're back in 2020 and
21?
21. Yep, yep. Just clocked over as time of recording.
Crazy.
And look, our dollar sign ties have disappeared, so I think it might be working, James. I'll just check the stats on the podcast. Oh, it's gone from 0 downloads in 2020 to 100 downloads in 2020. It's our best year ever, James.
We've done it.
We did it. Yes,
We've done it.
We saved podcasting.
This podcast.
I mean, just this. I don't know what's happening outside. Probably
It's not about us.
no.
And by that I mean I don't care. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So what's on for the rest of the year?
Probably put this podcasting
Put it back
snow
on the
globe.
shelf,
Put it
mate.
back on the shelf. That's right. On this wonky shelf that we put up ourselves.
Exactly. It'll be fine. And look, who knows? Maybe it'll bring us other further adventures next year, or we'll forget about it.
It's probably almost certainly the second one. Yeah.
Anyways, we hope that everybody listening to this had a safe break. If you had a break, or if you didn't have a break, I hope you had a safe not having a break.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We hope whatever you're doing was safe.
That's
and
right.
good.
We'll be back the week of the 25th, though. Maybe on the 26th.
Oh my God.
But that week, we'll see what's happening.
Week
won't we?
of, yeah.
Week of. And
January.
then January.
Yes.
Late January. And then we're excited.
Probably keep doing the podcast.
Probably just keep doing it.
I mean, honestly, 2021's been a very exciting year so far.
As of so far, there's been time travel. What else is in store?
No, probably just that. It's probably the wildest thing that's happened so far.
Yeah, you're probably right. All right, goodbye, everybody.
Being dad.
Being dad.
That happened.
Yeah. What a dickhead. If it's real. We talked about it off air.
Grab that Jemmy, guys. We will see you later in the year.
Goodbye. This podcast is part of the Planet Broadcasting Network.
Visit planetbroadcasting.com for more podcasts from our great mates.
I mean, if you want. It's up to you.